I told him I'm bisexual.
I'm a bisexual. Your mom, well, his mom isn't coming over, but someone's mom would.
Ilya is going to quit hockey, and it's going to feel like
And Shane's gonna kill himself.
Yeah, I would give up more, Ilya said simply. Anything for you. I don't want to. God, are you okay?
Ooh, you want to buy my nasty merch so bad. Ooh, yeah, buy it, come on, I know you want it, baby girl.
Okay, confession time. Does your Google history sound like this? How can I be completely sure I'm in the right relationship? Am I a narcissist? Quiz. Could I be an evil or a creepy person if I keep picturing disturbing things? Is it possible to catch a deadly disease at the supermarket? I've been there. And you know why? Because I have OCD. OCD is really misunderstood, and a lot of people don't know that this constant, overwhelming need to be sure about things can be a symptom. So I'm making sure you know. Here's how it can work. An unwanted image pops into your head. It feels so wrong, scary, and out of character that it makes you question everything, including yourself. And you're so desperate for some kind of answer or certainty about it that it drives you into an endless research spiral. But no matter how much you search, the fear never fully goes away. As soon as one tab closes, another one pops up. That cycle is exhausting and can take over your life. But it doesn't have to, because OCD is highly treatable with the right approach. OCD needs a type of therapy called ERP, or exposure and response prevention therapy. It is the most effective treatment. ERP taught me how to take the power away from unwanted thoughts, so I didn't have to spend all my time chasing certainty I was never gonna find. And if you're stuck in that spiral, it can do the same for you. That's why I want to tell you about NoCD. NoCD is the world's leading provider of specialized OCD treatment. All of their licensed therapists are highly trained in ERP and work with you in live virtual face-to-face sessions. Between sessions, you can DM your therapist, connect with the world's largest OCD community, join live support groups, and more, all in the NoCD app. NoCD is also covered by insurance for over 138 million Americans. So if any of this hit home, please don't wait. Visit nocd.com and book a free call with their team. That's nocd.com to learn more and talk to someone who can help. Thank you so much, NoCD, for sponsoring today's video. Hey guys, what's up? Today we're back with the long game. Nobody asked for this. Actually, a lot of people did. Okay, so Jake is hauling off out. He's fujoshiing out. I could have gotten a bigger shirt, but that's fine. Connor's reach is extra wide right now. I'm on my period.
Shoulders.
They're bigger than usual.
Oh, are they? You and Connor Story have the same size now.
Yay!
Yeah.
Wait, maybe. If I'm lucky.
Connor, let us know. Give us a measurement.
So I read the long game, but I read it back in December after I finished
You couldn't get
Heated
enough,
Rivalry.
is what happened.
No, I couldn't get enough. I couldn't. And I wasn't going to initially read it, but then I fell in love. And then I read the book. And I watched the show, and then I made Jake watch the show, and I made everyone else watch the show, and then you all watched the show. And
then I made my mom watch the show on Christmas.
And I ruined Christmas. This was now my third time reading it through. The second time to highlight, and now my third time reading it here today.
And the first time was for pure enjoyment.
That was for pleasure.
That was for pleasure.
No, so much has happened. I've been Hudson Williams makeup artist since then.
Oh,
And
yeah.
If you know, then you know. And if you don't, then too fucking bad.
And can I say, compliments to the chef. You have been doing the Lord's work,
Thank
queen.
you so much. I have beef with Hudson Williams Closet on Twitter because they don't believe that I actually did. If you were wondering what Hudson Williams wears on its lips, it's Edam Lechuchu in fig sauce. You heard it from me first.
Do you wear that too?
Yeah, I have Lechuchu.
Oh, is that how you applied it?
And I have Beast glaze.
You applied it to yourself. And
First
then,
on me and then on
you were
him.
like,
Yes.
come
yes.
here.
Yes.
Come here.
Okay, if you don't remember, where did we leave off? In Heated Rivalry.
Well, them at like some conference thing.
They like went to some game and then they're like, I got us hotel rooms, and they're like, fuck, that's so hot, yay, let's go back to the hotel room now that we're like a couple.
It was kind of sweet.
Yeah, and at the end of the epilogue, it was Hayden, his friend, and he like came for dinner, and then like him and Ilya
Oh yeah,
fought.
you were like, I'm not fucking reading that.
No,
you're like, we are skipping this.
There's like fanfics about Hayden flirting with Shane and Ilya being really, really jealous. Hey, can I say something? A lot of you are really weird on Twitter.
No, a lot of you are really, really fucking mentally ill on Twitter. It's actually fucking, it's scary.
And I'm not gonna say more than that, but just know a lot of you are really weird. A lot of you are really weird.
A lot of people will be really weird here.
And trust me, it's okay. And it's not okay. But it's, well, I was weird too. With FouseyTube, I was weird. What do you think's gonna happen in the long game?
Well, we kind of know a little bit, right? Because we saw it in the show, right? Oh, wait, no, that's Game Changers. Game Changers is about Scott and Kip.
Do you know what the audiobook sounds like when Kip talks?
There's one with blueberries and pineapple.
What the fuck?
Swear, all the names here are kind of dumb.
They just made him into an idiot.
Is that AI?
No, Jake, that's a real like audiobook author.
That's in fucking insane.
Yeah, so everybody who's like, yeah, I've been listening to Game Changers on Spotify.
How did you make it through that?
I said, listen to us. Listen to us read the book. Listen to us
We need to
read
read
the
Game
book.
Changers. We need to save these people.
I know.
Nicole, that's not good.
I know.
That's not even a Brooklyn accent. I live in Brooklyn.
No, that's a stupid accent.
That's stupid. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that accent is.
No, he sounds like Patrick when he's like, is this the Krusty Krab?
No,
this is Patrick.
That's exactly what he sounds like.
What do you think the long game's about?
What do I think the long game's about?
Where are you at?
I'm on page 0.
Are you on the cover?
It's on the cover. Yeah, it's.
I'm about to break my laptop because I don't want you to go to the next page.
I'm on the cover. I haven't looked up anything about the long game. You know, it's better if I don't know about it.
Look at their height difference.
I know, it's so
not
hot.
real to the show.
What do I think this is about? It's about 2 hockey players, I'm guessing, and they're gay. And one's named Shane and one's named Ilya. I think it's gonna be like their life, like doing the foundation and then like the eventual public coming out of them being in a relationship.
Is that because I told you that?
No. That's because that's really the only thing this could be about.
Well, there's a 3rd book coming out in September.
And about the 2 of them?
Yes.
Oh, what's it called? The really long game.
Unrivaled. You know what? We can start. If you go to page 2, it says the long game includes mentions and descriptions of suicide and depression.
And it's actually like the only line on the page. That's insane. Is
And
there
I
suicide and depression in this?
didn't highlight it. Well, why would they lie?
I don't know, but you know what I'm thinking now? Shane died.
You think Shane dies?
Yeah, and
From
Ilya,
suicide?
and Ilya goes into like a really depressive episode.
Oh.
That's...
You think Shane's gonna kill himself in this book?
I don't know.
You think Shane got Ilya? Shane won Ilya.
Won?
Shane, yes.
Ilya won Shane. How dare you? Oh, they won each other.
Shane finally gets to be with this man who he is pining for, and you think he's gonna kill himself? I would never.
Kill yourself?
Not if I had Ilya Rozanov, no.
Hell yeah. That's the spirit, queen.
Never kill yourself.
Yeah, never kill yourself. You never know if Ilya Rozanov is in your future.
You don't. You really don't.
The future could be Slay. Remember that.
You start on page 8.
July. Shane had never wanted anything so badly in his life. His goal was right in front of him, and nothing would stop him from reaching it. You wish, Hollander, called a hoarse voice behind him. Shane felt like his chest was going to explode. He huffed and puffed and pushed himself harder, refusing to give up. Suddenly, Ilya was right beside him, drenched in sweat, t-shirt balled up in one fist. Ilya winked at him before speeding past him like a cartoon character. Meep meep. You. Ilya flopped onto his back, shaking with laughter. He mopped his forehead with the damp shirt he was holding. I almost let you win. Liar. The view was not bad. From behind, almost worth staying there. Aww. Shane didn't know how his boyfriend was able to speak in full sentences. Shut up. I like those little shorts. Shane dropped to his knees beside him. I hate that you can outrun me like that. It doesn't make any sense. Your ass is so large. Ilya opened one eye. Maybe you should eat carbs. I eat healthy carbs. You eat nothing. You smoke. Almost never. You had a cigarette last night. How do you know? Are you addicted? I have a nose. Ilya booped the tip of Shane's nose. A cute one. Aww. So you like shorts, huh? They were a shorter style than the basketball ones he usually wore to work out in. Something new Shane was trying. His hair was longer than it had ever been, too.
So that's something that they said in the show, that's not happening. Hudson Williams was like,
Thank
I'm
God.
not growing out my hair. I'm not going to have a man bun. I'm so
God.
sorry. It's not going to happen.
Thank God. You know what? And he's doing the Lord's work. You know what? I like Hudson Williams a lot for saying that. And it's time somebody took a stand on man buns. Ilya traced the hem of one leg of the shorts where it was pulled tight against Shane's thigh. I think your dick would rip right through these if you got hard. Oh, wow. Yikes.
You're the only person I know who says yikes. Like
I do say yikes.
In every day.
Literally. I'm like, yikes. Or I'll literally text that to someone.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so when I read that, I was like, oh, that's like a Jake-ism.
Ilya had signed with Shane's agent last year. After parting ways with the Russian agent he'd had since he'd been a teenager, he wanted a Canadian agent. And Shane couldn't recommend Farah Jalali highly enough. On top of being a great agent, she'd been nothing but supportive when Shane told her he was gay 2 years ago. We could tell her what? About us. What? Today? Now? Despite the summer heat and his blood still churned up from the run, Shane suddenly felt icy cold. Ilya shrugged easily. She probably knows already. The panic alarm that lived inside Shane started blaring. Why would she? We're together at your cottage. You are gay. I am hot. So real. So real. Ilya joined Shane on the bed, still tucking his shirt into place. Farah glanced between them, probably noticing that they both had wet hair. This was ridiculous. Before we talk about other stuff, Shane said, we have something we want to tell you. I'm all ears. Shane met Ilya's gaze. Ilya rested a hand on Shane's knee and squeezed. So, Shane said slowly, you know that I'm gay. Of course, you told me. Yeah. So here's the thing. I am bisexual. Ilya blurted out. As soon as their call with Farah ended...
That was the end of the call. You said, I'm bisexual.
I am bisexual.
No, they just basically told Farah, they're like, we're together. And she goes, okay, cool.
Farah's a homegirl.
Yeah, Farah's fine.
She's an HG homegirl. Yeah, that's what the kids are saying nowadays. As soon as their call with Farah ended, Ilya pinned Shane on the mattress, holding his wrist, kissing him breathless. That went okay, Shane said between kisses. Was great, I told you. Shane loved Ilya so much, it's physically hurt to contain it some days. He didn't want to be a gay icon or deal with any of the attention they would get from the hockey world. Both
I thought
good
that
and
was
bad.
way more funnier than you made it out to be. He didn't want to be a gay icon.
It would be nice if it was like, it was just thrust upon him.
Yeah, he didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
The gay icon lifestyle chose him.
Nobody wants to be a gay icon, Nicole.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You want to be a gay icon?
Yes, that's why people queer bait.
Both good and bad. If they ever disclosed their relationship, but he wished he could love Ilya openly without dealing with any of that. At the moment, Shane and Ilya were both in their prime at 29 years old. Prime. They're almost dead. They're almost dead, girl. Shane had just led his team into his third Stanley Cup victory, and while Ilya was the captain of a much worse team, he was still putting up big numbers in Ottawa. They were both superstars, and they both had a lot of hockey left in them. Shane had every intention of playing another decade at least, and he expected Ilya to do the same. Therein lies the rub.
Therein lies the rub?
Yeah, that's Shakespeare for you. Hamlet. Therein lies the rub. Ilya is going to quit hockey, and it's going to feel like
And Shane's gonna kill himself.
Yeah, and Shane's gonna be like, you've changed, like, we no longer have, like, our biggest thing in common anymore, and, like, you know, you've ruined it for us. Chapitre 2. Shane rubbed his eyes under his glasses. I don't want this. He's doing it so cute. He's doing it, like, with,
His sleeves
all the way up. He's
Ariana
like,
Grande.
I don't want this week to be a disaster. You're worrying too much. Easy for you to say, Shane grumbled. Your mom hasn't been texting you all week with stressful details about this damn camp. They made it. This was their idea. Come on, kid. Ilya's hands dropped to his sides. No, he said quietly. She has not. Gag me.
That's a mean thing to say. That's a mean thing to say to your boyfriend who doesn't have a mom because she's dead.
Shane's autistic. He's not thinking about, he didn't mean to hurt Ilya. Say something hurtful.
I don't think Ilya said something, like, he was just like, no, she has not.
Not that autistic people can't hurt people. Sorry. They can.
They frequently do.
And I've been hurt by, raise your hand if you've been hurt by an autistic person. Raise your hand if you're autistic and you've been hurt by somebody who's not. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's open that up.
Ilya didn't mean it in a mean way.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't even have a conversation. If you keep reading, like Shane, it just doesn't even go, like, Shane doesn't even acknowledge that.
Oh,
okay.
It was a funny.
I'll give you, it was a funny.
It was a little bit more of a funny.
I'll give you a little bit of a teaser. A lot of people hate Shane in this book. Like, a lot of people, like, want him dead. Like, a lot of, yeah, like people are hoping that they change some of the things that he does and says in this new season, specifically like this line.
Well, there needs to be conflict of some
right,
kind,
of course,
right?
There needs to be conflict, and like, but people are like, Shane is an asshole. I don't think it's like to that great extent, but we'll keep reading. We'll see your thoughts.
One of them is going to cheat. No, because you said nothing really, really bad happens in any of these books.
I said in the first one, nothing bad happens.
Oh fuck, one of them's going to cheat, and it's going to be Shane. Oh no, Shane, don't do that.
Oh no, Shane!
Stop!
No, nothing bad happens in the first one.
Yeah, you're right. There's mentions of suicide and depression in this one. Shit gets real. Suicide and depression. Hello. The worry didn't leave Shane's eyes, but his voice was soft when he said, "What if somebody figures us out? We are good at protecting this thing. We have been doing it for years, and we did it last year. Barely. Ryan Price fucking walked in on us kissing. What if that happens again?" Ilya grinned. "I am so impossible to resist." Shane lightly kicked Ilya's ankle, as if it's you I'm worried about. "I will try to control myself." Shane played with a curl of hair near Ilya's ear. "No kissing." He said sternly. Oh, sorry. No kiss. They're so boring. The kiss
Sorry,
no kissing.
Sorry, they're not as gay as you want them to be.
Not even behind closed doors, okay? Not until we get home. Yes, no problem. I barely even like you. I'm worried about Hayden too, Shane said. Kissing you? No. Giving us away, I mean. Ilya huffed. Is possible. He is not smart. Hayden Pike.
I highlighted Hayden Pike because I was like, oh, they just wanted to include like a Hassan Piker adjacent character. So they included Hayden Pike.
Hassan Piker, Hayden Pike, HP.
No, but we can picture Hassan Piker for Hayden Pike. Did you see the video of Caleb Heron calling out Hassan Piker on his podcast? It's like Caleb Heron went on the Fear and podcast, and they're talking to their friend, the one who is gay.
I'm a bottom's rights advocate, and I talk about how Austin is not a good top, like he's a selfish top.
Hassan, have you ever f***ed a guy?
No.
Then I would lay off.
Thank you.
Then he raked his gaze over Ilya's body. You're unfairly handsome in the mornings, you know that? Ilya grinned. Tell me in Russian. Oh, he's learning Russian. Great. Popcorn Nicole. poor fucking Nicole.
Shane's nose scrunched up in concentration. The очень красив? Ilya's heart fluttered the way it did when Shane attempted Russian. Close enough. Welcome to Camp Rosanov, Ilya announced. Boo, said Wyatt Hayes. And the kids laughed. Is that not the name? Ilya asked innocently. I thought we had agreed. Shane could only shake his head, pressing his lips tight together to suppress his grin. It's the Game Changers hockey camp, one of the kids yelled out. Ugh, bad. Camp Rosanov is better. I am Ilya, and this is my friend Shane. Hi, Shane said. Everyone knows that me and Shane like each other a lot, and we always get along, Ilya said. The kids laughed more. Some called out protests. Basically, they just, like, have this camp, and, like, a bunch of other, like, hockey players are involved as well, like, some retired. Ilya couldn't help but notice that the reporter guy Shane was talking to was very attractive. Ilya tried to keep his focus on the kids he was coaching, but his gaze kept drifting back to where Shane was standing, just behind the glass in one corner. Even from there, Ilya could see the flirtatious smile the man was giving Shane.
No!
He is gonna cheat.
No, they're gonna open up their fucking relationship.
No,
No, it's a horror movie, Nicole. This is a horror fucking. This season 2 is gonna suck ass. No.
don't worry.
Thank you.
This book takes place in Canada, not West Philly. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Ilya could see the flirtatious smile the man was giving Shane, or maybe they were just regular smiles and Ilya was being ridiculous. Ilya took a peek and saw the handsome man laughing with Shane about something, and then the fucker placed a hand on Shane's arm. There was no good reason for Ilya to skate down the ice with one of the pucks and fire at the glass behind Shane's head, but he did it anyway. He could hear Shane scream, "Aye!" And Ilya laughed when he whipped around, eyes flashing with fury. "Asshole!" Shane yelled. Ilya gestured with his new stick towards the children on the ice and shook his head. "Language, Hollander." "What is the problem?" Ilya asked. Shane spun to face him, eyes glinting. "The problem is that I'm trying to run a camp with a fucking toddler." "Is this about the puck thing?" Ilya asked innocently. "It's about you having always made me look like an idiot." "Come on." "Why? Why'd you do it? Because Laurent's handsome?" "Laurent?" Ilya took a triumphant step toward him. "So you are attracted to him?" "What? No, I mean, yes, he's nice to look at, but..." "And he liked looking at you." "You almost gave me a heart attack with that stupid puck, and why? Because you thought I was flirting?" Ilya huffed. "You do not know how to flirt." "What did you really think was going to happen?" Ilya shrugged. "Maybe you would think he was nice, hot, not a rival hockey player." He was terrified that one day Shane would realize he could be with someone who wasn't a dark secret, that it could be easy to love someone.
Oh, wow. That's really, and that's underlined by a lot of people.
Yeah.
And because I feel like that's kind of the rub of the book.
That's the rub of the
Therein lies
book.
the rub.
Therein lies the rub.
Yeah.
Therein lies the rub. "I'm sorry," Ilya said, because suddenly he really was a weird day. "I was maybe just," he sighed. "I'm sorry." Shane rested a hand on Ilya's chest. "I'm yours. You know that." "I know." Ilya found himself leaning there for a kiss, completely forgetting where they were. He remembered slightly too late. "Oh God," said a voice from the doorway. Not again. Ryan Price was filling the doorway with this massive body, looking mortified. "We weren't," Shane said quickly. "We were just talking." We make him transatlantic. That's
I don't know
what
how
the
to do
T
that.
stands for in LGBTQ. "I like that guy."
I don't know if
Ilya
either
said.
of us can do a transatlantic accent.
"Me too. And I like that he can keep a secret."
Okay. You know what? You're getting there.
"Yes, maybe we can go out this week with his Fabian." "What, like a double date?" "Sure, why not? You just have to, the John Mulaney of it all."
No, and we always go John Mulaney.
No, we
That's
always...
one thing about us. Like,
John Mulaney will always be at the scene of the crime somehow.
all roads lead to John Mulaney. The arc of the universe bends toward John Mulaney.
Shane blew out a breath. "Okay, I'm going to talk to Laurent. Is he invited on our date too? Are we breaking your no threesomes rule?" Sorry, I think I made him French for a second. "Is he invited on our date too? Are we breaking your no threesome rule?" Shane was already walking out the door, flipping Ilya off with one hand behind his back. "See, there's a no threesome rule, so don't worry. This book is not going to
They're
go West
breaking
Philly
that
on
rule.
us."
The long game is that they are not going to have that rule anymore. And in fact, it's going to only be threesomes.
And what if it strengthens them? Jake's anti-threesome.
No, I think they're going to open up their relationship, and I think that this might be one of the most divisive seasons of television ever.
Why? Because you think a lot of people want it to be Svetlana, Shane, and Ilya, but a lot of people don't.
I don't think I want that.
Right, I don't either because Shane's gay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And I think that I just want them to be in love with each other.
Oh, you can't be in love and a third person be there. You heard it here first.
You can't be in love and a third person be there.
"Shane, what's wrong?" Una asked. "Nothing, just, we're playing the entire week in my head. I just can't believe Ryan walked in on us again." Una turned away from the chicken breast she'd been checking. "Seriously, guys? We weren't doing anything," Shane clarified. "Shane was about to," Ilya said. "I was not. You were going to kiss me. You were going to kiss me. I don't care if we're
gonna
29.
kiss each
We're not
other.
going to talk to my mom about this."
No, I agree.
I don't care that we're 20. I don't care that we're all adults here. I don't care. I'm not talking about how someone walked in on us with my mother. I don't care that she's my momager. "Okay, enough," Una said. "It's not such a big deal, right? Ryan's gay, so he must be..." She rotated one hand in the air, searching for the right words. cool with it. How do you say, cool with it? It's fine, Ilya said easily. He knows for a year and has not told anyone. Where's the goat cheese?
Had to leave that one. Had to leave that in there. Couldn't cut this line short, girl.
Sorry.
No, like not every second counts. Like,
Sorry.
God, no, so
You don't think you could tell the rest of the staff about your relationship, Una asked? Not yet, Shane said. Leah and Max would be safe, I think, but we don't know them that well, so I don't really see the point in telling them, you know. We could tell Wyatt, maybe, Ilya said. You think? Shane asked. Then he shook his head. I don't want your goalie to know. Too weird. Ada knows. Una pointed out, why can't Ilya's teammate know? Why can't Ilya's teammate know? Why can't Ilya's teammate know?
to be honest, wait, the teammate's gay.
Which one?
The one that walked in on them?
Yeah.
Like, I think most gay people, there's like a respect for not outing other people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think that would be fine.
Yeah, he's like a quiet man.
Oh.
He has like, I think in the book, his like thing is that he has like social anxiety.
Oh,
like,
raise your hand if you have social anxiety. We say this every time we film something. We say this. Raise your hand if you have social anxiety. I kind of feel bad for you. Oh.
Shout out to everybody with social anxiety. I kind of feel sorry for you. Oh, yeah.
No, but everyone in this book has like a thing.
Good.
Like Scott Hunter's old. Kip is like, has this awful Brooklyn accent. Shane's autistic. Ilya has a Russian accent. Oh no.
And anxiety.
And now this man, no, depression. And now this man, his thing is social anxiety.
You know what though?
I kind of feel bad for you people.
I got you people.
Ilya headed outside to the back deck. He leaned on the railing and stared up at the sky where the stars were barely visible from all the city lights. Nothing like Shane's cottage.
I'm going to the cottage.
I think you'd like what we did today. Ilya spoke quietly and rushed into the sky. I hope you are proud. Chapter 3. Ryan's attention snapped back to Shane. Your boyfriend's in town with you, right, Fabian? Yes, Ryan said suspiciously. Cool. Ilya and I were thinking that you guys might want to go out tonight, get some dinner maybe with us. Ryan's brow furrowed. Like a double date? We've never been out with another couple, like a gay couple. As a couple. My God. Foursome. Popcorn Jake.
Other people know? Ryan interrupted. What? I'm not the only one who knows. Other people know? Yeah, sure. A few people. My parents, Hayden and his wife, my teammates know I'm gay, but they don't know about Ilya, except Hayden. But I just said that, so Ryan closed his eyes and exhaled loudly. Thank fuck. I thought I was the only one who knew or something. Fabian was talking about a pizza place he wanted to go out to tonight. You guys should come too, I guess. Ugh, what an invite.
Okay, so
you guys should come too.
He has social anxiety.
Oh, true.
The I guess came from a place of social anxiety.
It's like writing LOL at the end of a text message.
Yeah, exactly. Like he said, I guess, because he wasn't sure of himself.
You guys should come too, LOL. Shane's diet meant he could eat basically nothing at a pizza restaurant, but he nodded enthusiastically. Sounds great, let's do it.
Okay, so a common theme that we're gonna mention here is that Shane is Bella Hadiding hard
in this book. Is that why people don't like him in this book? Because he's like on a diet. No one likes
You
someone.
just jumped to like so
No one likes someone on a diet.
I would know, I'm vegan. I would know.
It's hardly called that. That's like a diet, but it's like dieting in a different way.
No, he's on a diet. He's on a macrobiotic, strict, high-performance diet. Like, and he won't shut the fuck up. Every single time that it's mentioned in this book, I made sure, like, it's so annoying. Like, literally, I just want to be like, okay, skinny. Okay, we get it. Skinny. Not one mention of ginger ale this entire book.
What the fuck? Yeah, that's why they don't like him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He's not drinking ginger ale. He was on a date with his boyfriend in Montreal. No big deal. His boyfriend, who incidentally looks super fucking hot. Ilya was wearing a teal tank top with a faded floral print that
Ugly.
Yeah, wait, I'm sorry. They're on a date. Like, he didn't even bother to dress up. Girl, wear a button down at least. Okay, collar button down. It can be a Hawaiian print.
your roller skating button.
Yes, wear that. Like, show you're a fun guy. Also, with his arms, and like he can do like 4 buttons unbuttoned down, like, and still look good. A teal tank top with a faded floral print that showed off his muscular arms, as well as the loon tattoo near his left shoulder that Shane still couldn't believe Ilya had gotten. He'd surprised Shane with it a couple of months ago and had blamed being bored while Shane was in the playoffs, but Shane knew it wasn't something Ilya had gotten out of boredom. The tattoo meant something to both of them. It represented their time together in the summers at their home on the lake. Ilya was also wearing loose-fitting gray shorts and black slip-on sneakers and looked so relaxed and summery that Shane was tempted to drive them both directly to the cottage and make love to him on the grassy shore. And you are Fabian. Fabian?
I don't fucking care.
Fabian is such a gay name.
Okay, yes. I need you to see what the cover of this character, how they made him dress for the book. Everyone makes fun of it. They're like, every character's so fucking hot, and then they put him in this ugly ass ankle showing pants and this blouse, this fuck ass blouse.
There needs to be one really, really faggy character in this. I'm sorry. Oh.
The off the shoulder, the ankle showing, the violin in hand.
Oh my god. Yeah, why does he have a violin? Why would he have a violin?
I know. But yeah,
He's in this book?
No,
There's a book about him?
This is Tough Guy.
Shane hadn't really put any effort into imagining Ryan's boyfriend, but he would never have pictured him looking like this. Fabian Sala was pretty. Then someone who's not like masked. It's nice to describe them as pretty. He had warm golden skin and silky dark hair that was cut short on the sides, but long enough on top to fall into his dark eyes, which were decorated with makeup. Oh, he's really gay. I'm sorry. Well, what'd you say, Queen?
What you said? Queen.
I'm trying to like picture who they're gonna cast for him, and I have like no idea.
Joe Locke.
Kiri.
No. The only thing about Joe Locke is that like it sounds like
Look, he has a blouse in this picture.
yeah, but I just think he
Put a
might
violin in
be
his
be
hand.
too white for the role. That fit close to his slim torso and had a heart-shaped diamond pendant hanging from his elegant neck. Diamond.
He's like a famous
Diamond.
musician.
Oh, he was like really blatantly not straight in a way that Shane wasn't used to. Oh, he's made Shane so uncomfortable. The kind of man who, when Shane had been younger and still figuring himself out, he would look at and think, I'm not gay because I'm not like him. It wasn't a good way to think about anything, but even as a gay man who was in love with another man who he had gay sex with, Shane couldn't help the knee-jerk reaction of uneasiness in Fabian's presence, which just proved that Shane needed to spend more time around other queer people, particularly queer people who didn't play hockey. I'm Ilya. This is my... Shane. Hi, Fabian, Shane said, shaking his hand as he sat in the chair opposite of him. Fabian's fingernails were painted a periwinkle blue. Nice to meet you. Same. The single word did something funny to Shane's insides. Fabian radiated an effortless sensuality that was distracting, to say the least. I love that Fabian exists in this novel, and we need to read this now.
You want to read Tough Guy?
Oh, I need to read Tough Guy.
Okay.
This is the gay representation that we need.
We don't even know if the book is any good. What
There
if
needs to
Fabian
be-
cheats?
There needs to be characters like this.
Oh, absolutely.
There needs to be characters like this.
Absolutely.
And that's my one problem with like popular gay novels and media is that like every gay man is like exactly how you expect like a
Shane and Ilya.
Yes. And
Yeah.
like I like that they look like that. I mean, who doesn't? But
Yeah.
like there needs to be Fabians. And Fabian can look hot. Like I don't
Yeah.
care. You know, he probably does. He probably will.
Yeah.
But there needs to be characters like this.
Yeah, I'm just wondering who they're going to cast.
They made small talk about Montreal until their server came to take their drink order. You know what it was like? It was like they were like, and then he fucked me in the Oh yeah, more water. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
Oh, you think gay people only talk about getting railed?
I don't think. I know. The young man introduced himself as Leo, and then his eyes went wide as if he just recognized who was at his table. Shane braced himself for a selfie request, but Leo surprised him. Are you Fabian Sala? He asked in a hushed voice. Fabian only answered with a sly smile. Holy shit, I'm such a huge fan. Do you have unsweetened iced tea? Shane asked. He saw the panic creep into Leo's face right away. I know, unsweetened, girl. Yeah, do you want Splenda? Never mind, I'll just have a sparkling water with lime. Or lemon, whichever. Ilya poked Ryan's forearm, which was resting on the table. Leo is in love with your boyfriend. Ryan smiled. I'm used to that sort of thing happening. Still nice though. Ryan gets plenty of attention too, Fabian said, but we rarely get recognized by the same people. Sorry, was that homophobic?
Don't ask me.
Very different fan bases, Ryan agreed. Except the queer hockey fans who think it's like the best that we're a couple. Oh yeah, Shane asked, suddenly very interested in the conversation. What do they say? They're happy for me, Ryan said quietly. And jealous of me, I'm sure, Fabian said. Have you decided what you want to eat? Shane hadn't even looked at the menu. Fabian ordered a fancy sounding pizza for him and Ryan to share. Ilya ordered a less fancy pizza to eat by himself, and Shane frantically read the menu salad selection. Look, Ilya said, pointing to something lower down the menu. Shane quickly read the description of the grilled salmon with sauteed vegetables and roasted potato and almost kissed him. I'll have the salmon with no sauce, and can I get vegetables with no butter? If that's a problem, maybe a side garden salad instead of the vegetables.
He sounds like me.
I know.
Sounds like going to a restaurant with me.
Could I get the salmon, no butter, and no butter on the vegetables? But if you can't do that, then just a salad, just some lettuce
And no
some,
dressing.
No dressing, but some cherry tomatoes if you have them. That's not, Nicole never does that. Sure, that shouldn't be a problem. Leo sounded uncertain as he wrote everything down. If it's a salad, which dressing would you like? Just a bit of olive oil and red wine vinegar, if it's not too much trouble, or a lemon wedge. He is very fun to go to restaurants with, Ilya teased. Everyone laughed except Shane, who irritably bumped his knee against Ilya's. I'm on a strict performance diet, Ilya explained defensively after Leo left. It's normal for professional athletes and recommended.
I don't think we talk about it enough. Are we sure Shane doesn't have an eating disorder?
From the sounds of it, yes, he does. Because this is what I'm saying. It's like there's a difference between your everyday diet, like you eat, and like actually being on a diet. And it sounds to me like he is on a diet. Like he doesn't need to be eating like this.
No, it's like so heavily harped on in this book. And then people on Twitter are like, well, he's doing that because he's a bottom. he's on the bottom diet. And I was like, no, I think he just has an eating disorder.
Y'all are homophobic
I
as
think he just has I think he legit is just like literally unwell.
Yeah, I think he definitely has an eating disorder. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, y'all are weird for saying that. If you're saying that, really, like, come
Go on Twitter.
That's so stupid. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my fucking entire life.
a lot of people are saying that.
And this, Fabian raised a hand between them, is a secret, right? And this is a secret, right? A big one, Ryan said. That makes it harder. Fabian said sympathetically. He leaned in so he could lower his voice. Why is it a secret? You wouldn't be the only gay hockey players, or queer. Sorry, I shouldn't assume. I'm bisexual, Ilya said, nodding. Shane is super gay. I'm regular gay, Shane argued. It would make things very hard for us, Ilya said. Distracting. It would be a fucking shit show, Shane agreed. I think we'd both rather focus on hockey for now. Fabian hummed, then said, for now, how long have you been together? Shane and Ilya looked at each other, which made Shane blush for some reason. Not an easy question, Ilya asked. Over 10 years, though. Shane clarified, depending on your definition of together. 10 years?
You knew that.
How long was the first book's time span? I thought it was...
Like 8-9 years.
What the fuck?
You knew that.
I mean, I don't think I fully registered the 10-year-ness of it all.
Yeah.
That's insane. 10 years and you're... Oh my God, I couldn't do it.
Because they started when they were still, like, they met each other when they were 17,
Yeah.
18, and now they're 29.
Girl. Would you do that? Oh. Would you date someone for that long without being married? I'm kidding. No, I just mean like hiding and all that stuff. That's really tough. I get that they're trying to like prioritize their careers.
For Ilya Rozanov, yeah.
Long time. Okay. That's a long time to keep a secret, Fabian said thoughtfully. Isn't that a distraction too, having to hide? Fabian really loves him, huh? Shane asked later as Ilya was driving them back home over the Champlain Bridge to Brossard. They were in one of Ilya's summer cars. A bright orange Porsche something or other. Yes, too bad for you. Shane turned in his seat to face him. The hell is that supposed to mean? Ilya's lips quirked up, but he kept his gaze fixed on the road. You were checking him out. I wasn't. Oh no. They're getting all like jealous and like overthinky. It's been 10 years, girl. It's been 10 years. If he wants to leave you, he would have already.
Jealous and overthinky.
Unless this is like playful, because playful's fine.
I don't know. Keep reading.
If I was, it was only because like I'd never seen anyone who was so beautiful. Ilya suggested. No, shut up. He is beautiful, Ilya said plainly, and sexy. You know what I mean? I guess, Shane said, as if he didn't know exactly what Ilya was talking about. But if I was staring at him, it was only because I couldn't figure out how he and Ryan are together. Ryan is not ugly. Oh, okay. Shane still couldn't get over how different Ryan and Fabian were. Ryan was so huge and shy, not managed to make himself appear smaller.
So
Fabian,
socially anxious.
he's just like so fucking like big. And his presence is so like fucking large. Ryan was so huge and shy, often managed to make himself appear smaller. Fabian was a foot shorter than him, but made himself impossible to ignore with his beauty and unapologetic way. He decorated himself with makeup, feminine clothing, and sparkly jewelry. I'll bet their sex life is wild. Ilya grinned. Pervert.
We're now at the camp.
Max put his hands up. All right, I'm just saying, those two kids are ready to choose violence. We'll be fine. It wasn't fine. Less than halfway through the game against Ryan and Wyatt's team, Jordan had been pinned on the ice and was punching his face mask with his gloved hand. Seriously, Ilya said. Max reacted more quickly and usefully by calling out, hey, and hauling Jordan off the other boy. He started it, Jordan protested. You're such a lying little...
Oh, you don't say that word? Oh, that's my word? Mm-hmm. Is it because I am one or because I can say it?
Well, if it shows up in this, I will say it.
Bitch.
Fence that back. Yo, we don't use that language at all. He glanced at Ilya. Want to take them to the locker room maybe? I'll do it. Come on, ding-dongs.
Do you know that one scene from SNL where it's, I forget her name, but they do the bit and it's Bad Bunny and he goes, no, my wife left us. And she goes, bitch. And then Bad Bunny goes, no, she died. And then she goes, then the bitch is I.
Bitch. No, she died. Then the bitch is I.
Ilya somehow managed to keep a straight face when he said, very seriously, both of you balance on one foot. Whoever does it longer is the best hockey player. What? Said Ben. That's stupid, said Jordan. Ilya folded his arms. 3, 2, 1, go. Shane entered the room when everyone was laughing. He looked confused. I saw you guys leave the ice, he said. Is everything okay? Fine, Ilya said. We're heading back now. The boys left first, shoving each other, but in a playful way, not an aggressive way. They were both still laughing. What the hell, Shane asked. When he and Ilya were alone. They are rivals, Ilya said, grinning. Jordan made the A-team, Ben did not. Shane wrinkled his nose. Then Ben needs to be a better loser. Ah, but listen, Jordan's dad is the coach, so maybe skill was not the only thing that helped Jordan. Shane shrugged. Anyway, we need to get back out there. Did everyone see the fight? Probably, but we'll get everyone focused on the right thing. This isn't Camp Ben and Jordan. Not yet, Ilya said, nudging Shane. Maybe they'll be the new us one day. Then I better warn Jordan not to fall for Ben. Oh, are you Jordan? Obviously, I made the A-team. They smiled at each other and Ilya leaned in a bit. He couldn't help it. They hadn't had sex all week because Shane didn't want his mom to hear, and Ilya was crawling out of his skin. Ilya hummed softly, then as soon as they were around the corner, grabbed his wrist and tugged him toward an open door. It was one of the locker rooms, dingy and kind of gross, and a whole lot like the one they had first made eyes at each other in over a decade ago when they filmed a commercial together. Ilya closed and locked the door and pressed Shane against it. "Oh," Shane said, and then Ilya was kissing him hard with purpose, as if this was a form of physical therapy. "Better?" Ilya asked when they finally pulled apart. Both men were breathing unsteadily. Shane's fingers were digging into Ilya's hip and his shoulder, and Ilya had one hand tangled up in Shane's hair. "Yeah," Shane whispered. "I want you so bad. It's been a long week," Ilya agreed. "Mom's going back to Ottawa now. We'll have the house to ourselves." Ilya kissed him again, this time in that filthy way that made Shane's toes curl. "This room reminds you of anything?" Shane asked as he traced a finger along Ilya's forearm. Ilya's lips curled up. "When you were very unprofessional making that commercial with me." "Me? You were the one who propositioned me after you pointed your boner at me." They said boner.
I think yeah.
They never said it in the first
book. Oh my
book.
God, yay!
Shane's mouth fell open, ready to receive. He closed it. then opened it again. "You were showing off." "Showing off?" "Yeah, with your naked muscles and ass flexing." Ilya laughed. "What? You knew what you were doing." Ilya kissed his forehead. Maybe. Shane rested his head on Ilya's shoulder, breathing him in and trying to not to wonder how things would be different if Shane hadn't been unable to control his dick that day in the showers. Would Ilya be holding him now, more than a decade later, with the tattoo of a loon on his arm? "I'm glad you're such a show-off," Shane said. Ilya patted his back. "I'm glad you get hard so easily." "Shut up," Shane said, but smiled into Ilya's neck, relieved that they were both thinking the same thing.
Yeah, maybe if all that didn't happen, then Ilya wouldn't have the ugliest tattoo known to man.
You haven't even seen it.
I know it's gonna be fucking ugly. It's gonna exist. No,
It's not gonna be ugly. They're not gonna do that to him. It's gonna be beautiful.
Okay.
Popcorn Nicole.
Chapter 5. What am I even supposed to wear to this thing? Shane called from his walk-in closet. "Do you have a leather, what is it, like for a horse?"
What?
Sorry, I don't know.
A saddle? A daddy saddle? Miranda sings?
A harness. And shut up. "Just wear a jock," Ilya suggested, and sunglasses. Ilya pulled Shane in for a kiss. "You look hot." He murmured against his lips, "I will be thinking all night of what I want to do to you later." Shit, let's at least get to the club before you start making me want to leave.
They're going clubbing?
They're going to Fabian's show. They're going to
Oh, is that what they're going
to?
Oh, it's not. Oh, they're going to the club after.
No. It's at a club. Like, it's like he's performing.
He's a DJ.
He's No. He has a violin. Hello.
He's performing violin at the club.
It's a Rachel Reed problem. Take it up with her. Not
Rachel
me.
Reed problem. Like Disney Channel.
No, literally, don't talk to me about it. Ilya smiled and kissed him again. "You will love the show. I've heard Fabian is very good." "Oh yeah? Who told you that?" "Harris. You know, the social media guy who I have in mud, but you can't stop talking about, the adorable gay one. You didn't say he was adorable, right?" Ilya laughed softly and dipped his head to kiss the hinge of Shane's jaw. "He invited me to Fabian's show in Ottawa last year, but I had to rest an injury." "So you're being invited on dates with adorable gay guys, are you?" Shane was probably trying to sound
What is
angry,
going on
but his voice
between
was a
them?
bit strained, and he was tilting his head back to give Ilya better access to his neck. "To sexy music shows?" "Yes, all the time." I think they're teasing each other.
Okay, good.
But
I mean, this is like the third time this has happened in 5 chapters, so.
Harris, people really want for Jack Innanen to play Harris.
Oh.
And I think it's going to happen.
Is he gay? Or he's queer?
I don't know, but he's Canadian. Yeah, that's all that matters. I didn't know this was an option.
They're gonna get big people for
I didn't know this could happen.
Not that they weren't
I
big
don't
people.
think so.
You don't think? I think that they will.
They're not getting a bigger budget. They're sticking with a similar budget that they had before. I think
Ooh, I'm just kidding.
I think he wants it.
Same budget, bigger asses.
I don't think you can get bigger. Must feel powerful, Ilya said, knowing everyone in the room wants your boyfriend. The smile that curved Ryan's lips was the most sexually charged expression Ilya had ever seen on the shy man's face. Yeah, Ilya could see how going to these shows would be some heady foreplay for Ryan. He glanced at his own boyfriend, who was watching Fabian intently with his arms folded. He may not be on stage looking like a glittering diamond, but he was achingly beautiful. Sometimes Ilya was so starved for touch he felt like screaming. All I can think of is Connor's story going outside, that clip of him when he was younger. Hello?
Help! Somebody, anybody, help! Hello?
Is anyone there? Hello?
They're just gonna put that into the. They're not even gonna film anything new for this part.
No. He felt it most when Shane was close, like he was now, but off limits. Ilya used to go to clubs like this all the time. In just about every NHL city, he'd find someone he liked, make out with them, then go home with them. Sometimes he would skip the club and just text one of his regulars, depending on where he was. He didn't miss that. Not really. He was devoted to Shane wholeheartedly, and their sex life was beyond anything he had ever experienced with another person. But he missed being touched.
That's the issue.
In public.
Right, because like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Therein lies the rub. rub. I get it.
Therein lies. I've been saying that.
No.
Therein lies the rub. Most of all, though, he missed the comfort he got from human touch. Right now in this club in Montreal, he wanted that comfort from the man he was in love with. He took another step towards Shane, closing the slim gap between them again. This time, he trailed a fingertip down Shane's arm. From his elbow to his wrist, Shane flinched and he stared at him with wide, questioning eyes. Why, he asked. Kiss me, Ilya wanted to say. Kiss me and hold me in front of all these people. Pull me on stage and do it. I don't care anymore. Please, I'm dying. Nothing, Ilya said, and he stepped away. Nothing.
Because he's the one who's really the block in this.
Who?
Ilya.
How?
With that not wanting to be out because Russia.
He has no ties to Russia anymore.
But
Not really. His dad's dead. What you'll discover in this book, the problem is really Shane.
Really?
It's Ilya who keeps being like, come on, let's
Wow.
go. Shane's out to his team. Like, he has told them that he is gay, but Ilya just hasn't told anyone that he's bi because Shane is worried that people will connect the dots that the two of them hanging out a lot together for the charity will make it obvious. And now he's playing for Ottawa. Ilya is, so he doesn't play for Boston anymore. Shane plays for Montreal still. That's why people don't like Shane this book, because
He's the reason that they're not out
that's
together.
Yes. Shane was so turned on, he felt like he would burst into flames. The forbidden aspect of their relationship, the discipline it took to hide how hot they were for each other, still did it for Shane. It was sexy. Here in public, Shane didn't mind pretending that they were two bros, hanging out with their retired NHL player friend. He didn't mind keeping his hands to himself because he knew as soon as they were alone, they would thoroughly take each other apart and it would be perfect. A reward for a job well done. Shane thrived on that sort of thing, but fuck. Ilya looked hot tonight. That tight pink shirt was just barely holding itself together, stretched tight across Ilya's boobs and shoulders.
Boobs!
That fucking loon tattoo staring Shane in the face, practically a brand on Ilya's skin. Mine, Shane thought. The world doesn't need to know because I know. He wondered if Ilya was as horny as he was in that moment. He kept glancing at Shane sideways, so probably. Also, it had been nearly a week since they'd been able to have sex, and if the drought was affecting Shane this much, it must actually be killing Ilya.
Yeah, Ilya's horny as fuck.
Okay, but the thing is, like, I need to see this in the show, like, them actually, like, really make Fabian's scene really good, because to me it just doesn't sound sexy. They're like, he's like playing with like an electrical, like a DJ booth and everything, and playing the violin at the same time, and he's like shirtless and like all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, so this sounds like the most chaotic show that does not sound sexy in the slightest.
I'll tell you exactly what it's gonna sound like.
Like, the way that they're talking about this show, and they're like, we're so fucking turned on. I'm like, unless it's actually Prince himself, then I'm like actually so confused.
That part's the violin.
And he's like,
And Shane and Ilya are like, fuck.
listen to the way that they're talking about this and keep that music in your mind. Is that not non-copyright? Because maybe we can include this while,
it's just some
while
guys,
I'm speaking.
it's just some guys.
Okay, save it. Just some guys. That guy's a legend. Watch your mouth. The song Fabian was performing had sex-drenched, murmured lyrics and sudden, unexpected a cappella breaks where he would sigh out lyrics that sent actual shivers through Shane. I doubt it.
No.
Everything felt and sounded like it smelled like the promise of sex, and Shane was losing his mind a little.
What?
How is Ryan not rushing to the stage right now? Shane almost wanted to, but not as much as he wanted to grab Ilya's sweaty t-shirt and pull him into it. And imagine the bug music behind it. Imagine the fucking bug music. Shane wasn't the kind of guy who would ever fuck someone in a public place, but this was the most he thought about it. Maybe ending a week of celibacy with a concert by Ryan's sex sorcerer boyfriend hadn't been the best idea. Shane hoped no one would notice as he carefully adjusted his erection so it wouldn't be quite so obvious against the tight fabric of his pants.
Wow.
I'm sorry, but no bug music could do that to me. Shane was far too distracted to be driving right now. He was so horny, he felt drunk.
Also, horny driving. Horny and driving. Never be horny and driving.
He's gonna get an HUI.
He gets out of the car. They're like, we're gonna need you to walk. And they're like...
Also, Ilya was massaging Shane's dick through his pants as he drove. Don't. Shane said weakly, it's not safe.
Oh, wow.
You're so hard, Ilya observed. You're so hard. I'm also driving. I'm not. Shane glanced over and saw that Ilya had cupped his own dick through his shorts. Don't do that either, Shane said, forcing himself to look away. Don't do that! Oh my god! It wouldn't be crazy if they had like a big like...
He's like, your balls are so big. We both laughed about my big balls.
I was gonna say, wouldn't it be funny if they had like a big like accident scene in this book, like a car accident or like a plane?
Wouldn't it be
like a plane
if both of them fucking die?
No, what if they had a plane crash in this book? Wouldn't that be fucking crazy?
Crazy, girl.
Manifesting a plane crash for this book.
My friend's so quirky.
A soft moan floated over from the passenger seat. Ilya's eyes were closed, head tipped back, lips parted. Fuck. Shane was ignoring the road again. Stop it, Shane said. Seriously, we'll be home soon. Not the way you drive. Shane's jaw tightened. I'm not turning this into a game, but he did his best to ignore how hot the idea of trying to get home before Ilya came was. I'll get us home safe, and then you can touch all the dicks you want. How many dicks will be there? Did you invite some people? You wish. I think you would like it, having an audience. Shane wriggled against his leather seat. He really wouldn't like to be watched, but as purely imaginary scenario, it fucking did something to him. Would you show me off? Shane asked quietly. Would you show me off? Would you show me off? Hey, I'm just wondering. I don't. I've been broke so many times. I don't know what to believe. Would you show me off? He could feel the heat of Ilya's gaze, even without looking. I would never stop showing you off, Ilya said, if I could. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
That's how hockey players do talk. That is the accent that Canadian hockey players do. Fucking hell. Ilya won that race, getting Shane naked and pressed against a wall with his hands pinned over his head. Ilya kissed him forcefully while Shane arched toward him, aching for more.
Arch?
Want. Shane murmured mindlessly as Ilya kissed his
like
neck.
He's arched and he's pointing behind him. Want.
I think it's so funny that Shane, the way that he speaks like a caveman.
Yeah, what is
in every sex scene? No, he's literally like, want dick now. Give dick now,
daddy.
You will get it. Oh yeah, he doesn't call him daddy at all in any of these books. Good. Let's unpack that. You will get it, Ilya said in a delicious low rumble. He was wearing his shorts, though they were unzipped and barely clinging to his hips. Was dying in that club. So beautiful, Ilya said as he leaned in to suck the tip of Shane's before parting his lips to suck the head in.
What?
Shane, what?
No, it's like I'm feigning surprise now. What? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Nicole.
Oh my god. You complained in the last book.
Yeah, that you went right from the start of the sex to the
So I included as much as possible. And every
slits galore, girl.
Slits galore, balls galore. I included it all because I really want to get demonetized. Shane let out a long, low moan, his head bumping back against the wall behind him. Fuck Ilya. They scrambled up the stairs, naked and laughing and holding hands. That is like, I can imagine, they look like fucking cupies.
That's true.
They probably looked ridiculous, but Shane didn't care. He shoved Ilya against the wall at the top of the stairs and kissed him. Fucking love you. Shane murmured against his lips. Want you in me.
Yeah, what is going on?
Caveman.
No, I think he's doing that thing where you have a very, Eastern European like way of
he has broken
fucking love you.
Want you in me. Ilya growled and slapped Shane's ass hard once the sharp sound reverberating in the empty hallway. Come to bed then.
I feel like it was like and then like they kind of like stood there for a few seconds because it was like so loud that it was like jarring. What was that?
His house is so
scared.
empty.
His house is so empty.
Shane stretched across the bed and opened his nightstand drawer. He felt around for one of the bottles of lube they stored in there amongst their growing collection of sex toys and pulled it out.
Wow.
My beloved, Ilya murmured in Russian. So beautiful. Shane let his eyes close for a minute, letting Ilya know he understood. Ilya couldn't hide behind the native tongue anymore when he wanted to be sweet and soft. It was something Shane had worked for. I imagine the gif of the guy going, while Shane's teammates were playing poker games on their phones on the plane, Shane was studying Russian. Enough, Shane said, also in Russian. I'm ready. Ilya withdrew his fingers. A moment later, Shane felt the head of Ilya tapping against his hole.
I forgot how crazy this was. It's been a month or two since we read the last one.
Well, I was highlighting this in public, so Shane didn't answer. He just shifted his weight and sank down onto Ilya's slick. He went slowly because he didn't do it this way very often and because he wanted to draw out Ilya's delicious moan. Shit, Hollander, Ilya rasped. God, Shane loved it when Ilya used his last name the way he used to before, back when they used to fuck, but before they were this. Love your dick, Shane panted. He had a one-hand play. Love your
I love how you always portray him like not out of breath, like at all. Like he's kind of just like he sat on it and he's just there.
Love your. My neighbor's like, wow. love your.
You're doing like line readings right now.
He had one hand planted on Ilya's chest, the other gripping the back of Ilya's left thigh. Love taking you like this. You just love exercise. I think he said in Russian, you need to be properly.
What?
It didn't take long after that, not with Shane ruthlessly jerking himself while Ilya pounded into him, making the headboard slam against the wall with every thrust. Not now, Clementine. Mommy's
No,
reading
she
smart.
wants to read. She wants the next paragraph.
Want.
Literally, Clementine. Like, that's how cats talk.
Love your Now, Shane
Cats
panted.
don't talk like that. Sorry. This is so Shane Dawson coded right now. No, just the want part.
Now, Shane panted. Fuck, I'm coming. His whole body shuddered as he began to spurt over his hand and onto the sheets. No Clementine.
Onto the sheets?
No
God
Clementine.
damn.
Behind him, Ilya only said Hollander before he stilled and pulsed inside him.
Pulse inside him?
I will be back, Ilya said. He squeezed Shane's hand, then released it and shuffled off the bed. Shane heard footsteps and then to the bathroom door closing. He was dimly aware that he needed to get up himself and get clean. The bed sheets could be changed too, but Shane was so loose and sleepy that he wondered how important any of that was. Ilya seemed to take longer than usual in the bathroom. Eventually, he returned and tapped Shane on the shoulder. Your turn. Oomph. Ilya laughed quietly and rumpled Shane's hair. Come on, you hate to be dirty. When he returned, he noticed that Ilya had already changed the sheets and was sitting on one side of the bed staring at the wall. You okay? Shane asked. Yes, Ilya said. He sounded distracted. He's depressed. He's depressed post-sex. He's post-coitus depression.
That's what post-nut clarity will do to you.
Shane fell asleep in minutes. He woke some time later, blinking at the darkness as he felt Ilya crawl back into bed beside him. He had no idea what time it was or how long Ilya had been gone, but he smelled the sharp aroma of cigarette smoke. You're smoking, he complained sleepily. No, I can smell it. Ilya kissed his shoulder. Maybe your house is on fire. Shane huffed and fell back to sleep. ThatcherJake.
I just want to point out again, no preparation.
Not that we're shown.
Chapter 6, October. How many men have you been with? Ilya glanced up with interest from the coffee mug he'd been spooning sugar into. Shane had blurted the question out and was now staring fixedly at his poached eggs. His ears were bright pink. This week, you mean? Ilya asked calmly. No, asshole, I mean ever. Why? Because you never told me. Maybe I don't keep track. He definitely keeps track. You said there was one guy in Moscow, my coach's son. He was one. The first one? I said he was, yes. You never said that. I mean, it was implied, I guess, but he was the first. Ilya bit the inside of his cheek and then added possibly the best too. You're such a giant. You know who had a giant? Ilya said wistfully. Was I the second? Shane asked after he had finished rinsing his plate. Biggest. Stop it. Maybe. Shane folded his arms. I didn't think this would be such a difficult question for you to answer. Can you remember every goal you have ever scored? Oh, is it a similar number? Shane has scored over 500 goals in the NHL alone, give or take. I told you my number, Shane said, as if Ilya had ever forgotten. Yes, 2 men besides me, both terrible. Not terrible, just not. I'm leaving. Shane put his hand on the doorknob. Ilya put his hand on Shane's shoulder. You were the second. Shane didn't turn around and after me. Is there a wrong answer to this question? Shane exhaled, his shoulder slumping. No, a few, not many. Was dangerous, right? A rare treat. Yuck. None of them matter, not anymore. Shane sighed. I know. Then why ask? I can't believe no one has figured it out yet. Well, Ilya said, brushing a thumb over Shane's cheek, I'm way out of your league. Right. Who would believe you if you told them? You should quit hockey, Ilya murmured. Send them a text. Say you quit. Stay here with me. I'm not ending my career via text. Email them. I have to go. After a long kiss, this one a little less sweet, a little more urgent. By the time they broke apart, Shane was pressed against the wall and Ilya's t-shirt was rucked up to his chest. Both men were breathing heavily with flushed skin and semi-hard. I have to, Shane said again. Go, yes. 3 weeks and you'll be in Montreal, right? 3 weeks. He loved being a Montreal voyageur. He loved what he and his teammates had accomplished here, and he wanted to keep doing it for the rest of his career. He was an unrestricted free agent at the end of the season, but he fully expected to sign with Montreal again. He didn't even want to look at options. This was his team. These were his fans, and those were his 3 Stanley Cup banners. This was one game, Coach. Theory halt. We've got a long season ahead of us, so let's not start jerking each other off just yet. Shane's like, what? Jerking each other off? That's crazy. Who would do that? There were murmurs of solemn agreement from the players in the locker room. Shane nodded along with them, agreeing with his coach, but wishing he could have used less homophobic wording. Is it homophobic to just say jerking each other off?
We'll keep reading.
After nearly 30 years of a life in hockey, though, Shane barely knew what counted as homophobic anymore. Yeah, that's barely homophobic. That specific one.
We've got a long season ahead of us, so let's not start jerking each other off just yet.
That's not homophobic to me.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not woke.
Maybe I'm just not woke.
Maybe I'm just not woke enough. Hayden laughed and threw an arm around Shane's shoulders. Love you, pal. Want to get lunch tomorrow after practice? Shane ducked out from under Hayden's sweaty arm. I have my meals pre-planned for the week. Hayden shot him a withering look. Can I get takeout and eat at your house? I just want to hang out. You doofus. Oh, was Shane a terrible friend? Probably. Sure, of course. Yeah, Hayden asked. You sure you're not busy with, Nope, Shane said quickly. We won't see each other for a while. Do you think Ottawa won tonight? He stood and grabbed his phone off the shelf. Let's see. God, Shane hoped so. Ottawa lost, of course, but Luca Haas scored his first ever goal in his first ever NHL game, so there was a reason to celebrate. Ilya was a shit captain these days. He barely went out with his teammates, and he hadn't got to know any of the younger players. He felt like ripping a C right off of his own jersey and handing it to Bood right now. Is Ilya gonna get fired?
He's just not a good captain because he's not doing any of the things that he used to do. Like, he's not, taking them out. He's not, building a...
camaraderie?
Yeah, but he's still, the best player. So.
Oh, okay. Good. Mostly the reporters wanted to talk to Luca, which was a relief. Once they had left Ilya, he happily pulled his sweat-soaked shirt off and tossed it into one of the laundry hampers. Howdy, said a cheerful voice. Harris, Ilya said, acknowledging the team's social media manager. You need a shirtless picture of me for Instagram? Harris laughed. I mean, it would get a few likes. That Harris is Jack and Innan?
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, it would get a few likes, I'm not gonna lie. Ilya did a couple of silly muscle man flex poses showing off his biceps. Harris jokingly fanned himself. Jesus.
He's doing this.
Oh, Jesus, I need to sit down, Harris said, plunking himself in the stall next to Ilya's. I'm about to swoon. Ilya grinned at him. If anyone could improve his mood in a hurry, it was Harris. Everyone on the team loved Harris, which Ilya appreciated because Harris was openly gay. He wasn't sure Harris would have been as warmly accepted in Boston. He wouldn't have been invited to team outings, that was for sure. Ilya's lips quirked up. Do you even work for this team, or do you just hang out in the locker room? Harris winked at him. Don't tell anyone. Bitter in bed, Ilya couldn't get his brain to shut up. It was unfortunate because his brain had nothing nice to say about him. He was loved, but he wasn't sure if he deserved to be. He couldn't make himself believe that, not right now. He wished Shane was with him. They'd only been apart for 2 days, but Ilya would give anything to have Shane in his arms right now. Weak. His brain said it in his father's voice. Disgusted and cruel. Ilya grabbed his phone off the nightstand. Maybe he was weak, but he needed whatever he could get from Shane right now. A sleepy selfie, a goodnight text, a heart emoji, anything. Early the next morning, Shane woke up to find a missed text on his phone, sent after 1 a.m. Ilya, are you awake? Shane huffed and shook his head. Was Ilya ever not horny?
Meanwhile, Ilya's fighting for his life.
Yeah.
And
and he's like annoyed. He's my biscuits too buttery. My lobster's too buttery. My biscuits too whatever. Like, girl, your boyfriend's horny for you. Some people would dream for Connor's story to be horny for them. And texting them for a booty call at 1 a.m. Chapter 8. Hey, Shane said. How's it going? Good, I'm at your parents' house. Oh yeah? What are you doing there? Destroying them at Yahtzee? Shane laughed. Mom won't like that. Oh, he's hanging out with his parents. That's sweet. I mean, it's been 10 years.
He said he sees his parents more than Shane does because they both live in Ottawa.
Yeah. And he has no family in Ottawa. Yeah.
Ilya doesn't have anyone. Sorry, just a reminder.
You're going to watch, right? Maybe. Ilya traced a finger over the photo of Shane in his junior hockey uniform. He looked about 17, the age he had been when Ilya had first met him. Maybe we will watch a movie instead. Dick. Shane said affectionately, but you like it. I do, but I also like the rest of you. His voice dipped into a more seductive tone. I've been fucking dying to have you inside me, though. Ilya grinned. You're on speakerphone, by the way. What? I'm kidding. Ya lublю тебя. Some people watched this show and they were like, I'm going to learn Russian. Ya da budu тебя любить, Shane replied. Show off. A few minutes later, Ilya was tucked under a blanket on the couch eating ice cream out of a little bowl. He felt like a child, and he kind of loved it. They were showing Shane on the television, a close-up as he got ready for the face-off. His cheeks were flushed, his skin glistening with sweat. His dark hair stuck out from under his helmet the way that it never had for most of his career. His hair is too long, Una complained. No, Ilya said quietly. It is perfect. Shane fired a forehand wrist shot over the who gives a fuck?
I know, I cut out every hockey scene. I'm like, boring.
Oh, a forehand wrist shot over the goalie's shoulder? Sure. Why not? Could be anything. Then Shane winked at the camera. Winked, and Ilya knew it was meant for him. That's my move, Ilya said. The blanket he'd been wrapped in fell to the floor as he stood, one hand waving at the television and another cradling his ice cream bowl protectively to his chest. He did my move. David and Una were laughing. Ilya wasn't. When did he learn that? Ilya demanded. I did not teach him. That move is called the Razana, Ilya exclaimed. He cannot do it. He just did, David pointed out. You little shit. Shane laughed in the face of his boyfriend's fury. Did you like that? Did you like that? How did you learn it? Like it's hard. Oh, like Elle Woods. Oh, what? Like it's hard? Shane said dismissively as if he'd practiced it in a secret for hours, visualizing this moment, hoping for this exact expression on Ilya's face. Were you trying to make me angry? Ilya's voice was low and dangerous. It made Shane shiver. Did it work? Are you alone? Shane moved the phone around to show his empty hotel room. Yes, take that shirt off, get on the bed. Shane took a moment and snapped his phone onto the tripod. I love that is so great. You should have production value to your sex.
That's the third thing. Jacob Cherney's like, no long hair. What's the next thing that he was gonna cut out? Oh, no bug music from Fabian. And third of all, they're not gonna have fucking tripods ready to go. What, they're gonna have a ring light too for phone
You
sex?
underestimate. These two are stocking up on OnlyFans. Like, content so that they can sell it when they're finally out.
They're rich.
True. Well, they like to celebrate.
I think that's the cringiest fucking thing. You have a tripod. If I was doing phone sex and he puts it on a tripod, I'm deleting you.
We're very different. I feel like that's cool. I feel like it's like, oh, he gives a fuck.
No.
He has these lights. and a DSLR ready.
No.
I like that. I think that's like. I think it's like damn effort. You don't like a man putting in effort.
I don't not.
No.
Like I don't think men should own tripods.
Would you say that about Wes Anderson?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think any man should own a tripod. I think it's embarrassing and it's cringy.
I think that's
seems
nice.
So produced.
Yeah, they have a team behind the camera who's like, okay, squirt.
and squirt.
He'd had the foresight to set it up next to his bed. He'd known his little stunt on the ice would make Ilya horny as hell. He'd been counting on it. When he was settled on the bed, shirtless as instructed, Shane said in Russian, "Do you have plans for me?" I think I should get a reward. See, it's funny that sometimes it is Russian, and then sometimes it's just straight up not. Like, Rachel was like, I'm not fucking looking that up in Russian. I'm sorry. You could not make me. I think I should get a reward, Shane said in English, for perfecting that move. Perfecting, Ilya scoffed, was just okay. The puck went in the net. Whatever, hold on 1 minute. Shane waited while Ilya set his phone up on his own tripod. When he was finished, Shane had a good view of Ilya reclining on his bed wearing only boxer briefs. I hope that's not what you wore to my parents' house. I dressed up for your parents. Nice shirt, very respectable boyfriend. Touch yourself. Ilya poked his own nose. Like this? Ilya looked skyward in frustration. Why are you like this? Because it's fun. You know what? F this. Take your dick out and get yourself hard while I watch. Ilya was silent for a moment, blinking at the screen, then quietly said, yes, okay.
It's crazy that Clementine has heard this. Like, it's crazy that she's listening to this right now.
She watched it. She watched it on screen.
And she
was
loves
pawing.
it. And
she was like this on the screen.
She loves Rozanov.
Yeah, she loves him. She's a Connor Story stan. She's like, he shouldn't be dating. He shouldn't be. What's his name?
Francois.
He shouldn't be dating Francois or not. And we're like, Clementine, you can't say that. I want you to be here, Ilya said. Me too. I want to touch you. I want to see you come. Ilya spread his legs wider and leaned back more on the pillows behind him. Put your glasses on then, so I can see better, or because you're hot for my glasses? Both. Ilya huffed, playing your own game over there, yes? Shane shrugged one shoulder. Needed to do something to keep myself awake. It's not like you're doing anything interesting over there. Brat. Ilya let his snap backwards, slapping hard against his firm stomach. Wow, Shane said sarcastically. You've got tricks now. It went like this. like a doorstop. How is this for interesting? Ilya said when he stopped laughing. I have not come for 3 days. Shane's eyebrows shot up. Jesus, are you okay? Shane regularly went at least as long between orgasms without feeling deprived, but he knew Ilya usually needed at least one a day. Needed at least one a day? He needed at least... Oh, that's my boy. he needs it at least once a day.
He needs cummies at least once.
He needs cummies once a day. What are we talking about? That's a 29-year-old man. You need cummies once a day? I think that's really fucking weird.
I think you should get castrated.
No, like, I think being is fine.
He needs to get fixed.
Meeting your boyfriend saying, like, I think I would be so embarrassed if somebody said about me in a book, he needs cummies once a day. Like, that's fucking embarrassing. Whether it's true or not.
Rachel Reed did not say cummies. Needs cummies.
For the next couple of minutes, both men were silent. Besides their quiet moans and heavy breathing, jerking off together like this always felt like a competition, even when it wasn't. Oh, that's kind of nice. You know, because it's like they were rivals and now they're like rivals again. But like this time jerking each other off. Like jerking off like faster than the other one. This time, Ilya had explicitly stated that he wanted them to come together, but even that sounded like a challenge to Shane. Fortunately, challenges were a huge turn on for him. Shane's orgasm hit him so hard that he let out a weird whimpering noise as the first burst of cum landed on his stomach. It was a struggle to keep his eyes open through the intense jolts of pleasure, but it was worth the effort to watch Ilya coming spectacularly all over himself. Ilya had his eyes closed and he was breathing hard through his nose. He was still holding his dick. You okay? Shane asked. I think there is more. Ilya started stroking his stomach again, hard and fast. I think people think that is like true, that if you haven't come for 3 days or whatever and you needed cummies every day or whatever, that you can like go again because you're like, but or that there's like some left in the tank. I think more is made. I think there's always more because more is being made. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh yeah, like I haven't come in so long. It's like building up. I don't think it builds up and like it needs to be released. I think it builds up. It stays there. It's like, oh, it's full. You know, we don't need it anymore. So your vas deferens isn't like pumping it out anymore. Am I wrong?
Don't ask me.
I don't know.
But
I think that There's more? You know, like when you do with the ketchup bottle? Like, takes his dick.
I think that's so crazy to say. I think there is more. I think that's so crazy to say.
I do think that's crazy to say. That's a mess, girl.
I think like if I was Shane, I literally would have went.
I think there is more. Ilya started stroking himself again hard and fast. Shane watched in amazement when a few seconds later, Ilya's whole body tensed and arched as a small spurt of joined the mess on his belly. That's new. Shane said. That's new. No, but like there was more. 10 days, he said. Good God, 10? How was he supposed to endure 10 more days without Ilya? And then only have him for 1, maybe 1.5 before they part again? Popcorn Nicole.
Chapter 9, Ilya woke from another dream about his mother. The same dream. Always the same dream. He reached out for a hand towards Shane's side of the bed, but of course it was empty. He hadn't shared a bed with Shane for 2 weeks. Basically, he keeps having this nightmare where his mom, like, wants to meet Shane and stuff. Or, like, that Ilya really wants Shane to meet his mom and stuff, but his mom is dead and gray.
That is a nightmare.
Had to go to practice. He still felt tired. He always felt tired these days. It could be because he was 29, which was hockey middle age, or because his terrible team had lost 5-1 last night. It could be because of the frequent unsettling dreams he'd been having about his mother. It could be because he missed his boyfriend. It could be because I'm depressed. No, he was fine. Normal. It's not like he ever stayed in bed all day crying.
No.
Neither did mom. No.
No.
Shane, I miss you too. Shane, stop stalling. Where's my pic? Ilya was still shirtless, which was a good start for a selfie. He stretched the arm holding his phone out and raised it a bit, angling down. Then he shimmied the waistband of his sweatpants down until he was nearly exiting the safe for work zone. He tucked a thumb into the waistband, tugging down a bit, and snapped the pic. Wow, Shane wrote back. That was mean. Ilya wished he could watch the shift in Shane's face now. The way his cheeks flushed and his eyes grew brighter when he was aroused. He was probably biting his bottom lip. If you were alone, we could... Shane. Team meeting in 10 minutes. Ilya, is that a challenge? It took Shane forever to reply, and Ilya imagined he deleted several responses before landing on, I can't. Sorry, Ilya, okay. Shane, it's going to be hard to delete that photo. Ilya, I can take more. He knew Shane would delete that photo. They always delete anything in their messages, history that could give away their secret. Shane,
What?
You gonna watch tonight? Ilya, maybe, if I am bored.
Do we not have hidden folders in 2000, whatever the
Who's
fuck this
going
is?
on your phone?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And then with no warning, Shane sent a pic of his crotch, a semi-hard dick visible under the gray fabric of his boxer briefs. Shane, talk to you later. He'd be a good dad, I guess, Hayden said, breaking through Shane's anxiety spiral. Who? Shane asked, in case Hayden meant the drunk gentleman on TV. Rosenoff. He's good with kids. Ruby and Jade love him. He basically is a kid, that's why, Shane said. Though inside his heart was glowing. Do you think I'd be a good dad? Sure. You'd be the responsible one who makes sure they eat vegetables and brush their teeth and stuff. Ilya would be the fun one who buys them jet skis for their 10th birthdays. Oh God, he would do that. And you'd return them and buy the kids sensible shoes or something instead. Eat shit. I'd be a cool dad. Everybody says that Ilya and Shane's daughter is Alyssa Liu, the figure skater that's in the Olympics right now. You know, with the cool hair.
Did you spoil the book that they have a daughter?
No.
Oh.
She's like a real life person.
They're just saying that she in real life is
Yes.
Ilya. Okay, cool.
I think she's half Asian.
Yeah, I've seen her with the hair.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. She seems like a really cool young person right now. You know what I mean?
You sound so fucking old. That's like when Robert Pattinson was like, I am Gen Z. And Jennifer Lawrence goes, No, you're not. and Robert Pattinson goes, yes, I am Gen Z. I am. Ilya drummed his fingers on the steering wheel to the rhythm of Bad Bunny song that he'd recently added to his pre-game playlist.
He didn't watch Kid Rock.
No, he didn't. He didn't. He needed to get his fill of good music now because it was Evan Dijkstra's turn to be in charge of the locker room music, and that meant country. Ilya tried to be open-minded about music, and maybe not all country was bad, but the particular songs Dijkstra was into were definitely bad. He pulled into the Starbucks drive-thru, ordered a coffee with cream and sugar for himself and a black coffee for Luca Haas because he found that he liked the way Luca got flustered when Ilya gave him attention at all. Ilya had always been against hazing or making rookies feel uncomfortable or bullied, but he got a kick out of being nice to the starstruck ones. Basically, Luca's the new one.
That's the one who got his first ever goal in his first ever NHL game. Cool.
And he's all the time, he's like, I have posters of you. Ilya loved how weird North American Halloween was. Then he got an idea. He took a few seconds to weigh the pros and cons and stood up and announced, Halloween party this year at my house, okay? Everyone cheered and clapped, which made Ilya smile. He never hosted parties and rarely went to them because he was a terrible captain and teammate. He would host this party and it would be talked about for years. The best party ever. Epic. In Boston, he'd been the one who organized impromptu outings. He'd been the guy his teammates called when they wanted to go out and get drunk and dance and get laid. He could be that guy again. He could try. Chapter 10. Holy. What's up, sexy? Shane ducked his head so Rose wouldn't see how embarrassed he was. As if. I'm serious, look in the mirror. Rose grabbed his arm and hauled him in front of the full-length mirror. Look, it's Shauna Shipman. Shauna Shipman Isn't that crazy? Shane looked. Rose had convinced him to come shopping with her during his day off in LA, and shopping with one of the biggest movie stars in the world did not mean, as Shane had expected, going to a mall. It meant private shopping sessions at designer-owned boutiques. So now he was wearing an ivory-colored silk t-shirt that was basically transparent and cost more than most people earned in a month. It looked like something Ilya would wear. Your body is ridiculous. That body of yours is ridiculous.
Your body is tea. That body is mother.
I can't explain it, but that body is mother. No, the guy from Maroon 5 said that. Adam Levine. Look at that ass. The dark brown slacks had some stretch in them and were hugging his thighs and ass in a way Shane could admit looked pretty nice. The pants are good, he allowed. An hour later, he and Rose left the boutique with several bags, all containing clothes for Shane. Rose had insisted on paying for everything, which was completely unnecessary, but Shane allowed it because it seemed to make her very happy, so she's sugar mommying him. Shane was vaguely aware that they were people, paparazzi most likely, taking photos of them as they walked the short distance from the store to Rose's chauffeured car, but Rose didn't mention them, so he didn't either. I'm starving, Rose announced when they got into the car. You want to get tacos? Shane did want to get tacos, but I'm on a pretty strict diet, he said, for like performance. Rose laughed, oh geez, I thought I finally had a lunch date I could eat real food with. It would be nice to open about our relationship. Most of the time hiding doesn't bother me, but sometimes the unfairness of it all makes me furious. Other guys on the team get to talk about their wives and girlfriends, and have them come to events and stuff. They have kids and I don't know, lives beyond hockey that they can be proud of. I want that. And what does he want? I don't know, the same I think. Shane nudged some fish around with his chopsticks. The restaurant had allowed for him to substitute the extra rice for kale, which was nice but also sucked. I miss bread. Shane said wistfully. God, I'll bet. Is it worth it though? Does the clean eating make you feel better? Shane frowned at his bowl of kale. I keep saying it does, but it might be the discipline that makes me feel better, not the food. Rose's mouth dropped open in exaggerated shock. Wow, this just turned into therapy.
This is an eating disorder.
Sorry, just ignore me. No way. Tell me all about how much you like discipline. Shut up. It's not a thing. It's not. I like to practice discipline and self-control and be rewarded for it. That's all. That still sounds like it could be a sex thing.
Yes.
Shane rolled his eyes. Eat your pokey. Poke?
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, she didn't put the accent on it, so it just says eat your poke.
Oh, eat your poke. Is that an order, sir? She asked in a husky voice. Guess what? Ilya said as soon as Shane accepted his FaceTime request. It was the next morning, early in LA, almost lunchtime in Ottawa, and Shane was still in bed. What? We're getting a team puppy. Harris told us today at practice.
What? That seems like a terrible idea.
Oh, cute.
A bunch of guys taking care of a dog?
I think, why? They need it. Look.
Oh, because Ilya's depressed.
Yeah.
Oh, this would be perfect for Ilya's depression.
Yes, exactly.
That's great.
Exactly.
Oh.
What?
Ilya's not gonna kill himself, is he? I'm being so serious. He's not, right?
Read the book.
Oh my God.
Chapter 11. Ilya bent over the face-off circle in Montreal and smiled at the man across from him. Hi. Shane's lips quirked up. Hi. Do you have plans?
She's quirked quite
I know. They're fucking...
Everyone's quirked out
up,
here.
cheeked.
Quirked up, cheeked up.
You can still be a baddie even if you're a little quirked up.
Queered up.
Queered up.
Do you have plans after the game? Ilya asked casually. Shane's smile grew. Ilya hoped his own eyes showed the promise he was trying to silently transmit. You will be. Shane, where the are you? Ilya huffed at his phone at the backseat of the taxi. It was taking him slowly to Shane's house. Ilya, in traffic. Shane. Where? Ilya, Montreal. I don't know. Shane, hurry up. Ilya, okay, I will ask the driver to make the car fly. For a full minute, Shane didn't reply. Then he wrote, are you over the bridge yet at least? Ilya chuckled and wrote, you seem a little bit horny. Shane, I'm f***ing dying. The blunt admission made Ilya's cock twitch. He wrote, get yourself ready for me then. Shane, what do you think I've been doing for the past 20 minutes? Oh, Ilya, you better not come without me. Shane, then you better hurry up. Popcorn Jake.
Where are you? Bed? Yourself? Yes. How many? 3 fingers? Nicole.
3 apples.
3 apples. He has a Hello Kitty up there. Ilya sucked in a breath, then wrote, you need something bigger. I know. That's why you need turmeric. What does turmeric do? Need to hurry. I mean, voice to text. What?
He meant to say, you need to hurry, but he wrote...
Oh, you need turmeric. Okay, need to hurry. I mean, voice to text. Ilya? Ilya? Shane called out from upstairs as soon as Ilya opened the door. Yes. The last one was a close call, Ilya said. I haven't touched myself since he was on his back, legs akimbo.
He basically just made, like, Ilya was just like, edge yourself, like, and they were just texting about it, which was fine, but like, it's just so prolonged. I can only talk about edging for so many pages. I need to choose what is the most interesting.
The last one was a close call. I haven't touched myself since he was on his back, legs akimbo, one hand resting on the pillow above his head and the other gently stroking his stomach. How do you want it? Now.
No. Want.
No. Ilya grunted, condom? They rarely use them anymore, but sometimes Shane preferred them for an easy cleanup. No, come on. My impatient slut. Ilya growled as he him. I'm sorry. I feel like I do this really aggressively. It could be cute. Ilya growled as he
My impatient slut.
my impatient slut could not even wait for me. Just Shane gasped, being efficient. So good, Ilya said, punctuating his words with his thrust. At time management. Shane probably realized the same moment that Ilya did that his face was directly in the line of fire. It was a moment too late. If he wanted to do anything about it, his spurted ribbon after ribbon of cum over his cheeks, chin, and lips. One stripe landed across his eyebrow. Who said that a girl with a cum slit through her eyebrow can't have an ube cupcake from... Where is it from?
I don't remember, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Chapter 12. We have the whole day together. Ilya smiled. At night. What do you want to do? I want you to brush your teeth because you won't let me kiss you until you do. You have to brush yours too, Shane was quick to add. Yes. Ilya lifted Shane's hand to his mouth and kissed his knuckles. That ESPN doc about us airs next week. Shane said, yes. You think it'll be weird watching that? Ilya shrugged. Maybe. Then, as casually as possible, Shane asked, what did you say about me? Shane let out a long, exasperated breath. Just tell me one thing. No. Shane glared at him, then stomped angrily over to the kitchen table. Fine. Sorry, I think this is important. Watch the documentary and find out. Shane let out a long, exasperated breath.
Whatever.
Just tell me one thing. No. Shane glared at him, then stomped angrily over to the kitchen table. Fine. Ilya put the ice cream away and headed for the sugar bowl. I said, you come really fast when I suck your balls. Shane threw a strawberry at him. You're an idiot. It's not even that fast. Ilya licked Shane's Adam's apple. Adam's letting Ilya do that?
Adam's in this book?
I am thinking about it too. Shane's phone rang on the coffee table behind them. Don't answer it. Shane turned and grabbed the phone. It's Hayden.
Oh no, I know how you feel about this.
No, are they doing this shit again? Are they? I just talked with people about this like the other night. Like that, I just was so uncomfortable by that scene. Nobody seemed to have any fucking issue with it. Yeah, I really want to wake that up. Maybe, yeah. Actually, fuck you guys. I'm woker than you. I'm so fucking woke because I don't like the scene that's creepy as fuck and weird and actually harassing you. You would be so angry if I did that to you.
Yeah, but I would never know, which would make me happy.
You never know, Nicole. You could find out.
It could happen at any time.
That you are putting your friendship on the brink of disaster.
I wouldn't do that.
I would never do that. What's up, Hayden? Thank Christ, Hayden said. Listen, Jackie broke her ankle. No, I didn't. She heard Jackie yell in the background. Well, it sprained or something. She tripped on a toy and I have to take her to the hospital. Shit. Sorry to hear that. I hope she's okay. Me too. But like, can you babysit the kids until we're back? Sure, no problem. But Ilya's here. They're gonna put the kids to bed and then in Hayden's bed.
Oh my god.
That's what's gonna happen.
Oh my god. How'd you know that?
I knew it. He loved actually harassing and doing weird things about his friend. Sure, no problem, but Ilya's here. Oh, sorry, you're probably like making up for lost time, right? Gross. No, it's fine. We can do it. I'm just saying Ilya's coming too. Sparkles on all of them, Ilya asked. Ruby nodded without hesitation. Ilya got to work. He'd already painted her nails a bold combination of dark purple, neon pink, and light blue, but obviously the sparkles were necessary. Sorry, he sat at the table between Jade and the middle child, Arthur. The Pike's only son was a remarkably quiet kid, seemingly content to watch whatever was happening around him. He seemed to be fascinated by his sister's nails. They're literally clocking his tea right now. Do you want nail polish, Arthur? Ilya asked. The 5-year-old blinked at him and then nodded. He can't, Ruby insisted. He's a boy. Boys can wear nail polish, Ilya said. Watch. He carefully brushed a coat of pale blue color on his thumbnail. See? Dad said it's just for girls. Well, your dad doesn't know a lot of boys who wear nail polish, Shane cut just in time. But plenty do. Here, Shane said. He took Ilya's hands.
They're wokeifying the children.
No, they're literally gay agendaing the children
living
right
out
now.
with the kids.
They're living out with the kids. Here, Shane said. He took Ilya's hand in his and then he grabbed a bottle of glitter polish. It's easier if someone else does it, probably. Everyone watched as Shane bent over Ilya's hand, concentrating intensely as he brushed polish on. Is he your husband? Ruby asked. Ilya flinched, nearly making Shane's brush slip. No. Are you his husband? That's not how. We're not married. Are you going to get married? Shane locked eyes with Ilya and Ilya saw a silent plea for help in them. Do you think we should? Ilya asked. Do you love each other? We're friends, Shane said stiffly at the same time. Ilya said yes. Jade grabbed her sister's arms. We could have a wedding today. 20 minutes later, Shane was standing in the Pike's living room wearing a magician's cape and a top hat and holding a pink plastic heart-shaped ring. Pink plastic heart-shaped ring. Ilya was standing next to him wearing a red sequin bow tie and a headband covered in flowers. He was holding an identical purple ring. Across from them stood 2 7-year-olds wearing princess dresses, and behind them was a large assembled audience of stuffed toys and Arthur wearing a fighter costume and freshly painted blue manicure. This is the wedding of Shane Hollander and Ilya. Jade narrowed her eyes at Ilya. Rozanoff, he supplied. She nodded. Rosnoff. Shane laughed and Ilya nudged him. Shane kept it together. It's our wedding day. Shane, do you promise to love Ilya and be his husband forever? Ruby asked. Shane gazed at his ridiculous looking boyfriend who smiled back at him. One of the flowers on his headband was holding on by a thread, dangling in front of Ilya's left eyebrow. Suddenly, absurdly, Shane's throat felt tight. I do, he said quietly with an embarrassing amount of feeling. Ilya, said Jade, do you promise to love Shane and be his husband forever? I do, Ilya said, forever. There was a slight tremor in Ilya's voice, which surprised and relieved Shane. At least Shane wasn't the only one getting inappropriately emotional. Okay, Jade said, do the rings now.
Oh, I can't wait for this scene.
I think this is going to be really, really adorable.
In the show, like, this is going to be so fucking cute. And they're actually going to have to hire kids for this because they didn't hire the kids. They, like, showed them off screen the entire time.
Oh.
Like, they only use their voices.
Yeah, they will have to hire kids. I think this in season 3 of Heated Rivalry will be for their actual wedding, because I don't think that it's going to happen in season 2 because like there's so much to cover already in season 2. This will be in season 2, this part, but it's season 3
Do
for
you
like
think they're gonna get married?
Series finale. Yeah, they're going to get married and they're going to have the kids be a lot of part of the wedding because of this scene. Okay, do the rings now. Ilya took Shane's hand and slipped the child-sized purple heart ring onto his pinky down to his second knuckle. Shane huffed out a shaky laugh. He took Ilya's hand and smiled at his painted nails. He wiggled the ring onto the end of Ilya's pinky, barely able to get it past the tip. He glanced up and caught Ilya blinking rapidly. I now pronounce you husband and husband, Ruby said. Jade elbowed her. I was supposed to say that. No, you weren't. You say the kissing thing. Oh yeah, you may now kiss. Shane raised his eyebrows at Ilya, silently asking, you wanna? Ilya leaned in and kissed him quickly on the mouth while the kids whooped.
They're living out in front of the kids.
They're living out in front of the kids.
Fuck.
And threw handfuls. This is scaring people over the age of 40.
This is going to be really, really scary, though, at the same time on the show, when it happens. They're going to be like, look how they lived out in front of these kids.
While the kids whooped and threw handfuls of paper they'd ripped up into the air, Arthur hit play on a Moana song again. What song was it?
What can I say except you're welcome?
That's such a fucking terrible song for a wedding. After the kiss, Ilya pressed his forehead against Shane's, and they just stood there like that, frozen in the moment. Does this mean tonight is our honeymoon? Shane asked quietly. Let's pretend it is. I just want to say that I really love this scene because it just shows how easy it is for kids to just be accepting
and to live out.
But like truly,
when it comes to gay marriage,
when it comes to like gay people and like if you aren't,
kids are born lived out. Like
kids are born lived out and then they're Republicaned.
Yeah.
By everyone, you know?
Lived out is like the natural state that you are born into.
Ilya scooped Shane into his arms bridal style. What the hell, Shane said, though he knew he sounded more delighted than outraged. Put me down. Ilya grinned at him and nudged the door open with his foot. It's our wedding night. This can't be good for your knee. My knee is fine, and you're very light.
He got hit like really hard with a puck in the side of his knee.
It happens.
Whatever.
Been there, girl. When they broke the kiss, Ilya said, you'll be a good dad. Shane rested his forehead on Ilya's shoulder and smiled. Not as good as you. Oh, season 4 is gonna have them with kids.
We're like season 5.
Season 5. I'm like, we are storyboarding this for like 9 seasons right now. Shane, feeling brave, admitted, there were moments today where I felt like I was looking into our future. Ilya pulled back to meet Shane's gaze. And it was okay. It was amazing. Shane left and returned with an ice pack, some ibuprofen, and a glass of water. He carefully placed the ice on Ilya's knee while Ilya took the pills. Thank you, Moya Gazonoko Silka. Moya Gazonoko Silka.
You're so.
Do you want to try?
Such a way with words. No.
Okay. Oh, no. Just leave it at that.
No.
I'm sorry. I don't speak Russian. Everybody. I'm sorry. And this is not even in Russian. It's just like a transliterated version. So I'm just trying my best. This was a game Ilya liked to play, where he used random Russian words as pet names to test Shane. Shane thought hard for a moment, trying to guess what the words meaning, but ultimately surrendered. No idea what that one means. It's for cutting the grass. Lawnmower? Yes. Weird. Love that. Shane felt something digging into his hip when he bent to kiss Ilya quickly, then remembered the plastic heart rings that the kids had insisted he and Ilya keep. He took them out of his pocket and placed them on the coffee table. He was about to return to the kitchen when Ilya said quietly, the kids didn't care. About what? About us. They knew and they did not care. Ilya must have heard the caution in Shane's voice because his body tensed. Yes? Are you okay? Fine, it's just a bruise. No, I mean, Shane gnawed on his bottom lip, unsure of how to proceed. Shane, he decided to just go for it. I feel like maybe you're not okay sometimes. Ilya removed his arm and turned toward him. Not okay? How? Shane sat up and faced him. You've been through a lot, and I know our thing isn't easy, and I'm just wondering if you need to deal with some of that. He steeled himself. Professionally, I mean. Ilya narrowed his eyes. Why are you saying this? Sometimes you seem sad, or I don't know. Withdrawn? With what? Withdrawn, like quiet. Everyone's quiet sometimes. Ilya turned back to the TV. You should try it.
See, look, they're showing all sides of like mental illness here, you know. Autism, social anxiety,
gay,
Russian,
depressed,
I guess.
Yeah. But like that basically goes hand in hand
being
with
lived
gay.
out.
Popcorn Nicole.
Chapter 13. JJ frowned at him and said, come out tonight. Why? Because, oh god, because why? There's someone I want you to meet. Shane bent and yanked his skate off. Nope, no way. He's super nice and, you know, handsome. He's a personal trainer. I figured you'd probably be into that. And let me guess, he's gay and single. Well, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Shane wanted to snap at him just because a man was gay and single and handsome and a personal trainer didn't mean that Shane would, okay, well, under different circumstances, Shane probably would be into all of that, but that wasn't the point. The point was that Shane had a perfectly good secret boyfriend, so obviously it was rude of JJ to try and set Shane up with another man. Even if JJ didn't know Shane was with anyone and probably assumed Shane hadn't had sex in years. Or ever.
Damn.
Why don't you want to date anyone? It doesn't have to be serious. You could just get laid, you know? Shane glanced around the room nervously, but no one seemed to be paying attention. I'm fine, he said tersely. JJ laughed. If being wound so tight you seem like you're gonna fly apart at any second is fine, then sure. Right. Hayden held out his fist and Shane bumped it. I gotta go film a fan mail. What the hell are you talking about? Fan mail. It's a website where fans pay money to have their favorite celebrities send them little video greetings or to send videos to other people like their dads or whatever. Seriously? You do this? Yeah. I get $100 a pop for wishing randos happy birthday. Of course I do it. Does it cost extra if you're only wearing a towel? Hayden grinned. I was gonna get dressed first. Jesus, dude. Maybe you should be on that other site, the one, the site, like the one and only site. Is that the one I should be on? Shut up. You know the one I mean. Sure. Is it a site.com? OnlyFans, that's the one I mean. Isn't that where people do sex stuff for money? Hayden laughed so hard Shane worried he would lose his towel. You're so innocent. I love it. I'm not. Why did everyone act like he was a total prude? Even Ilya, the man he had actual sex with on the regular, teased him about it. Sorry, Hayden said, still laughing. I'm sure you're wild in bed. You think I'm not? Hayden held up his hands. Please, don't tell me. Hayden. Shane could be wild in bed. He was gonna show him. He wasn't always uptight. You sure? Because the other night, nope. Hayden backed away. Hard no, super no. Ilya was surrounded by beautiful women. They were all married to his teammates, but still beautiful. His teammates were beautiful too. Everyone and everything was beautiful. Ilya was surrounded by beautiful women. They were all married to his teammates, but still beautiful. His teammates were beautiful too. He's just the bisexual experience. He's like, everyone is so beautiful. He caught a glimpse of himself in the giant mirror that hung on one wall of the spacious living room. Swirling, colorful disco lights glinted off his breastplate and wrist cuffs as he danced, stunning. He was maybe a little drunk and a little bit high. A distant, annoying voice in the back of his brain, a voice that sounded a lot like Shane Hollander's, suggesting that he might not be setting the best example for the younger players at the moment. But a louder voice said that this was a party in Ilya's own home and he was having fun. So was everyone else because Ilya knew how to throw a party. I can't wait for this scene, honestly, on the show. I can't
He's in a good outfit.
Yeah, he is. He
hasn't been filmed yet, but he is.
He's a gladiator in it.
Oh, I love
and
that.
Connor's story's gonna look perfect. He's gonna look amazing.
He looks like gladiator vibe.
He already met the love of his life and he was head over heels and he couldn't tell anyone and sucked. He let himself sulk for 20 minutes, then forced himself to stand up, adjusted his expression so he looked less miserable and headed back downstairs. He left the cape and sword behind. The costume looked sexier this way anyway, with only the straps from the breastplate crisscrossing across his bare back.
Who's he trying to look sexy for?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Cheater mentality.
Right.
Yeah, it's
why?
sexier
Because he's bisexual.
this way.
Oh.
Right. Well, you said that. I didn't say that.
At 12:30, Ilya received a text from Shane. Party still going? Ilya, no, everyone is gone. 10 minutes later, his doorbell rang. Shane was standing on the doorstep in a puffy jacket, looking a little embarrassed. I didn't want to use my key and scare the shit out of you, he said. Oh wow, that costume is even better in person. Ilya blinked. Oh, I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this scene. I can't wait for the scene. I can't wait for the scene. Ilya blinked, unable to find words.
You'll
Shane,
never get away from the sound.
That's the song that should be playing.
Yeah, like Belly and
Conrad,
yeah.
Shane let out a shaky breath. This is probably so stupid. I have to be back in Montreal for a practice tomorrow morning, and he didn't get to finish that sentence because Ilya was hauling into the house and kissing him at the same time. He pressed Shane against a wall inside the door and devoured him while Shane ran his hands over Ilya's mostly bare back. He couldn't believe he was there. All night he'd been dying inside, wishing he could
have the man.
Man, he loved at his side, wishing Shane was in his arms, in his lap, in a ridiculous costume in front of everyone. You smell like weed, Shane said when Ilya finally let him breathe. Ilya grinned at him. You're here. Yeah, Shane said shyly. Is that okay? You sent that photo. I've just been... I miss you so much. I miss you so much. I'm in heaven now. Do you know that?
Yeah. The dog.
Oh, it's me, Maddie. I'm in heaven now.
So sorry I died. I miss you so much.
I miss you so much. I'm in heaven now.
I'm in heaven now.
Ilya kissed him again and then said, you want to get by a gladiator, Hollander? Shane gazed up at him through his dark lashes. I put a plug in I can't wait!
Stop! This is the scene that you were like, that happened.
No.
Because there's a video, Nicole is like, that happened in the
Jake
long game.
Sent me this funny ass TikTok of a girl and she's walking and her butt plug falls out on like this hardwood floor and her friend goes, girl, we're going out to dinner.
Girl, we're just going to dinner. I'm so sorry. Thank you.
And Jake said that to me. I was like, that's so fucking funny. This is before I read the long game. So when I got to this scene, I was hollering. Like, it was probably like 1 a.m. I'm in bed reading and I'm screaming because I'm like, oh my God, it's happening. Oh my God, this scene is actually happening. And I was so excited.
This is horrifying.
I can't
He drove there.
wait. He drove
there with the plug in there.
I can't wait.
Whatever. I'm not
well,
gonna
hold
ask
on.
questions.
Holy shit. With a growl, Ilya began stripping Shane of his puffy jacket and then all the rest of his clothes. Help me. Ilya snarled as he tugged at
Help! There's a plug in my asshole! Help me! No, it's Ilya saying that. I'm sorry.
I can't.
Hudson Williams. He's gonna be saying this with the most puppy dog, like glazed over expression, like no thoughts behind those eyes. I have a plug-in. I put a plug in before I left. I have a plug in. Yeah,
I can picture his face.
It's gonna kind of be adorable.
Yeah. He slid a hand down to Shane's ass, found the base of the plug, and pressed on it. Oh fuck. Shane gasped. You drove the whole way here with this in? That is very slutty, as he carefully tugged at the toy. Not as slutty as that costume. No, I would argue wearing a butt plug for an entire drive is pretty
Sluttier than taking the cape off of your gladiator
What
costume.
if you have to fart? Genuinely, what if you have to fart?
I don't know.
I don't know.
How that works. There might be like a hole in the center.
There's no hole.
What if he had to shit?
Ilya smiled. Maybe the costume wasn't so ridiculous after all. Worth the drive. Yeah. Ilya played with the toy some more, tapping the base. He's like, hello? Is anybody there? Hello? Then pulling it nearly out before slowly pushing it back in. Shane shuddered, then whimpered.
I don't like listening to this.
Then bit Ilya's shoulder. Is it safe even to wear a plug for so long?
He's like actually asking real questions. It's so funny.
Yeah, Shane said breathlessly, I googled it. Ilya grinned, imagining it. He was going to tease him some more about it, but Shane cut him off by dropping to his knees. Been thinking about this all night, Shane said, glazing up at him with his dark, lust-drunk eyes. Then he flipped, they better not cut this out. Like, they better not cut out the whole entire butt plug scene. Like, they cannot. Then he flipped the front of Ilya's skirt up and hauled Ilya's underwear down. Ilya hadn't even finished stepping out of them before Shane wrapped his lips around his hard Ilya's eyes prickled with tears as he watched him, which was weird and alarming. He closed his eyes, hoping Shane hadn't noticed. Ilya had felt oddly fragile all night, and the wonderful surprise of having Shane here, combined with the fervent way his was being worshipped and tapping his butt plug, was too much. Ilya smiled. Stand up, turn around. Shane obediently got himself in position, gripping the arm of the sofa, and Ilya grabbed the packet of lube from a discreet little box on the mantle behind him. He learned to keep lube in most rooms of the house. No one's doing this. No!
If you had enough, why not?
Little packets of lube around the house.
I don't know about
little
that.
packets of lube around the house in a little box on the mantle. You're gonna have a little box on the mantle. Your mom, his mom isn't coming over, but someone's mom would. Shane's mom.
Shane says your mom could find.
Shane's mom comes over and she's like, "Oh, what's in this box? Candy?" No, it's little packets of lube. You wouldn't do that. You don't keep little packets of lube or around your. No. How did you drive all this way? Ilya asked without coming. It was close. Shane gritted out. I had to pull over once and readjust. Ilya chuckled and twisted the toy again. So dangerous, driving that condition. Irresponsible. The next morning, when the sun had just begun to rise, Ilya watched Shane drive away. He stood on his front doorstep for several minutes after, staring in the direction the car had gone and shivering in his gym shorts and t-shirt. Then he went inside, closed the door, and burst into tears. When he finished crying some uncertain amount of time later, he felt more exhausted than he had after any hockey game. He was crumpled on the floor, slumped against his front door, and standing up seemed like an insurmountable feat. He decided that yes, he should probably get some professional help. Popcorn Jake.
Chapter 14, November. Ilya paced the waiting room outside Dr. Galina Mochalina's office. He was alone, but he still had his plain black ball cap pulled low over his eyes and kept his head down. He wasn't sure if Dr. Mochalina was even a good therapist. She just happened to be the only one in Ottawa who spoke Russian, and during their brief phone conversation, she'd acknowledged that she knew who Ilya was without making a big deal about it. That had been a plus. Has it been a while? Ilya considered it. He couldn't remember the last time he had a full conversation with his native tongue. He hadn't been in Russia since his father died years ago, and he never talked to his brother anymore. Ottawa didn't have any other Russian players, and he didn't have any Russian friends. Only person he ever spoke Russian to was his friend with former benefits, Svetlana. But she lived in Boston, and they hadn't spoke much since Ilya had moved to Ottawa. He felt bad about that almost every day. He missed her. Your mother suffered from depression, she said. Ilya nodded. It wasn't a secret anymore, not since Ilya had spoken about her illness during the press conference where he and Shane had launched the charity they'd started in her name. He talked about his father sternly, telling Ilya that his mother's death had been an accident. She had taken too many pills for her headache, that was all. Did you believe him? Galina asked. No, not at all, but I didn't say anything. He took a slow, shaky breath. He moved on so quickly. He wanted to forget about her, wanted me and Andre to forget her too. It was like he was disgusted by her. Do you think there's something wrong with me? Wrong. Am I depressed? Mentally ill? Am I going to get worse? He closed his eyes, embarrassed that he'd said all of that, but needing to know. You're here, she said kindly. I'm afraid I can't give you any answers this early on, but being here is an important step in the right direction. Chapter 15. Have you ever heard of this fan mail website, Shane asked, as they were getting settled on the couch later. Yes. Is like people paid to have famous people pretend to care about them. That's a bleak way of putting it, but sort of. I'd never heard of it until Hayden told me he'd been doing them, and Ilya slammed the remote onto the sofa cushion beside him. Hayden is on fan mail? Yeah. Ilya launched off the sofa and darted away. Or what the hell are you doing? Getting my phone. He returned a moment later with his phone in hand, grinning at the screen. $100, Ilya said. Who would pay this for a video from Hayden? Lots of people. He films them all the time. I'm going to buy one. Ilya, no, don't be a dick. There, Hayden. My boyfriend is sad because he has a very annoying coworker and needs to be cheered up. Could you send him a video and sing him his favorite song, Oh Canada? Shane woke up from a dream where he and Ilya were f***ing at center ice. It had been ridiculous, and obviously on ice would be difficult and uncomfortable, but it had also been hot as hell, and now Shane was rock hard and he felt about 3 strokes away from Jesus. What if he accidentally shot his load in his sleep? Ilya would never let him live it down. Shane was determined not to say anything as he watched Ilya slather a pound of cream cheese on a sesame seed bagel. If Ilya wanted to eat nothing but empty carbs and saturated fats, that wasn't any of Shane's business. Instead, Shane bit the inside of his cheek and continued to measure out protein powder for his breakfast smoothie. Oh, he's like craving. He's like... Oh, come on, he cried about 30 seconds later when Ilya started adding a layer of Nutella to the mountain of cream cheese. On a sesame seed bagel?
That's what I'm saying. That's
a weird taste.
And let him. He's been through enough. Okay. He's been through enough and is like, when you have trauma like that, you can eat whatever the hell you want.
I would do that on a plain bagel, maybe. You know what I love? Cream cheese and jam on a bagel. Oh, it's so good. You have to do that. Have you ever done?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever had?
I don't think I've had.
Have you had?
I've not had.
One time somebody DM'd me that because I was at the Haim concert and they were like, "Oh my god, I was there too," and I didn't finish the message. I just go, "Did you have?"
I think that's a nice way to like.
Did you have?
I'm gonna start saying that. Yeah. Oh my god, did you have? Did you have?
It's so like Real Housewives.
Yeah,
like that's how they would.
Did you have?
Did you have? Oh, I had. Oh, come on. Cried out. What? Ilya asked. Shane waved his hand at Ilya's breakfast. That's how you're gonna start your day? Oh. Now he's counting calories.
Keep your eating disorder to yourself.
To yourself.
Shane Hollander.
To yourself, Shane Hollander. No, Ilya said, dipping his knife back into the Nutella jar. I started my day by blowing you, remember? While they were eating at Ilya's breakfast bar, Shane checked his email and was shocked to find one from the NHL's league commissioner, Roger Crowell. He was even more surprised when he read that Crowell wanted to meet him when Shane traveled to New York later that week. What if he knows about us, Shane asked, jumping to the worst case scenario. Why would he? Why would that be what the email's about?
Right.
What, like, you think he's sending an email being like, I know what you did.
It's like Dumois.
Yeah. Yeah, word on the street.
Where it's like A.
Chapter 16. Popcorn Nicole.
How's that charity doing? The one you started with Rosenoff? Good. We've been able to fund some very worthwhile organizations and initiatives. Shane knew he sounded like he was reading directly from the Arena Foundation's website, but he was too nervous to care. Where the hell was this conversation going? Glad to hear it. Your camps are doing very good too. Very inclusive. Yes, we try to make sure of that. It's important to both of us. That's good. That's good. We like to see that. Diversity is important. It can be hard sometimes to find a balance, Crowell continued, if you know what I mean. Crowell held out a hand. Now, I've heard, and you don't have to confirm this, but I've heard that you are homosexual. Stomach clenched. He was a homosexual. But the way Crowell said it made it sound achy. Like I said, you don't have to tell me, but let's say the rumor is true. So maybe you've told your teammates, your friends, your family. Maybe you have a partner. I don't know. The point is, I don't need to know. Neither does anyone else. Nothing against Scott Hunter, of course. He's a great player and a great ambassador for the game. But that approach could be a lot, you know? Approach, you mean his activism? Activism, sure. Or just being loud about your personal business. What I'm saying is, I appreciate the way you handle yourself, Shane. I know you put hockey first and keep your private life private. That keeps everyone comfortable and keeps the focus on hockey. Of course, like I said, the NHL absolutely supports Scott Hunter and the LGBTQ community 100%. Crowell said LGBTQ slowly and carefully, as if he were repeating a phone number he needed to memorize. Did you know we sell Pride merchandise year-round on our website now? Does the money go to LGBTQ charities? And we're expanding our Pride nights, Crowell said, ignoring Shane's question. This is basically what's happening now in like the NHL. Every team has them now, and we're planning the first joint Pride night game. Like, they're not allowed to wear certain things, but they've been having Pride nights recently and like supporting it. But like, I don't know if they're even donating. That's a good first step, but I know that historically hockey hasn't been the most inclusive sport, but obviously anyone can make it to the very top if they work hard enough. I mean, you're proof of that. Shane wasn't sure if Crowell was referring to his rumored homosexuality, his Japanese heritage, or both. He really wanted to get the out of this office. Last time we met, Dr. Galina Molchalina said in Russian, "You told me quite a bit about your mother. Would you like to talk about your father today?" "No," Ilya said without hesitation. "Then I'm glad he's dead." If Galina was shocked by this statement, her face didn't show it. "My mother loved watching me play when I was little. I liked playing for her. After she died, hockey became an escape for me. Got me away from home, and it was a way to get out of some of my anger, I guess. And I was very good at it." Galina smiled back. "It's good that you had that. Were there any other things you did to escape at that time?" "Well, yes." "Well, yes."
Well, yes.
"Well, yes."
I had sex with men.
And Ilya supposed there was no reason to be shy about it. "Not here. Sex," he said bluntly. "When I was old enough, sex was the other thing I did to keep my mind and body busy. Sex and hockey could be the title of my autobiography. I'm not complicated." He stretched his arm along the back of the couch, trying to show how relaxed and uncomplicated it was. Probably wasn't convincing. I asked when old enough was 14, I think. He hesitated a moment, wondering if he was ready to reveal this, then decided to just go for it. It was girls only at first, then boys too. Not as many, but some. "That would have been risky, especially in Russia," she said. "I think that was part of what I liked about it." "Those desires didn't scare you?" Ilya considered the question before answering. "No, they never did. Just seemed like an opportunity for more sex." It was the truth. Maybe if he hadn't been attracted to girls at first, he would have been scared, but being attracted to men as well had made him feel evolved. She scribbled more notes while Ilya watched. "I'm bisexual, just to be clear." He said it casually, as if he said those words all the time. He barely said them, ever. "I'm seeing someone in secret." "A man," she guessed. "Yes." "For how long?" Ilya almost laughed. 10 years, give or take. The first time during their session, Galina looked surprised. "Off and on," Ilya explained. "It was casual for years, secret hookups, that sort of thing, but then I fell in love with the guy." "Did he feel the same?" Ilya couldn't stop the giddy smile that spread across his face. "He did. He does. Why do I hear Drew Phillips like laughing when he goes, yee?" She acknowledged his smile with one of her own. "How does your relationship work now?" "We see each other when we can. He lives in a place not too far away from here. We're both busy. We spend as much time together as we can, especially in the..." Ilya cut himself off. He was revealing too much. "In the summers," Galina guessed. "When you aren't playing hockey." "Right, yes." A silence hung in the room, heavy and full of mutual understanding. She knew who his boyfriend was, and she knew he knew, and no one had to ever say his name out loud. "So," Ilya said, "that's another thing in my life. Does anyone know?" "A few people. His parents know, maybe 5 people besides. Mostly she presses his lips together in time. Mostly his friends." "None of your friends?" "Not yet, no." "That doesn't sound even. He has more support than you do." Ilya knew that. Of course that had occurred to him. Sometimes he was even angry about it. "I know." "Who would you tell if you could?" "Everyone." Ilya would tell the whole world if he could. "I don't know. My teammates might not understand. I don't have many friends who aren't teammates." Chapter 17. In the middle of November, without warning, Ilya got a new unwanted teammate. Troy Barrett was definitely a talented forward and a potential upgrade to Ilya's current line mate, Tanner Dillon, but he also seemed like a total prick to Ilya. "I hate this," Ilya complained on the phone to Shane. "My team was perfect. Now we have this asshole." "Your team is terrible," Shane reminded him. "Yes, but you know, the vibes are good."
Hell yeah.
"There has bad vibes." "I know. Sorry." "Ilya, you are bringing the puppy today, yes?" Harris, "Yup." Ilya exhaled slowly. At least this day wouldn't be total garbage.
Aw, he loves dogs.
I know.
That's so sweet.
"So how was he?" Shane asked. He was sprawled out on his hotel bed, completely exhausted after the game. "So cute, Shane. You should see him." "What?" Troy Barrett was an attractive man, sure, but that was an unexpected reaction from Ilya. "He licked my face with his little tongue. His ears are so floppy and he's so soft. I wanted to carry him around all practice." "Oh, I meant Troy, idiot, not the puppy." Ilya huffed. "Who cares? Puppy was great. His name is Chiron. I think it's Chiron, right? Chiron? He is black and small and..." Popcorn Jake.
Chapter 18. Troy Barrett was standing by the elevators holding a paper bag that couldn't more obviously be concealing a bottle of liquor. Ilya hadn't spoken much to Barrett since he joined the team earlier this week. He should probably talk to him now as team captain. The elevator doors opened and Barrett stepped on. Ilya didn't move. He knew he was being irresponsible, but he was too exhausted to care, and it seemed hypocritical of him to be lecturing anyone about vices right now. Truthfully, he wanted to ask Barrett to share whatever was in the bottle. Deciding he needed to focus on himself tonight, Ilya waited for the next elevator. He found 3 men he didn't recognize, 2 sitting and 1 standing, grinning at him. "Yes?" "Curtis Barrett," he said in a loud, confident voice. "Troy's father." "Oh, okay," Ilya said as he shook his hand. "I've not seen your son yet today." Knowing him, he's probably trying to kick some girls out of his hotel room. He laughed, and it was horrible. "Fun's over, ladies, right?" Ilya wasn't sure if he liked Troy, but he definitely didn't like his father. "I can tell him that you're here," Ilya offered, mostly to get away from him. "Sure, if you see him. I've been calling and texting all morning, but he forgot how a phone works." He killed himself last night.
Oh my god.
He definitely did.
How'd you know that?
Because it's like, first of all, he has a bad vibe. He was seen in the elevator
so
with liquor.
Suicidal people have a bad vibe to them.
Saying that like he brings like the vibe down or whatever.
Oh, yeah. So sad people bring the vibe. Depressed people bring
sad people bring the vibe down, girl. I think he did kill himself. I'm not even gonna, his dad hasn't seen him. He's been texting him all morning. He's kicking girls out of his hotel room. All of us strangers. This is all of us strangers. He's gonna feel guilty about it. Because he could have stopped Troy from killing himself if he had just gotten in the elevator. That's exactly what's happening. This is the book. This is the book right now. I'm just doing it. Ilya smiled tightly. I will let him know if I see him. He checked the room assignments on his phone while he rode the elevator back up to the team's floor, then walked directly to Troy's room and banged on the door. Barrett, wake up. What is it? Damn it.
He's alive. He didn't kill himself.
I thought, wouldn't that be so interesting?
So, well,
It would be bad. He's not a real character. Obviously, you'd never want to see real
absolutely.
people. But like that would have been an interesting plot line.
Yeah, imagine if I started this video out and being like, nothing bad happens in this book. I'm like, well, if someone does kill themselves.
Barrett, wake up. What is it called? The tattered remains of Troy's voice? What? Tattered remains of Troy's voice. Tattered remains.
Ow.
Remains. What happened?
I ripped my earring out. I did this last time too. What do you call it? What did you say at the beginning? The rub of it all? The rub of it?
Therein lies the rub.
The rub of it all.
The rub of it all. What? Open the door. Ilya heard moaning and creaking and shuffling, and then a bleary-eyed and mostly naked Troy Barrett opened the door. He reeked of alcohol and sweat. His room was a mess, but he was, as Ilya had suspected, alone. Ilya spotted the cause of Troy's condition, a bottle of horrible cheap vodka on the nightstand, nearly empty. This is something you do a lot? He asked as he inspected the bottle's label. He sniffed the liquid inside. Disgusting. And that's a Russian man. Sniffing vodka and
because it's cheap.
Gross. Yeah, exactly. He knows. You look like shit, Ilya said. Practice is optional this morning. You're opting out? Troy didn't protest. Okay. Now Ilya had to give him the news he suspected Troy did not want to hear. Also, your dad is in the lobby. Troy's face went even paler than it had been before. What? Before he left the room, Ilya paused and said, somewhat awkwardly, family can be hard. Fathers. Troy seemed to understand. Yeah, sometimes. Ilya nodded and left. It was possible he had more in common with Troy Barrett than he would have guessed. Chapter 20. Found you. Shane nearly toppled off the stability ball he was balancing on at the sound of Ilya's voice. Jesus. He steadied himself and managed to hold his position, standing with his knees slightly bent on top of the large blue ball. Ilya was laughing, one hand planted on the mirror. That's going to leave a handprint, Shane said, which yes, he could hear how insufferable he sounded.
He sounds like me.
Oh no. Ilya teased, but he removed his hand. It's like too late. Once the hand is there, the print has been left.
I know, but that would bother me.
Shane said. Yes. Oh, no, it is. Shane said. Sorry.
Fuck. No.
Sometimes we jump in the middle of these scenes. It's like, it could be anything. Shane said. Yes, he took Shane's in his hand and stroked him with loose, gentle fingers. It made Shane feel like his bones were melting. Ilya kept his gaze turned up, locked on Shane's. His eyes were dancing with amusement, possibly simple, unchecked joy, which made Shane realize that it had been a long time since he'd seen Ilya looking so happy. Shane smiled back at him, heart fluttering, as he allowed himself to let go of everything that wasn't him. I wish we could sleep together every night. I know. Now turn around. Turn around. Why? Ilya grinned and rotated one finger in the air. Shane still didn't understand, but he turned his back to Ilya as instructed, and then he understood. Oh God, he whispered, staring at himself in the wall mirrors, naked, except for shorts pulled out his feet. His rock hard was pointing directly at his own reflection. Shane closed his eyes. He couldn't. No. Ilya said in a low voice, watch. See how beautiful you are like this? I don't think I can. It's too much. Ilya left.
I'm too beautiful.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, my is too straight. My abs are too defined. My lobster's too buttery.
My face is too beautiful. I can't look at myself.
Ilya left and Shane cracked one eye open. He turned to watch Ilya and to avoid looking at his own reflection. Ilya was standing near the stairs, and a second later, the overhead lights dimmed by half. Better? Ilya asked. Shane glanced back at the mirror. It was less intense with the lights dimmed. Why do you have sexy mood lighting in your gym? You have it in yours. Yeah, for yoga and meditation, two things you don't do, but you do them, so I have lights that dim for you. Shane's heart wobbled.
That's the sweetest thing anyone could ever do, is put in sexy mood lighting because you like it for yoga.
Yeah, well, when Shane's over.
Yeah.
That's expensive, though, for something that
they're rich.
Yeah, I know, but he's even talking, he's like $100 for a fan mail.
Yeah, because he doesn't fuck with Hayden.
Oh.
He's like, who would pay for Hayden? Who would pay $100 for Hayden?
Period. And I've always said that. Ilya released him and then pulled something from his own shorts pocket. Shane turned his head to see. Do you always bring lube packets to workouts? He asked dryly. Ilya only smiled and I think it's considerate. I think it's considerate. Let's talk about that. Ilya only smiled and opened up the packet. He squeezed the lube onto his palm and then returned his hand to Shane's dick. It's a shame you don't have foreskin, he said. Why? Because if I had some, you wouldn't have to walk around with pockets full of lube. Why did your parents cut it off? I don't know. It's not like we talk about it. Maybe I will ask them. You better not. Do you see, Ilya asked? Do you see how you look when you're gone like this?
Stunning, Hollander.
Shane opened his eyes and gasped at what he saw. He'd never seen himself like this. He'd seen Ilya like this. Eyes hazy with lust, mouth slack, cheeks flushed. But never on his own face. Even when they off together over FaceTime. Shane always closed the window that showed himself. He wondered if Ilya left his own open. Ilya, Shane said breathlessly. You see, Ilya said. He gently tugged at the elastic at the back of Shane's head, and the hasty ponytail Shane had pulled his hair into for his workout fell apart. Ilya nuzzled into the long strands that now brushed the tops of Shane's shoulders. Shane reached one arm back. You're going to watch yourself, Ilya said. Shane said, but nodded. He was way too far gone to do anything but watch and feel his build, hot and pulsing in his stomach and his spine in his balls.
What the hell?
Sure. Yeah, sure. In his spine and his balls. Why not? Ilya pinched one of Shane's nipples and Shane hissed and writhed against him. What? Want? He phoned. Not sure at all what he was asking for.
Want.
Open your eyes, Ilya commanded softly. Watch. Shane's eyes flew open at the same moment. His cock began to spurt all over Ilya's fists and onto the floor. He could see how tight the muscles in his chest were and the way his abs and thighs trembled as his whole body rocked with pleasure. Chapter 21, December. What do you do when you aren't playing hockey and when your boyfriend isn't around? Ilya shrugged. Not much. Stay home, watch TV, play video games.
That's it? You come on the floor and then you go to therapy?
Oh, he's at therapy right now? Yeah. I thought, oh wow, okay. Is that how you always spent your free time? He shook his head slowly. No, what did you used to do when you were playing in Boston? Ilya huffed out a laugh. I had sex, like, all the time. I went to clubs and parties and had a great time. But now you're in a monogamous relationship. Yes, and I'm glad. I love being with him and don't miss. He rotated one hand out in the air, sleeping around. It was fun at the time, but I only want him. Ilya and Shane had talked about other people a couple of years ago. He had told Shane as casually as possible that if he wanted to have sex with other men when they were apart, which was most of the time, he could. Since Shane had figured out he was gay around the same time he'd realized he'd fallen in love with Ilya, it wouldn't be unreasonable for him to want to explore sex beyond what Ilya could give him. What did it matter as long as his heart belonged to Ilya? That's what Ilya had told himself. Shane hadn't taken Ilya's offer well. He thought it had been Ilya's backhanded way of letting Shane know that he'd cheated on him or that he wanted to. Ilya had told him that he didn't believe in cheating because he didn't own Shane. It ended with Shane storming out of Ilya's house in Ottawa and driving back to Montreal, which had been a horrible waste of a rare night in which they could have been together. He ignored Ilya's texts for 3 days after. Then on the 4th day, he called Ilya from his hotel room in Philadelphia and said, woo! Hell yeah, Philly! Go Birds!
My country, Philadelphia.
My country, Philadelphia. Go Birds! You really wouldn't mind if I had sex with someone else? And that was when Ilya had realized how much he would mind it. He had felt sick at the idea of someone else touching Shane and hadn't been sure if Shane was asking because he'd already done it or if he was about to or what. Maybe someone had been heading to his Philadelphia hotel room at that very moment. Philly! Go Birds! But all that Ilya had said was, of course not. If that's what you want, I don't want, you fucking moron. Shane spat. The relief had been so intense that Ilya had nearly sunk into his knees in the living room.
Do you think that Shane Hollander stayed in a hotel near my apartment? I lived close to Center City.
Probably. He probably has a...
You think he stayed at Rittenhouse?
He took over your apartment after you left.
Oh my God.
He lives in there now.
He lives in my walls.
In my walls.
Oh wow.
Is there someone on your team or maybe another person who you feel like you could open up to? Maybe not the whole truth, but someone you could share a part of yourself with? Ilya wasn't sure. Harris was certainly a possibility. He was openly gay, super nice and easy to talk to, but he worked for the team and was honestly a bit of a gossip. For some reason, Troy Barrett came to mind. Ilya had noticed over the past few weeks that Troy might not be entirely straight. For one thing, his gaze had lingered on Ilya's bare chest more than once. Not that Ilya could blame him. And for other...
Because his boobs are so big.
Like, yeah, he's like, ooga.
No, literally.
And for another, he kind of obviously had a crush on Harris. Gay!
Gag it. Wake
That's
it up.
fucking crazy. Why would he say that?
What?
Why would you say that? He has a crush on Harris.
Troy does.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, I thought Ilya was saying that.
Idiot. You lack media literacy.
Sorry, I can't read. He seems somewhat imbalanced, Galina said. Your boyfriend. Shane said, suddenly finding the way they were both dancing around the obvious annoying. You know who it is. His name is Shane. As usual, no surprises showed on her face. Shane, she repeated, seems very comfortable in his life, whereas you have made a lot of changes for him. For both of us, Ilya corrected her. Of course, but maybe you need more things in your life that are specifically for you. I came out to Troy Barrett, Ilya said a week later. Shane nearly choked on the sip he'd just taken of a smoothie. What?
Kip made it.
And it's not full to the top. Can we talk about that? We were watching that scene where he's like giving all these smoothies to fucking...
Everyone says that.
Literally, I was like, he's scamming him.
No, he's taking a sip before he gives it to Scott Hunter. He needs to check if it's okay.
What? He asked after a fit of coughing. He was glad it wasn't a video call. I told him I'm bisexual.
I'm a bisexual. I am bisexual.
Ilya said calmly, as if he had told Troy that he liked pizza or something. As if he revealed his sexuality to people all the time. When Shane knew he'd told barely anyone, Ilya had told Shane that Troy wasn't such a bad guy now that he was getting to know him, but still seemed fucking nuts that Ilya would choose him of all people to share this closely guarded secret with. When? Why? Last night, I wanted to tell someone. All right, Shane didn't know that this had been weighing on Ilya, and that made him feel like a shitty boyfriend, but he could worry about that later. Why him? For a moment, there was silence. Then Ilya said, you can't tell anyone this. Tell anyone what? Promise me. Fine, I promise. What? He came out to me first, Ilya said. Shane blinked. I'm sorry. What? He told me he's gay. I don't think he has told many people. Maybe no one.
See, Troy wasn't gonna kill himself. He's just gay. He had a bad vibe. The bad vibe wasn't that he was suicidal. It was that he was gay. That was his bad vibe.
That's infamously bad vibes
I've been saying that about you for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying Jake emits this horrible vibe.
He told me he's gay. I don't think he has told many people, maybe no one. So it felt like I should, share back. Troy Barrett is gay? Given the fact that Troy had always seemed like a homophobic douchebag to Shane, this was a lot to process. I took him out last night to the Kingfisher. It was his first gay bar, he said. Ilya laughed. You'd like him. You're both very bad at being gay. We had a nice talk with queer New York hockey players. Scott and Eric were there? Yes, they own the bar. I know, but okay. So you had a queer NHL hockey player meeting. You feel left out? I mean, yeah, kind of. What were you guys doing there? Just talking, drinking beer, having a fun time? You would have hated it. Did Troy come out to everyone there? No, just me. It was after we were walking to the hotel. Sounds romantic, Shane grumbled. Shane, he's in love with Harris, not me. There was a beat of silence. Then Ilya added, that's also a secret, though not a good one because Troy is very obvious about his crush. Just to recap, Shane said, your new friend Troy Barrett is gay and in love with your team's social media manager. Yes. Shane exhaled slowly. I don't think I like Troy. Why? You have a lot in common. You both are short, gay, and both think I'm hot. Your favorite qualities in a man. You're both very pretty. Nice dark hair. Troy also does not have a chest hair. Let's stop talking about Troy Barrett. Wait, you didn't tell him about us, did you? Of course I didn't tell him about us. Then Ilya mumbled something angry in Russian. Shane only caught about half the words. What was that? Only you can tell your friends about us, right? This is how this works? What the hell are you talking about? Since when is Troy your closest friend? Oh, they're arguing.
They're fighting. The girls are fighting.
The girls are fighting.
Literally.
The dolls are fighting. Shane, I've been working on an apology text for over an hour. Ilya smiled and wrote, how many words do you have? Shane, too many. I'm really sorry about what I said. I'm glad you told Troy. I'm glad you have a friend you trust. Ilya felt immediately lighter. He wrote, thank you. It feels good to have someone know. Shane, I was just being a jealous prick. Ilya, I know. Then, because he couldn't help himself, he added, he is very hot. I understand. Shane, you're the worst. Ilya, he's up for that threesome you pretend you don't want. Shane, good night, Ilya. Ilya, would be a nice Christmas present. Would be great.
For Christmas.
For Christmas. He watched the three dots for what seemed like forever as Shane typed, finally. Shane's reply appeared. For Troy, maybe.
You're not scared? You're not scared? You're not scared of a threesome? You should be. You should be.
Girl, I am shaking in my boots, the house down right now.
That's the scariest thing for Jake, possibly.
A threesome?
Yes.
Girl, would you like a threesome?
No, I'm saying like about their threesome.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, not if I was involved. Pop her, Nicole.
Chapter 22, it's fucking Christmas, Hollander. Ilya groaned, eat a cookie. Shane bit back a whole speech about how even one cookie would up all his hard work. Eating disorder. He wasn't on a weight loss diet. He was following a complicated nutritional regimen designed to enhance physical performance. I just include every time that they mention his eating problems. Ilya spent most of Boxing Day working up the nerve to ask Shane a single question. Finally, early in the afternoon, he broached the subject.
Boxing Day.
Yeah, it's the day after Christmas. I know that because they would always have it for Lush, and they would have big sales. And that would be the perfect time to scam them.
I am cooking up some crazy emails to Lush tonight.
Oh no, my bath bomb never came. It's broken.
Please send me a new one.
Oh no, I can't find my order code. Yeah. Boot is having a party tonight. Ilya said it casually as if there were no particular reason. He was letting Shane know as if his stomach wasn't a mess as he anticipated Shane's reaction. Zane, Bootram, he's having a party on Boxing Day. Yes, not a big party. It will be chill, mostly just the team and partners. Boot has fun parties. Oh, Ilya held this always says oh. Shane's always oh. He's always just oh. Ow. Say something.
No, that's how he's saying it. Ow. Ow.
Ilya held his breath. Did you want to go or something? Shane asked, clearly confused. I could stay here, I guess, or head back to. I want you to go too. I want you to come with me to the party. Shane twisted around so they were facing each other on Ilya's couch. You want me to go to a party with your teammates? Why? So they can be my boyfriend, Ilya wanted to scream, but instead he kept his tone light and said, They're cool people. You might have fun. But wouldn't it be weird if we showed up together? Shane's face scrunched up in confusion and then he shook his head. Too weird. I don't think so. Shane caught up with him in the kitchen. You can go, he said. It's fine. Great, Ilya snapped. What's wrong? Shane sounded so genuinely clueless about why Ilya might want him to meet his friends that it only angered Ilya further. What isn't wrong? What does that mean? Ilya spun around to face him. It means I have a boyfriend who doesn't want anyone to know I am his boyfriend. Shane's eyes widened in surprise. Sorry, did I miss something? I thought we were on the same page about this. We are not on the same anything. I don't understand you. Sorry, Ilya said sardonically. My English, you know. That's not what... Shane threw his hands up. Could you please explain what the is happening? Because last I checked, we didn't go to each other's team's parties or tell anyone about our relationship. No, I don't tell anyone about our relationship. You tell Hayden and Jackie and Rose and your parents and the whole who the knows else. That's literally everyone. You know that. It is 5 more people than I have told. Ilya said, omitting his therapist because that was a whole other conversation. What about... Shane waved his hand around as he searched for a name. Ryan Price. Oh yes, my best friend Ryan Price. I have not talked to him since the last camp. Well, Shane didn't seem to have anything to add to that. I have no one, Ilya said. No one I can talk to about us. That's not true. My parents love you. It's not easy for me either, you know. Shane said, clearly angry now. We're both hiding and we're both made sacrifices that Ilya spun around. What sacrifices, Shane? What have you given up? Seriously, if we get outed, our careers might be over. Everything I care about. Shane snapped his fingers. Gone. Everything, Ilya said flatly. Shane rolled his eyes. Not everything, but hockey is pretty important to me. No shit. Oh, you. Sorry, I still want to win cups instead of smoking weed with my teammates between losses. Shane!
Shane. I don't like Shane. This book, yeah.
Say,
I don't like that.
Everybody.
What the fuck?
Everybody's like that. You wouldn't even choose me, would you, Ilya said, if it's between me and hockey. Of course I would, Shane said, though not as confidently as Ilya would have liked.
Yikes.
Ilya studied his face and Shane flinched. Would you? Shane tilted his chin up defiantly. Would you choose me? Ilya
Terrible response to that question, sorry.
Ilya let the question hang in the air, his whole body trembling with rage. He couldn't believe Shane would even ask that after everything. Finally, quietly, Ilya said, you should go. What? No way. That. Answer the question. No, Ilya said firmly. Go home, Shane. We can talk later. Because Shane couldn't leave anything alone, he asked again, would you choose me? Suddenly, would you choose me? Do you know that one person on TikTok who goes, do you ever think of me?
When will I see you again?
Suddenly, Ilya had Shane backed against a wall. Ilya hadn't realized he'd moved until he was looming over Shane, one hand planted firmly on his chest. Ilya pulled his hand away quickly and moved it to the wall. He would never hurt Shane, he was sure of that, but his own fury was scaring him at the moment. He'd never been close to flying apart. Quietly, in a voice that couldn't disguise his pain, he said, I already chose you, Hollander. He stepped back and watched Shane's eyes widen. After a moment, Shane's lips parted as if he had something to say, but Ilya didn't want to hear it. Go home, Ilya said, please. And he turned and walked quickly upstairs. Yeah, because he literally left a team that he was actually good at and he had a chance to winning more cups and he left it all behind to be with Shane. What has Shane given up? Nothing. Shane has given up nothing. Ilya given up everything.
That's sad.
I know. Popcorn, you.
Oh, okay, great. Chapter 23. He typed out a message to Ilya. I'm sorry. Call me when you want to talk, please. God, was that pushy? Should Shane just leave him alone? I find if you are 10 years into a relationship and you're overthinking stuff, that's
I'm
not good.
Literally, I don't care
you're
if
just making contact with your boyfriend.
If I am pushy towards Adam, God forbid.
God forbid.
God forbid if I'm pushy, if I seem pushy. I don't care if I seem annoying to that motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's not gonna leave me because I'm annoying. He's gonna leave me because I'm gonna be mean, but not because I'm annoying.
It. Shane hit send. Ilya could ignore it if he wanted, but Shane really hoped he wouldn't. He waited a few minutes just in case Ilya decided to call him right away, but Ilya didn't even text, and Shane's heart sank. He's going to break up with me, Shane said miserably. This was never going to work. It's too hard. I'm asking too much of him. Yeah, you're
Get over it.
Doomsdaying a 10-year relationship is crazy. He's an adult, Mom said, and he loves you. Against all odds, you boys are making this work. I know it's not ideal, but I'm proud of how hard you've both worked to be together. It's powerful. She laughed softly. I wish I could brag about it to everyone I meet. He stared at his phone for several minutes after the call ended, trying to will Ilya to text him back. When no messages came, Shane opened Instagram and scrolled through Ilya's posts. He never paid so much attention to them, especially since Ilya mostly posted photos of random things he saw and rarely posted selfies. The most recent one was from yesterday, Christmas, and it was of the foosball table Shane had given him. No caption. He scrolled down. Oh God, you know his Instagram feed sucks. Sorry, just a picture of a foosball table? Come on, we have to put a little more effort than that. He scrolled and found a photo of an exercise ball Shane had been balancing on in Ilya's gym. One of the latest puzzle Ilya had completed was Shane's dad, one of Ilya's loon tattoo, one of the 2 plastic heart rings together on Shane's dresser. Shane realized that most of Ilya's posts were, in weird cryptic ways, about Shane. His entire account was like a secret diary of their relationship, full of inside jokes and little references that only Shane would understand. And Shane hadn't even bothered to look at it before, not really. He looked at it now. He scrolled until his eyes were so blurry that he had to give up and sob into his hands instead. How could Shane have ever doubted for a second how fiercely Ilya loved him?
He dedicated his Instagram to me. How could I have doubted that he loved me?
I think you are depressed. Ilya hugs his own chest protectively, like my mother. Not necessarily. Depression is complicated and manifests in many different ways, and there are many ways to treat it. Drugs. Ilya didn't want drugs. Other than painkillers that were absolutely necessary, he avoided pills. Pills could be a weapon. Again, not necessarily. Antidepressants can be very helpful for some people, but they aren't the only thing that helps. She waved a hand in the air, indicating her office. This helps. Being here, talking. Some people respond well to things like exercise.
Pills are not a weapon. You think I'm using Prozac as a weapon? I fucking wish.
You're weaponizing everything against everyone around you.
If I took 2 Prozac, you know what would happen? I'd be really nauseous.
One time you did do that. You're like, oh my god, what the fuck is gonna happen?
And
guys, I took Monday and Tuesday.
and what did happen? Nothing.
What happens if I take too many vitamins? Oh, I pee it out.
Yeah, literally.
I'll be okay. That was so funny. One of the responses was like, you're gonna feel really good for one day. Galina made some notes while Ilya stewed in his own humiliation for a moment. I take it, she finally said, that Shane is not ready to go public. No, I don't even know if I'm ready, but some days I think I'll scream or die if I have to keep this secret any longer. Does he know that? No, I haven't talked to him about my feelings still. I still have not told him that I'm seeing you. Ilya's eyes began to burn with tears. I don't know when I'm seeing him again, not for a week at least. We both have busy schedules and road trips. He swallowed. I'm scared. I think I've ruined everything and I shouldn't have mentioned that party. What do you want to say to him? Galina asked. If you could say anything. Ilya considered a question for a long time, scrolling through a long list in his head of things he should probably discuss with Shane. His lips curved up on one side. Are you going to pretend to be Shane? She smiled back. Not exactly. Good. You'd have to be much more annoying. I doubt that's what you want to tell him. No, I tell him that he's annoying all the time. Ilya, Shane said, because he couldn't think of any other words. I'm sorry I asked you to go to the party, and that I was mad that you said no. It was not reasonable. No, it's fine. I mean, yes, I was surprised and confused, but I was such an asshole to you. You've given up so much, and I don't appreciate it enough. I get that. I would give up more, Ilya said simply. Anything for you. I don't want to... God, are you okay? Wait, not
Me?
you. No, I'm reading that. I don't want you to. God, are you okay? I know you hate talking about your feelings, but I'm worried. Ilya's jaw worked for a moment, as if he was trying to decide what to say. Then he said, I've been seeing a therapist. Oh, Shane said. Ow! Ow! Shane said, unsure if it was good news or bad. Like, psychologist, you mean? Yes, not the team one who speaks Russian. Is good. She has been helpful, I think. Try not to win too many games, Ilya joked. You too. Ilya winked. We never do.
You can't tell your mans that you're going to therapy. I understand what this is trying to portray. Oh no, like internalized misogyny and like you know, the stigmatization of mental health and like, I get it. But like, tell him.
I have no idea what you're saying. What do you mean?
Like that he's been going to a therapist for months and Shane doesn't know.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant like him telling him now.
Yeah, like it should have happened a lot sooner.
I agree. Yeah.
Like I understand, but at the same time, like I'd be pissed. Well, I don't know.
Really? I don't know.
I would be really sad if my partner felt like they couldn't tell me.
Sad, but pissed? You wouldn't be angry with him.
I'd be angry at someone. I don't know.
Nicole, you wouldn't be angry with... Come on, Nicole. Say it for the camera. You wouldn't be angry with
I
him.
would never be angry.
Chapter 24, January. Ilya wasn't able to keep his promise to Shane for very long. After losing a road game in Buffalo and then 2 home games, the Centaurs won the first game of their southern road trip and afternoon match against much higher ranked Carolina team. The plane dipped suddenly, some unexpected turbulence. Everyone laughed at Bood, who had been standing in the aisle and was now on the floor. Ilya hastily wiped his shirt where Coke had splashed from the can he was holding. Ugh, he shouldn't have worn the white shirt. A bang louder than any noise Ilya had ever heard during a flight rocked the plane. No, they're going down. Everything shook violently for a moment and Ilya's can of Coke fell to the floor. He didn't have time to worry about it before the plane fucking dropped.
Didn't I predict this?
The plane crash? You've read the book.
Wow, fuck.
Fuck, I can't predict things I already know. Ilya was screaming. He knew he was screaming.
Oh, it's funny. Oh, a plane crash is funny to you.
It's not crashing.
It's the plane is crashing. Read.
He knew he was screaming and that he probably should stop, but everyone around him was screaming too. He gripped the arms of his seat and closed his eyes as if either of those things would help. We're going to crash. I'm going to die. I'll never see Shane again. We were going to have dogs and kids. The plane leveled out with another horrible shudder. Suddenly, the screaming stopped and the cabin of the plane was eerily silent, as if everyone was holding their breath at once. The pilot made an announcement. Ilya's brain was too panicked to translate all the words, but he heard engine and emergency landing. He focused on the word landing. Pilots were trained to deal with this, right? He'd know if Shane hadn't been such a pill about Ilya wanting to get his pilot's license. Shane, what would Ilya do? What if Ilya
This is
died?
just like Yellow Jackets.
But it's a gay hockey player and his hockey team.
That's why Sophie Nalise saw this script and she goes, I'm in. I love plane crashes and gay people.
And yeah, literally, and gay people. How would he mourn? Several rows behind him, Ilya heard Nick Chouinard yelling about a fire. He didn't want to look. Fuck. Was this really happening? Were they going to die and Ilya would never have the big conversation with Shane? Would he never get to tell him everything that Ilya had been hiding in his heart? If only Shane wasn't playing a game right now. Ilya could, well, not call him, but talk to him somehow. He wished he could text, but all he had access to was Wi-Fi. Fuck it. Ilya opened Instagram and started typing in a new private... Plane crash going down. Love you, Shane.
I would do that.
Yeah. I started typing a new private message to Shane Hollander, hockey player. Shane, he wrote, then stopped. I had no idea what to say. There was no possible way to put everything he needed to tell Shane into words. But the plane was on fire and Ilya didn't have time to think. He wrote what was in his terrified heart. You are the best thing in my life. His eyes were blurry, making it hard to type. He quickly swiped at his eyes and kept writing, I love you always. Maybe from the first time I saw you. I'm thinking only about you right now. A million memories. Thank you for those. Whatever happens, I'm with you. Safe in your heart. I believe it. And maybe he'd see his mother again soon. That was a nice thought. Ilya pressed his palm to his chest, feeling the crucifix pendant through the fabric of his shirt. He prayed quietly with no real structure and murmured requests for whoever was listening to keep Shane safe and let him live a long, happy life. The plane tilted to one side, then the other, and a moment later came the glorious thud of wheels touching down on solid ground. The jubilant roar from his teammates was ear-splitting, probably because Ilya was cheering louder than anyone. He looked out the window and saw flashing lights from various emergency vehicles, but holy shit, the pilots had managed to land on the actual runway safe and sound. Thank you, Ilya said, gazing at the ceiling of the plane. I won't waste it. Montreal lost their game in Washington, which was annoying. Shane saw that Ilya's team had won big against Carolina that afternoon, and he fully expected Ilya to give him shit about it. He didn't check his phone until he was on the bus, heading back to the team's hotel. He had one text and one missed call from Ilya. The text said, sorry about the Instagram messages. Call me. Shane hardly ever checked his Instagram messages, but sometimes Ilya used that when he was on the plane and couldn't text. Shane checked them now. These messages were intense. They're romantic, certainly, but weird. Whoa, JJ said. The Centaur's plane had to make an emergency landing. Shane turned to where JJ was sitting across the aisle. What? Is everyone okay? JJ thumped his phone. Sounds like it. Must have been scary, though. Shane read the messages from Ilya again. Holy shit. Those were meant as, like, his last words.
I, like, looked into the camera in the beginning when I was like, imagine a plane crash. I was like, and you were like,
He texted Ilya, I heard about the plane. Are you okay? Ilya replied right away. Yes, can I call you? Shane glanced around the bus at his teammates. A lot of them were wearing headphones, but there was no way Shane was going to be able to sound calm about this. Shane, I'm almost to the hotel. I'll call you when I'm there. Sorry, I can't do this with my teammates around.
He needs a gun pulled on him.
No, that's really bad. Ilya texted back a hard. He could be talking to fucking anyone, girl.
No, literally!
Like, anyone.
Literally!
Ilya texted back a heart emoji. Shane read his Instagram messages a third time. Whatever happens, I'm with you. Safe in your heart. I believe it. Anger flared through Shane's body, hot and sudden. They had lots of reasons to keep their relationship a secret, but the reasons seemed extremely unimportant now. What if Ilya had died? What if he had fucking died? Shane would have died too, alone and secretly, and for the rest of his life. He clutched his pearls gag to his chest and turned his head to face the window so his teammates didn't see the way his lip was trembling. Popcorn Nicole.
Can I see you? Shane asked. Can we FaceTime? Yes, of course. 1 second. Ilya bent to retrieve his cigarette butt because he's so responsible.
And he likes butts.
I was gonna say because he's wanting to save the planet, but yeah.
He's an ass man.
Pocketed it and started walking to the other side of the parking lot. On the way, he sent Shane a FaceTime request. You could tell right away that Shane had been crying. Oh, Ilya said softly, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. They didn't use pet names very often. Beyond the nonsensical Russian nouns Ilya liked to throw at Shane, but Ilya said this one with his whole heart. Shane gave a fragile, trembling smile. You should be. Then he covered his mouth with his hand as his eyes filled with tears. I am okay, Ilya reassured him. Still here. I should not have scared you with those texts. Call me tomorrow or later tonight if you want. I'll just be, freaking out in my hotel room. Don't. Jerk off or something instead. Send me pictures.
I'm sorry. Wait, can we go back for a second? He's apologizing for sending Shane
and scaring him
last words and scaring him because he thought he was like legitimately going to die.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why? Like, I would never. Why are you apologizing?
Why are you apologizing?
That's wrong. I feel like that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
While you're hanging out with your teammates? Absolutely not. I won't show them. Good night, Ilya. I almost died. I'm really not ready to joke about that yet. Sorry. Good night. Mój pomidor. Tomato, right? It's the same in Polish. Pomidor. I love you. Send pictures. They ended the call and Ilya went back inside the hotel. He considered joining a table and he considered going up to his room. Then he spotted Troy sitting alone at the bar. Why Troy was sitting there not upstairs making out with Harris was beyond Ilya. He left Troy alone and joined one of the tables. He picked up the one that had the most pictures of beer on it and immediately poured himself a glass. Time to get fucking drunk. Chapter 25. So JJ leaned against a wall with his own coffee. You seem kind of up last night about the Ottawa plane thing. Shane pulled an imperfectly folded t-shirt out of his suitcase and began refolding it. No, I wasn't. I was just, surprising. He realized his shoulders were hunched, so he made an effort to relax them. JJ said, you want to tell me the truth now? It's nothing. I got text from Ilya Rozanov. I know which Ilya, JJ said with amusement. He sent them when he thought they were going to crash. JJ took the shirt from him before Shane could start folding it again. Look, I know you've got this thing for Rozanov. Shane's stomach dropped. What do you mean? JJ smiled sadly at him. Why do you think I keep trying to set you up? Having a crush on a straight man is no good, buddy. Wait, what? Shane was completely stunned and needed to think fast. This was a lie he hadn't considered hiding behind before. An unrequited crush. It made sense. It hurt, but it made sense. Is it obvious? Shane sat on the bed. The misery in his voice was real, but not for the reason JJ thought. JJ set his coffee on the dresser and sat on the bed next to Shane. Sorry, buddy. I'm not saying everyone sees it, but not much gets past me, Right, Shane said, nodding fervently. JJ clapped a giant hand on Shane's shoulder. The good news is, you can always do way better than Rozanov.
Not too much. Not too much.
I get that he's attractive, but come on, that guy's annoying as fuck.
Not too much.
Shane couldn't hold back the laughter anymore. You're right, I should aim higher.
Not too much.
And it's not like you guys could date or whatever, it would be impossible. Shane stopped laughing. I know. Can you imagine dating your rival? What a fucking scandal. Shane turned his gaze to the floor and said nothing. Hey, JJ said gently. He ducked his head so their eyes met. In French, he said, I'm not making fun of you. Hurts to love someone who can't love you back, and I'm sorry you've been dealing with that. You can always talk to me about it. Ilya pulled into his driveway just after 2 in the afternoon the day his team flew home from Florida. It felt like 2 in the morning. So drained, but Shane's Jeep Cherokee was there, at least an hour before Ilya had been expecting it to be, which gave him a sunburst of energy. Our plane got in early, but that was all Shane managed to say before Ilya grabbed his face with both hands and kissed the hell out of him. And Shane led him, right there on Ilya's front step, mostly secluded but still partially visible from the street. Shane kissed him back with equal urgency, and if he felt the same as Ilya, relief. Ilya tried to kiss him again, but Shane took a step back and said, follow me. Ilya smiled. Anywhere. Shane let out an oddly nervous laugh, which made Ilya laugh. Then Shane took his hand again, and they walked together to the living room where, what is this? Ilya said. The drapes were drawn across the large windows that normally looked out to the river, and the room was dark except for the glow of about 1,000,000 candles. They were everywhere, on the tables, on the floor, on the mantle, even on the arms of the furniture. It was beautiful and weird. It's a seance. Oh my god, it is Yellow Jackets. It's like Lottie's lair.
They're gonna eat him.
Are you trying to burn my house down? Was what Ilya finally said. Shane's lips curved up. They're electric. Relax, Rozanov. Ilya's heart started to race, but not because he was concerned about fire safety. He'd once told Shane years ago that one day he would cover the dock at his cottage in candles. He'd bring Shane down there and ask him to marry him. It had been a joke, sort of, but now that he was really standing in a room full of candles and Shane sank down to one knee in front of him. Ilya had enjoyed watching Shane go on his knees in front of him many times over the years, but he knew immediately that this was different. He suddenly felt winded and dizzy and maybe a little queasy. What is this? He whispered. Shane gazed up at him, his expression steady and determined, and said, I've been doing a lot of thinking. Ilya swallowed. Why was it so hard to swallow? It was like he had no saliva at all.
He's done it before.
We wasted so much time. Shane continued. Years of denial and years of hiding what we were to each other. Shane, could you not interrupt? Shane said with a teasing smile. For once in your life. Ilya pressed his lips together.
Yeah, that's exactly how intense he delivered it.
Could you not interrupt?
Could you not fucking interrupt? Can you not fucking interrupt right now for once in your fucking life? Yeah, that's exactly how it went.
I don't have a plan for anything beyond this, Shane confessed, but I know what I want. There's nothing in my life that matters to me more than you, Ilya. He slid his hand into his pants pockets again. He had to lean awkwardly to one side to fit his fingers inside. Then Shane was holding a ring, pinched between 2 fingers in the space between himself and Ilya. Shane, Ilya said again, unable to stop himself. I choose you, Ilya. I promise I will always choose you. Shane's eyes began to shimmer. He took sorry, I had to turn the page. Ilya Grigoryevich Rozanov, will you marry me? Ilya wasn't sure how much time had passed before he realized he hadn't said anything. He hoped it had only been a second or two, but judging from the fear in Shane's eyes, must have been longer. Finally, in tight, trembling voice, he said, you know my middle name. I would fucking hope so. I would hope so.
10 years?
I would hope so. It's on Wikipedia. I kind of fell down a rabbit hole learning about the Russian tradition of using the father's name to... Yes, Ilya interrupted. Sorry, I'm babbling. You know how Russian names work. No, Ilya clarified. Yes. Shane stared at him with
yes.
With obvious confusion. Ilya nodded to the ring. Yes, Ilya said again. I'm saying yes, Hollander. Oh. Then Shane's lips spread into a wide grin. Yeah? He scrambled to his feet and into Ilya's arms. By the time they finished kissing, they both had tears streaming down their cheeks. Is this because I almost died? Ilya teased. No, it's because I almost died. I love this. I love this. But Ilya literally couldn't tell him that he was going to see a therapist, and now they're getting married.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, D.
Okay, D. See, I'm like, oh, it's so happy.
No,
this is not good.
No, I love that they're engaged. I fucking love it. I do think they have some things to work on. Ilya took the ring from Shane and inspected it for a moment. A simple black band with a gold interior. Very classy. He smiled at Shane and attempted to slip it onto his own finger. It didn't quite fit. Nuts. Shane said, looking disappointed. What? nuts? Nuts? You said nuts? That literally.
Whatever, as if we don't. Rats.
I will say rats forever. I didn't know your ring size. It's okay. Ilya removed the ring with some effort. Am I supposed to wear it now, or is it for after we get married? You know, Shane said, I have no idea. I just thought I should have a ring for this. Ilya handed the ring back to Shane and then loosened and removed his necktie. I really would have anticipated that Ilya was going to propose first. I think everyone probably would have thought that.
Because he's the top?
No, because he's like obsessed with him.
Because he's the top?
No, because Ilya's like obsessed with Shane. There's always another person in the relationship who's obsessed with the other. That's how it should be. That's how it should be.
Take it from her. She has OCD. First word, obsessive.
Ilya handed the ring back to Shane, then loosened and removed his necktie. He opened the top buttons of his shirt, then reached back and unclasped the gold chain around his neck. He removed then held out the palm for the ring. Oh, Shane said, then handed him the ring. Ilya slipped it onto the chain until it nudged up against the crucifix pendant that had been his mother's. Here, Shane said, and reached for the chain. Ilya turned his back to him and Shane fastened the necklace back into place. Did you buy one for yourself? Ilya asked, or is that my job? I was going to buy a matching one. I just wanted to make sure I needed it first. Ilya raised his eyebrow as he turned back to face Shane. You thought I would say no? Shane at least had the decency to look embarrassed about it. I don't know, I just didn't want to be cocky about it. They're on the floor now. The steady movement of their hips began to lose its rhythm as they both teetered on the brink of climax. They breathed into each other's mouths, foreheads pressing together until Shane whimpered and Ilya felt the hot splash of his release on his skin. Yeah. It was enough to break the dam inside him and his own release surged and erupted. I was thinking summer, Shane said. Summer for what? Shane lifted his head and met Ilya's gaze. For everything. Coming out, going public, getting married. Ilya's heart flipped. Yes? Yeah, I know it's going to be a shit show, but I'm tired of being scared of being found out. I want to tell people on our own terms. I think I can handle anything that happens as long as it's going to be a public, is a choice we made ourselves together. That is what I want, Ilya agreed. We tell people ourselves together. That's from the cottage scene. Oh. It'll just be the two of us, and it'll be so private, we'll be so alone, together. Chapter 26. Ilya felt like a fucking superhero as he got dressed for his game. The press of the ring that hung around his neck against his chest under the layers of jersey pads and athletic shirt was still foreign, but it sent a thrill through him every time he felt it. It's like his banana socks.
Oh, I forgot about those.
We went through something together. It was fucking scary. But we are alive! We're all alive, and I don't plan on wasting another second of it. No more losing, no more hiding his feelings, no more hiding his boyfriend, no more being afraid of his dark thoughts, no more being afraid of flying. He finished the speech with, "Let's fucking go!" The roar of his teammates was deafening. They won the fucking game. Chapter 27. Hello, Hunter. Ilya said cheerfully, "Hello, Hunter." Ilya said cheerfully. Yeah. Yoo-hoo! Dos Hunter. A bunch of the players were gathered at the hotel bar, most of them sitting at large tables. Rosanov, Scott said with a wary nod. Oh my god, I can't wait for the scene between Connor and Francois. Ilya plunked his pint of beer on the table and leaned back in his chair. Too bad about the thing you lost. How is married life? He asked. Scott's expression shifted back to suspicious. Good. You are happy? Kip is happy?
They're married! Mm-hmm. Yay!
You are happy? Kip is happy? Last I heard. Ilya raised his eyebrows. This morning! I was talking to him this morning. He was going to come with me, actually, but he's doing some volunteer work in Brooklyn this weekend instead.
Hey! Hey! Love my country, Brooklyn.
Is Kip happy you're retiring this year? Fuck off. I'm not retiring this year. Ilya widened his eyes in a mock surprise. No, but your body is so old.
He's 31.
Okay. Scott said he's 40. So I don't know how old he is. I forget. Okay, Scott said, and he began to stand. Good night, Rosanov. Do you remember where your room is? Shut up. Do you need help? Shane went to his own room first, partially because the rookie was still walking behind him, partially because he wanted to freshen up a bit. When he pulled his phone out of his pocket, he saw a text from Ilya. Where are you? Shane smiled to himself and decided not to reply. He liked an impatient Ilya. Once Shane had changed, brushed his teeth, fixed his hair, and gotten himself clean everywhere he wanted to be clean, he made his way to Ilya's room down the hall. He knocked as gently as possible on the door, and Ilya opened immediately. Finally, Ilya said. It always felt like before, whenever they met in a hotel room. Hotels have been their go-to meeting place for years, grabbing a precious hour or two together when they were in the same city. Shane was, of course, as hard as granite already, and knew distantly that he was thrusting a bit against Ilya's thigh, and that he should probably stop, because it would be embarrassing if he shot his load already. But he also kind of didn't care. Stop! He's talking like a dog. Like he's like, you know what I mean?
I should piss on this leg.
Fuck, I can't stop pumping this leg. And it would be really embarrassing if I came, but I don't care. Sometimes faster is not better. Ilya said with a crooked smile. He took Shane's hand and lifted it to his lips and gently kissed his knuckles. Yeah, but... Oh! Shane's argument was cut short when Ilya...
He's always saying, oh my god.
I know, I told you. I told you. When Ilya flicked his tongue between two knuckles, for some reason the sensation set ripples of pleasure throughout Shane's body. How did Ilya know? What made someone even decide to do that?
No, literally. I'm like, what? That's so random.
What made Ilya decide to do that? Oh! A sudden burst of yelling and laughter came from the hallway outside the door, loud male voices of their peers. Shane was pretty sure one of them was Dallas Kent. This is like a side plot, like a D plot of the story, but Dallas Kent apparently like actually assaulted someone. Mm-hmm. Just letting you know.
In this book?
Yes.
Oh, you cut it out? You were like, no, only happy. Only happy gay right now.
No assault my
sexual
watch.
assault.
He flinched at the reminder that they were dangerously close to the rest of the hockey world there. Ignore them, Ilya whispered. I'm trying. Ilya kissed his chest as he undid Shane's belt, and then the button on his shorts. He caught Shane's right nipple in his teeth as he pulled his zipper down. Shane gasped. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Shane whimpered. Oh, fuck. Ilya was an expert when Are you on Whimper TikTok?
No, but you're definitely on Whimper TikTok.
No, I saw it. I saw it. I think it's fucking pathetic. I think those men need to get up. Get up off the ground. Get up.
Get up. Stop
Fucking
whimpering.
loser. No, because they're all like doing planks when they're
Yeah,
like.
I see that.
And
I saw
like,
somebody reading the Bible and doing it.
What?
Like while doing push-ups.
Whimpering while reading the Bible is crazy.
Oh, you care?
Yeah.
Oh, you
That's
you Catholic
so
girl. Come
That's
on,
so
Catholic.
sacrilege. Yeah. Why do you think I have the ash on my
heavens.
forehead? It's Ash Wednesday today.
Oh, I think you're hiding it with your
My bangs.
Your bangs.
Ilya was an expert when it came to Shane's balls. He knew exactly how to roll them in his mouth, how to press his tongue along the seam of Shane's sack, and how to use
He's
his
doing the fushigi.
fushigi.
Fushigi. No, wait.
What?
I think I wasn't paying attention. The seam of Shane's sack
Yeah.
is crazy. Is crazy.
I
This is
know.
what I was saying in the last video. Nobody talks about the balls. And then some people were like, you're not reading as crazy shit that I'm reading. Okay, you're bragging about that?
Oh, I
You're
know.
reading shit that talks about the balls?
No.
Girl.
No, people in the comments were like, this is the craziest smut you've ever read. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
My virgin fucking ears and
I'm
eyes.
so sorry.
Girl, I've seen balls before.
Right,
I'm not reading about that shit all
Right.
the time.
I'm so sorry I'm living it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm living it. I'm living the seam along the sack, girl.
I'm so sorry you're reading about it. I'm living it. I'm living
Yeah.
inside the seam.
Some of us are out there doing the fucking work. How do you think they even come up with writing about this shit? Because you have to go and you
People like
fucking do
me.
it and live it.
People like me are putting in the work for this.
They wouldn't even know about the seams, the sack seam, if it weren't for me. That was a me discovery, girl.
No, I think it's funny that people like in the comments were like, and you know it's all like 17-year-olds being like, this is the craziest shit that
Somebody's
you read.
commenting right now. They're putting. I'm 23, and I read about the sack seam.
And good for you. And good for you.
I just feel like there's certain things that like you just like. I don't need to hear about the seam of the sack. That's not a part I ever personally thought about.
I'm
I
living.
don't even think about it on myself, girl.
No, like the slit.
Yeah, like girl, like what? Right? You mean where God fused the two halves of you together? Like okay, cool, but like that's not
Where God.
Girl, he gargled. He fushigi his nails. Like, I don't know what's G-rated
Go
about.
back on Whimper
G-rated?
Talk.
No, like we got age restricted on the last video. You're like, oh yeah, G-rated, girl. Yeah.
And how to use his fingers in the sensitive areas just below. He made Shane from this many times, but Shane didn't think that this was the plan tonight. He hoped not. Ilya's so good. Show your parents. Show your parents.
Yeah, show your parents.
Show
oh
your
yeah,
parents.
G-rated. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
let's
show
all
your parents.
sit down and watch the video together.
Sit
Yeah.
down. He stood and went to his suitcase in the corner of a room. A moment later, he returned with a bottle of lube. Thank fuck. Shane sighed. Ilya smelled turnover. Shane didn't hesitate for a second. He went up on his knees and forearms and waited. I think it's like
Want.
I
Want.
imagine he was there in like a second. He was just like
It was like there was no frame in,
No.
like in a movie. There was no frames between him standing up and him like this.
he was expecting the welcome pleasure of a slick finger, so he nearly yelped when he felt the warm, wet brush of Ilya's tongue. Oh yes,
Laughing
fuck
at his
yes.
hole again. Yeah, show your parents that. Why don't you show? Yeah, show your parents the lapping at my fucking hole scene.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Show them the show. Yeah. Why don't you show them the show?
Show them.
G-rated, y'all.
Show them when Shane's legs are over his head and he's getting lapped.
Turn the damn volume up. Turn the subwoofer on. I want to hear every one of those
Put the
fucking
captions
thrusts in, and I want your parents to hear everything.
Watch the Las Vegas scene. Watch the Las Vegas scene.
I
Go
dare
ahead.
you.
Watch it. Holy ass. Yes, Shane panted. Ilya was so fucking good with his tongue. He switched between long, confident strokes and soft flutters against Shane's hole, while he gripped Shane's ass cheeks in his strong hands, pulling them apart to get deeper. Shane dropped his head to his pillow, mouth slack. He couldn't focus his eyes on anything. You are so fucking beautiful today, Ilya said, then kissed Shane's right ass cheek when you were skating with your hair. Like, sure.
When you were doing your job and you had the hair on your head. That was so sexy.
You too, Shane slurred. Love watching you skate. He heard the click of the lube bottle and then felt the gentle press of Ilya's finger against his entrance. Can I tell you a secret? Ilya said.
That's not an entrance, girl. That's an exit. Let's talk about that. Okay? Let's talk about that. Yeah. That was meant to be an exit. You're going in through the outdoor.
Ilya's.
That's so homophobic. I don't actually mean that. It's just funny.
I don't actually agree.
I don't actually agree.
It's a two-way.
It's a two-way street.
Yeah. Ilya slid his finger inside. You are a better hockey player than me. Shane gasped, both from the intrusion and the admission. I'm just on a better team. Loud knocking jolted Shane out of the moment. The knocking was followed by the voice of Cliff Marlowe. Rozanoff, you in there? All good feelings left abruptly replaced by pure panic. Shane craned his neck to peer at Ilya over his shoulder. Ilya winked at him, gave Shane's prostate another stroke, and called out, yes? Shane mouthed what the f*** at him, but Ilya only grinned and continued to finger him. Finger f***? Oh wow. We're going out, Cliff said. I need my wingman. Let's go. He sounded more than a little drunk. Where? Ilya asked and added a second finger. I don't know. Some club. Can you open the f***ing door? Shane wanted to die, but he also was oddly turned on by this weird situation, which also made him want to die. Of course, Ilya decided this was the perfect time to finally touch Shane's. He wrapped his whole hand around the shaft, and Shane's whole body jerked. Unfortunately, Shane also let out a loud moan. Shh! Ilya scolded, as if any of this were Shane's fault. Then, to Cliff, he said, I can't right now, sorry. There was silence, and then Cliff jumped to a slightly wrong conclusion. Shit, you've got a girl in there with you, right? Sorry, man. Maybe, Ilya said. Shane rolled his eyes. Cliff laughed. Probably 2 or 3. Have a good night, you f***ing legend. Shane bit his own forearm to keep himself from saying anything. When Cliff was finally gone, Shane said, 2 or 3, huh? Ilya huffed. Cliff cannot even count to 2 or 3. I can't believe you f***ing chatted with him while you were fingering me, Shane hissed. Ilya finally sped up. He grinned at Shane, and he knew what he'd been thinking about. What if they could see? What if they could see? His voice was low and quiet. His words made Shane's twitch. If that wall was a window.
They're going to start an OnlyFans. Is that what this is?
Shane squeezed his eyes shut, which only helps him to imagine it. Look, he said. He came first, his release splashing onto his stomach, and the exact moment someone in the hallway let out a loud whoop, which was a weird coincidence that Shane unfortunately found very hot. Popcorn Jake.
Chapter 28. Ilya and Shane had just finished a boring press conference together the morning of the All-Star game. When they were finally able to exit the room, Ilya was surprised to see Commissioner Crowell in the hallway. He was alone and looking at his phone, and Ilya, without even thinking, took a purposeful stride toward him. Shane stopped him with a hand on his arm. What are you doing? I'm going to talk to Crowell. The hell you are. Don't be stupid. Mr. Rozanoff, how have you been enjoying the weekend? Fine. But I was talking to my friend Troy Barrett, and he said you called him? I did, as his captain, Ilya said, trying to force some importance onto his title. I'm concerned. Crowell's lips formed something close to a sneer. I assume you're talking about his recent social media activity. Crowell said. His tone was almost bored, but with a dangerous edge to it. He's become quite the activist all of a sudden. Yes, this is what I mean. He is trying after what Dallas Kent did. Crowell held a hand up. After what Dallas was accused of doing anonymously. Ilya narrowed his eyes. Barrett was his friend. He knows him.
Yeah, so Barrett has been like open about Dallas Kent
being against, about his assault thing.
Yeah,
damn. Anyone who feels the need to come out is welcome to do so, but I don't see why it has to be such a big deal. He laughed without humor. It hardly matters these days, does it? His gaze landed on Shane again. It matters, Shane said firmly. His jaw was clenched. Ilya wanted to hold his hand. Crowell looked between them for a silent moment and said, well, I have a very full schedule today, so I'm afraid I have to end this unexpected conversation now. He straightened his suit jacket and gave both of them one last cold glare before turning down the hallway. That was probably a terrible idea, Shane said once Crowell was out of earshot. Probably, Ilya agreed, but would do it again. Me too. Chapter 29, February. Troy emerged from the back room, not the showers, looking sweaty and yes, sexy. So Harris's attention left Ilya immediately. Everyone shut up and listened to Barrett. The room got very quiet as everyone turned their attention to Troy. Ilya could only think about one thing that Troy could be announcing with Harris at his side, so he held his breath and waited. Just one thing. I'm dating Harris. We're together. I'm gay. This is so cringy. I'm sorry, right? Like, this is so cringy. Who gives a fuck? Straight people do not have to hold the hand with their partner and tell their entire work.
Also, like,
they're dating
can you even date your coworker like that?
They're not coworkers.
Yes, they are.
He's a social media manager. They're on like different ends of the...
I guess so. You don't think that Harris would get in trouble though for dating one of the players? Cheerleaders can't even date players on the team.
Girl, he just posts on Facebook at this time.
I guess. Like, I get. Like, listen, I have no problem with it.
You're like, HR? Where's HR? I'm dating Harris. We're together. I'm gay. Ilya had to respect how efficient the speech was. He began to clap loudly and everyone else joined in. Oh, cheering and whooping. No, this is cringy as fuck.
And then everyone clapped.
And then everyone, I came out and there was roaring applause and a standing ovation. Like, girl, who gives a fuck? I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. Right? Like, okay, cool. Ilya loved his team. He watched Troy step down off the bench and into Harris's arms. Then he bent Harris backwards and kissed the hell out. Then he bent Harris over and the hell out of him in front of everyone. It's okay, he said to cheer him Chiron in Russian, my day is coming. But he wondered sometimes, even with Shane's ring hanging around his neck, whether he was fooling himself. You seem to be trapped in the cycle of wanting to be openly in a relationship with Shane, but
you
also
got scared. You thought it said open relationship. I saw the hesitancy.
but also dreading it. I think it would help if you told a friend, someone you trust, someone on your side. Maybe, Ilya said, though it sounded like a good way to lose a friend. Try it, she urged. A teammate or an old friend, just one person, to see how you feel after. Okay, I'll try. So you're still alive. Ilya grinned at his old friend and hugged her. Still alive, Svetlana swatted his shoulder. Then why the haven't I seen you in 3 years? I'm sorry, Ilya said, meaning it. He switched to Russian. It's a long story, but it's mostly because I'm a terrible friend. You were always a terrible friend, but you were a fantastic lay, and I miss you. I've been a bit closed off since I moved to Ottawa. What does that mean? You're not sleeping your way through North America anymore? Ilya huffed a laugh. No, not anymore. The server brought their martinis. Ilya had never been so happy to see a cocktail. What a loss to women everywhere, Svetlana said dryly. Svetlana reached across the table and pushed his menu down with one beautifully manicured finger. Why did you sign with Ottawa, Ilya? She asked in her usual blunt way. I've never understood it. No one does. Ilya took his time answering to be closer to someone. Then, like a coward, he took another sip of his drink. Svetlana's vivid blue eyes widened. Someone like you're dating? Are you actually with someone in a real relationship? Yes. Her face lit up. My God, she must be spectacular. Who is she? Where did you meet her? In Ottawa? Is she Russian? Are you having an affair? Is it a teammate's wife? No, Ilya said quickly, slightly offended. Nothing like that. Of course not. Didn't you tell me once you'd slept with your teammate's girlfriend back in Moscow? Yes, but he was an asshole to her, and I was also 17. I would never do that now. Svetlana hummed thoughtfully. It's a secret, but it's not an affair. Maybe your coach's daughter. My coach's daughter is 11. The owner's daughter then? Or is it the owner? Isn't one of those owners from the Centaur a woman? It's not the owner. She smiled over the rim of her martini glass. This is a fun game. I like this. Suddenly her eyes went wide. She leaned forward and whispered, is it a man? Well, that hadn't taken long, Ilya answered with the slightest tip of his head as he brought his glass to his lips. Svetlana covered her mouth with one hand, eyes still wide. He could tell she was smiling though. Ilya, she finally said, holy shit, yes, you're blushing, Svetlana said, delighted. Ilya Rozanov, you are in love. Ilya couldn't stop the smile that crept across his face extremely. His name, Ilya said calmly, is Shane. Not Russian then, too bad. What does Shane do? Ilya somehow managed to keep himself from laughing. He's an athlete. Svetlana narrowed her eyes. Which sport? Ilya rolled the stem of his martini glass between his thumb and forefinger. Hockey? Svetlana huffed. I don't understand unless you're in love with Shane Hollander. I can't think of any. She stopped and then suddenly lunged forward, practically resting her whole torso on the table. Is it Shane Hollander? She hissed. I'm afraid so, yes. I'm really disappointed we aren't going to have sex, Svetlana's side. She was slumped against him, head resting on his shoulder. They both had a lot to drink. Ilya chuckled. You can't convince me that you're hard up for sex. I'm not, she agreed. But men are so boring. Why are you all so boring? I thought I was exciting. You were. Now you're going to marry a Canadian. Boring. I don't know how many people would describe my secret relationship with my rival as boring. She laughed. I don't suppose you have a cigarette. I quit. Of course you did. Boring. Chapter 30. Shane hadn't been expecting to see Ilya the night of Ottawa's Pride game, but he was surprised to find him on his doorstep after midnight. Shane had watched the game. It had been amazing, seeing the support from fans for Troy Barrett, all the banners celebrating his decision to come out. Shane had watched the coming out video Troy had posted on his Instagram too. He even teared up a bit when watching it. He knew Ilya was happy for Troy too. He'd seen how emotional Ilya had been during the long-standing ovation Troy had gotten before the game had started. It had been a huge day for hockey. No, Ilya said, his voice muffled by Shane's shoulder. I am crashing, I think. It was a wonderful night. I should be happy. It's okay to feel weird about it. I do. Yes. Yeah, like when Scott Hunter kissed Kip on TV. It was amazing, but also fuck, right? Ilya laughed. Yes, exactly that. Can I suck you? He asked. I want to feel you get hard in my mouth. Ilya's expression melted into pure desire. You should hurry. Shane sank to his knees, running his hands over Ilya's solid body. He mouthed gently at Ilya's soft before taking it fully in his mouth. Ilya hissed and began to stiffen immediately. Shane kept his mouth loose, his tongue barely touching Ilya's hardening flesh, and just enjoyed the sensation of being filled up. He was pretty excellent at sucking these days. Like all the things he wanted, he worked hard at it. He studied, practiced, and visualized being able to do this, being able to take his boyfriend's into his throat and feeling it grow even harder, nearly choking him. Oh my God, it's not that big. It's not that big. He loved how it felt, but more than that, he loved what it did to Ilya. He took his finger into the crease of Ilya's and inquisitively brushed against his hole. Ilya wasn't into this, but sometimes he was really into it, and Shane had a feeling. I need too much from you tonight. You can have it, anything. The sound escaped Ilya's lips close to a whimper. Take me apart, Hollander. Shane dried himself off at lightning speed and followed Ilya.
No one's saying that. You're like fully into it.
Okay, Mr. Potato Head.
And you're talking like that. Take me apart. Shut up. Shut up.
take me apart. Shane dried himself off at lightning speed and followed Ilya to bed. Ilya was already sprawled out on his stomach, pillow under his hips, ass raised, making it clear what he needed. After 3 years of being an exclusive couple, they knew each other's bodies well, and they knew each other's limits. Ilya wasn't interested in bottoming any more than Shane was interested in topping, but sometimes Ilya liked it when Shane gave his ass some attention. Sometimes Ilya wanted to be taken as far out of himself as he could, and this seemed to do it for him. Shane pulled back and admired his work so far. He suspected Ilya was ready for something deeper. You want fingers? Shane laughed. Gonna need an actual word. Da. Yes. Fucking come on. Extracted his finger from
sexy.
and kissed Ilya's spine while he waited for him to come down. Ilya finally said, I hope you did not like that pillow. Shane laughed. That bad, huh? My whole body just shot out of my Connor stories like a raisin after the scene. Popcorn Nicole.
Chapter 31, March. I have not met everyone yet, Ilya argued as he twisted around to greet a third dog. Who is this one? Not sure yet, Hera said. She just got here. The unnamed dog was a medium size with long hair that was a mix of brown and white and gray. She had floppy ears, big brown eyes, and the sweetest face Ilya had ever seen. You are new, Ilya said to her as she scratched her soft ears. You love this farm. He's like at their house and like they just have a bunch of fucking dogs and it's a farm and everything.
That's lovely.
The new dog immediately went to Ilya, sniffing his sneakers. She likes you, Hera said. Ilya bent and gave her some pats. I am hard to resist. She was really cute and soft, and she seemed like she'd be a good listener. So, Hera said slowly, we're going to have to find our new home, probably. He and Troy shared a look, and Harris added, we love dogs here, but we don't have the room for one more at the moment. The dog put her front paws on Ilya's shin, her mouth stretched into a smile as if she knew what Ilya was thinking. Anya. Ilya said, smiling back at her. I think her name is Anya. Who is this? Shane asked, eyeing the dog warily. He wasn't great with animals. You dog sitting for someone? No, Ilya said, and then bent to scoop the dog up in his arms. He cuddled her so close to his chest, and the dog licked his cheek lovingly. This is Anya. She's my dog. You what? How? Someone abandoned her in the coal. Monsters. They're gonna have a dog in the new season.
Yay. It's probably one of those really, really small, like really white like dogs with like who like get like the brown around their eyes.
So you are a hater.
He's like, oh, what the fuck is that?
They didn't have sex that night because when Shane tried to get things started, Anya had started whimpering outside Ilya's bedroom door. Shane paused in the middle of the trail. He was kissing up Ilya's inner thigh. Go get her, he said. Go get her.
Go get her.
Smiling and sighing at the same time. The only response from Ilya was a sigh that sounded a bit like a snore. Shane raised his head and smiled at his sleeping boyfriend, who looked happier and more at peace than Shane had seen him in months. No more depression. Depression isn't
depression
real.
Won. Dog gets rid of depression.
Chapter 32. Oh man, now they're really gonna start asking for a dog, Hayden lamented. Ilya, Shane, and Hayden were standing together in Hayden's living room, watching the 4 kids and Jackie play with Anya. Ilya had been worried about the number of new people, especially kids, but Anya had made fast friends with everyone.
Aww.
Oh shit, Hayden said, looking at his phone. I forgot about a thing I have to, be right back. Fan mail emergency, Ilya asked with a teasing smile. Hayden glared at him. It's not an emergency. I just promised a 24-hour turnaround 23.5 hours ago. Who needs a message from Hayden in such a hurry, Ilya wondered out loud. You'd be surprised, Jackie said. He gets so many requests. Between us, though, I think it's because he's the only Montreal Voyager on fan mail. Where's Chompy? Arthur asked. Jackie's brow furrowed. Oh no, wait, he's in the car. I'll bet. Let me go. No, Ilya said. I will get him. Where are the keys? Jackie gave him a grateful smile. Hanging by the door in the mudroom, that way, Chompy's in the Mercedes, I think, back seat. Will you come with me, Ilya asked Shane? I do not want to hunt an alligator alone. Shane rolled his eyes. Sure, of course. Ilya was only trying to steal a moment alone with Shane. They stepped outside through a secluded side door that led to a secret concrete path that wrapped around to the front of the house. A row of thick trees ran along the edge of the yard, blocking the view from any neighboring houses. Perfect. Ilya turned to stand in front of Shane and placed a hand on his waist. I assume you'll have an ulterior motive for inviting me on this adventure, Shane said. He gazed up at Ilya flirtatiously through his lashes, and Ilya made a silent promise to figure out a way to have sex with his boyfriend tonight. Anya was just gonna have to deal. Maybe. Shane smiled, then leaned in and kissed him. It was soft and sweet and warm despite the air around them being so cold. Ilya sighed happily and deepened the kiss, sinking his fingers into Shane's hair, dipping him back slightly. Shane had a list of ways he wanted to spend the morning before Ilya had to drive back to Ottawa. They could not stay in bed for most of it, or maybe take Anya to the park, maybe work out together, maybe all that. None of his plans involved his doorbell ringing at 9 in the morning. He immediately stopped kissing Ilya and shot him a quizzical look. Did you order more dog toys? No. Anya was barking, and then the doorbell rang a second time. Shane sighed and rolled off. Of Ilya. I'd better see who it is. Popcorn Jake.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? That's what you sounded like.
I really did. Hi, Shane said. Then he noticed how ashen Hayden's face looked. What happened? Is everyone all right? Come in. Shane carried Anya into the living room, and Hayden followed close behind. Ilya was standing at the top of the stairs wearing only sweatpants. Hayden, he said. Sorry to show up like this, but can we sit maybe? Have you guys been online at all today? I'm guessing not. No, Shane said. Why? Hayden blew out a breath and scratched at the back of his neck. Okay, so you know how I did that fan mail video yesterday? Yes, Shane said impatiently. This was sounding less important by the second. The thing is, I was in a room that I kind of use as like a trophy room. Nice room, big windows, lots of shelves, mirrors. They look really good in videos. Very interesting, Ilya said flatly. So the windows look out to the side of the house. with the trees and I wasn't standing in front of the windows because that's always looks a little weird to be backlit like that. Hayden, what happened? I was just standing at the trophy wall in the big mirror and just angled like you could see out the window in the mirror. I didn't notice when I was filming or after I sent the video, but the mirror you can see Shane's stomach plummeted. What can you see? He asked faintly, already knowing the answer. Hayden scrubbed his face with one hand. You guys kissing, like really kissing a lot. Shane swallowed with difficulty. Is it obvious that it's us? Hayden nodded. Very. There had to be a way to fix this. Only sent this video to one person, right? Yep, Hayden sent, and that one person posted it on Twitter. Shane couldn't breathe. He couldn't swallow. He was going to die from choking on his own saliva. I'm so sorry, Shane. I don't really watch the videos before I send them. I would never have sent it if I saw, but I really fucked up. It's okay, Ilya said quietly. Hayden looked at him with a wide surprised eyes. What? It's okay, Ilya said again. You've been a good friend, kept our secret for years. This was an accident. It was our fault for not being more careful. What are people saying? Mostly like, what the fuck, or holy shit, or is this a joke, that kind of thing. Oh god, Shane said, and buried his face in his hands. There we are, Ilya said. He was quiet a moment and then said, oh yes, this would be very hard to deny. He huffed. We are really going for it. Fucking nightmare, Shane said faintly. The couch began to shake and Shane realized that Ilya was laughing. It's not funny. It is very funny, Ilya squeaked out. Hayden's stupid fan mail video. Oh my god, this was somebody's birthday greeting. Somebody named Brad. I'm sorry, Brad, Shane mumbled. What do you think the league is going to do, Shane asked. Legally, I'm not sure they can do much, but Crowell will try to do something, that's for sure. First, Farrah said, I'm going to write an official statement, unless you want to write it yourselves. Nope, Shane said at the same time as Ilya said, no way. I figured I'll get that written and sent to both of you when I'm done. I think we should post it as soon as possible. Fuck, Ilya said when he spotted the black SUV parked outside the gates at the end of his driveway. He didn't know who owned the vehicle, but he was sure they were here to bother him. Probably an overly ambitious journalist. He didn't need this right now. He needed to pack and get Anya to the dog hotel and then get to the team plane. He pressed the remote button that opened his gate and steered into his driveway. When he stepped out of the car, he heard a familiar voice behind him. Ilya, Coach Weebe, I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it, Weebe, called out from the other end of the driveway. Got a minute? The thing is, because I'm a rookie coach, I'm not particularly popular with Crowell, and I don't know how much help I can be. But know that you have my support, whatever happens. That was more than Ilya had expected from his coach. Thank you, he had said sincerely. When I was playing my second season in Detroit, I had a thing with one of my teammates. It doesn't matter who, and I'm not going to tell you, but we got drunk and fooled around one night during a road trip, and then we kept doing it for a few months. Ilya didn't say a word. Weeby grimaced. The truth is that I'd been half in love with him before we first hooked up, before I'd even thought that was a possibility, and after that first night, I fell the rest of the way. I was nuts about him, but he said he didn't feel that way about me. Ilya's lip curved up. This team is very gay. Weeby laughed. Technically, I'm bisexual, to be clear. I love my wife. I'm not hiding anything. Ilya's smile grew. Bisexual? Great. Yes, me too.
I'm a bisexual.
I figured what with your long, impressive history with the ladies. Chapter 33. Walking into the Montreal Voyageurs locker room at the practice facility was the hardest thing Shane had ever forced himself to do. Hi, Shane tried. No one made a sound except JJ, who snorted and turned away. Shit. Was it a joke? Coach asked. His voice was cold and serious. Shane knew saying yes right now was the only answer the man would accept. No, Shane said. Coach's jaw clenched. He looked at the ceiling and sucked his teeth, clearly furious. How long? He asked. Coach inhaled sharply. Go home. I will talk to management and we'll decide what to do with you. Am I benched? Yes, you're benched, Hollander. Your gay ass is fucking benched. What did you think would happen? Coach sighed. This order comes directly from Crowell, you and Rozanov. He said the name like it was a particularly vulgar slur. Until this gets dealt with, you're both sitting. Dealt with? And don't think about posting anything online about this. No statements. You're in big enough trouble already.
Can they do that? Can you get benched for kissing your homie, yes or no?
Hey, said Hayden, standing up. I know that everyone is fucking weirded out right now, but try to remember who the fuck this is.
Everyone's weirded out. He didn't a dog. He
kissed a man. Girl, come on.
Relax. Everyone's so weirded out right now.
But try to remember who the this is. Shane is our fucking captain, our leader. He's a fucking liar, JJ said. He's our fucking friend, Hayden said sharply. So maybe everyone feels real right now or totally grossed out. I get it. It's Rozanov. Okay, thanks, Hayden. Shane said. I'm confused by what he just said. But that weirdness goes away when you're going to have to live with how shitty you were to Shane when he needed his fucking boys the most. So think about that.
Yeah, we know what he did is sick and perverted,
we know it's fucking disgusting and weird
and nasty and wrong and unnatural. But that's our boy.
That's our boy. That's our homeboy. HB, as the kids are saying. It was after 10 o'clock at night when Ilya's phone lit up with a text from Shane. I ate a Snickers bar.
No, it should not be read like that. I think it's same tone as I think I'm about to die in this house.
I ate a Snickers bar.
Yeah.
Ilya sent him a FaceTime request right away. Shane's hair was tied in a messy bun.
Put your hair in a messy bun and deal with it.
Shane's hair was tied up in a messy bun and he was wearing his glasses. Ilya wanted to hold him so badly it hurt. Did the chocolate make you feel better? No, Shane grumbled. Maybe it was really fucking delicious even though it was old. I think it was one you bought me a long time ago, he sighed. You gonna gloat about it? Ilya didn't feel victorious. He knew eating candy was basically hitting rock bottom for Shane. Eat what you want. If that is only healthy things is fine. If you want treats, is also fine. It is your life, Hollander, not the NHL's, not Montreal Voyagers. You sure about that? I think we're both going to have to decide about that soon. Ilya went back to Farah's email and read the statement. Although having the decision to disclose our relationship made for us isn't ideal, we would like to announce officially that we are in a committed romantic relationship and have been for several years. We wish we could have told you in our own way, but we don't hold this unfortunate accident against Hayden. We know that our relationship will be difficult for a lot of people to accept and understand. We have never let our personal relationship interfere with our competitiveness on the ice, and we believe our career achievements show that very clearly. We've always kept personal and professional separate, and we hope our teams, our fans, and the league can do the same. Nice. Better than what he would have written himself, which probably would have been along the lines of, we're in love and fuck you. Popcorn Nicole.
Ah, fuck.
Well, what? You want me to read it? Fine.
No, it's fine.
No, I'll read it.
Okay.
I just didn't want to go on for too long.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Okay. Chapter 34. Are your parents still here? Ilya asked as soon as he'd finished kissing Shane. Hello. Kissing. As soon as he... I'm like, hello.
You're so...
Hello.
Hello.
Like the spirit of Melania took over you as soon as you read it.
I was like confused by the sentence. As soon as he'd finished kissing Shane, hello. No, I told them they could go home. I love having them here, but I want to be railed by your boyfriend. Shane's eyes darkened. Yes. Make me forget everything. Shane murmured. The hell? Shane said when he realized Ilya had led him to his trophy room. Ilya just smiled at him. No way. Shane said, weird. Is it? Ilya asked, trailing a finger along Shane's jaw. I thought you needed a reminder before our meetings tomorrow. A reminder of what? Shane said faintly as he tipped his head to the side and closed his eyes. Ilya kissed just under his jaw, then in front of his ear. Of who the fuck you are. Ilya hauled him over to a leather armchair in the middle of the room. It was facing a wall of glass shelves that held miniature versions of Shane's 3 Stanley Cups and all of the individual trophies he'd won during his career. Other shelves displayed various game pucks that were mounted and labeled with their achievements. There were also frames displaying his Team Canada jersey from the World Juniors and the Olympics. On the smaller lower shelf, boxes displayed his Stanley Cup rings and his gold and silver medals. Look at all of this, Ilya said, as he bent Shane over the chair with a firm hand between his shoulder blades. You almost need 2 rooms. Ilya bent over him, putting his weight on Shane's back for a moment. He brushed his lips against Shane's ear and said, stay there. Then he straightened and headed for the door. Where the are you going? To get lube, Ilya said easily. See, they don't have lube in this room.
Oh no.
All these trophies you can just pop
because
lube
this is Shane's house, not Ilya's.
Oh, Shane.
You should be keeping lube in the Stanley Cups.
Yeah, exactly. It just loose in the Stanley Cups too, like where you just go in and you kind of like dip your hand in.
Like holy water.
Yeah. You know how sex works by now, yes? He went back downstairs but didn't return to the trophy room right away. He checked on Anya, found her asleep in her bed, and then went to the kitchen. Shane's
No, he's fully bent the fuck over. The glasses being like clinged downstairs, and like him talking to the dog.
The stove's clicking to turn on.
The TV gets turned on.
Yeah. He checked on Anya, found her asleep in bed, and then went to the kitchen to pour himself a glass of water. He drank it slowly, trying to ignore how badly he wanted to race back to that room. But that wasn't the game they were playing. He'd leave Shane in that room, naked and bent over a chair, surrounded by his proudest moments, because that's what Shane needed. I don't love that dynamic, but whatever. Whatever.
Well, good thing it's not happening to you.
Thank God.
Good thing that you don't have 3 Stanley Cups.
Which is your favorite? Ilya asked conversationally as he continued to rub the head of Shane's. Of all these trophies, Rookie of the Year. Shane said quickly and smugly. Ilya huffed, flicked Shane's, making him yelp and then moan. Ilya sympathetically and added a 3rd finger. Something you want to ask for? He asked when he noticed the tremors in Shane's arms and legs. Me. With what? Ilya kneaded Shane's ass with one hand as he slid his fingers as far in as he could and then pulled them out completely. This seems to make Shane loose. No, this seems to make Shane lose what was left of his patience. You're stupid. Come on, Shane complained. Ilya chuckled and carefully began to move. Such a slut for it. He said after a couple of slow thrusts, is it me that made you so horny? Or is it the room? What? Shane grinned out. Are you talking about? Are you all turned on? This is like, they talk so much during sex.
No,
they literally have full on fucking conversations during sex.
That's what I'm saying.
That's insane.
Unravel me. Take me apart.
Are you all turned on thinking about all of your... He adjusted his angle and gave Shane 2 quick hard thrusts. Many accomplishments. It's you. It's only you, Shane gasped. Ilya loved it when Shane got like this, when he was flying too high to be annoyed or embarrassed. Do you want to know a secret? He bent over Shane so he could speak directly in his ear. I feel like I'm f***ing a king right now. Ilya. He grabbed a handful of Shane's hair and tugged it back. He snatched Shane's wig. Do you know how powerful this feels? Fucking king in his throne room? Fucking hell, Rosanov. I feel like this is like, I don't like this power dynamic personally.
No, and
I really don't like it.
And Hudson Williams said he can't wait for this scene.
That's crazy. It is going to be a good scene.
No, everyone's
sure
going to be
hot
so
as fuck.
Everyone's going to be so excited for this scene. Now, I don't love like the whole I feel like I'm fucking a king. But I love that they love it. If you like it, I love it.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I like it. I like it for the show.
Yeah.
I don't think I enjoy reading this.
No.
Ilya wrapped an arm around Shane's chest and hauled him up as easily as if Shane were a doll and not a 200-pound man. He held him close. Shane's back pressed against Ilya's chest, and as Ilya pounded into him, "You are Shane King Hollander," Ilya growled. "If you ever forget that, I will drag you back in here and fuck you until you remember. We will share a trophy room someday," Shane stammered. Ilya smiled. "Yes, a fucking empire." Oh, they're doing the empire. Do you remember that video? Yes! That's one of my favorite videos on the internet. When are you gonna have a baby? Why have you had a baby? They're doing the empire. I'm gonna try to find that. I hope I can.
Yeah.
I hope I can. I think that's an old one.
No, we'll find it.
We're gonna find it. Ilya smiled. "Yes, a fucking empire." Shane tilted his head back against Ilya's shoulder. "Dynasty. Ugh, a dynasty."
Like, good. If you like it, I love
He
it.
breathed. "Oh, Ilya, I love you." Ilya growled and impulsively sank his teeth into Shane's shoulder and then clenched around Ilya's as his orgasm rocketed through him. His spattered on the chair, which Ilya knew would bother Shane as soon as he came down from his high. Holy shit, Ilya finally wheezed. That got weird.
Well, finally someone said it.
That got weird.
Thank God someone said it.
Yeah, it was weird, Ilya. Ilya laughed, which made Shane laugh. Ilya,
and we can't wait. We can't wait.
Oh,
for
no,
it to
literally.
be
I'm like, I will watch that weird fucking scene. I will watch that weird fucking... It's probably going to be hot as shit. Ilya kissed him between his shoulder blades, then carefully pulled out. "I think I ruined the chair," Shane said, sooner even than Ilya had expected. "It's another trophy now," Ilya said. "Gross." "There is a towel," Ilya offered. "Nah, I have some leather wipes I can use." Ilya smiled. "Of course you do." "That's mahogany." Popcorn Nicole.
Chapter 35. There are a few things in life that I absolutely can't stand, Roger Crowell said. His voice was deceptively calm, and Ilya didn't miss the danger in it. "One thing I hate is surprises. Another is disloyalty. Another is liars. And homosexuals," Ilya added in his head. "But the thing I hate most," Crowell continued, "is being embarrassed. And I especially hate it when the leak is embarrassed." Crowell nodded. "The leak has prepared a statement." He opened a folder that was on the table in front of them and produced 2 sheets of paper. He handed one to each of them. Ilya steeled himself and began to read. "For nearly 11 years, Shane Hollander and Ilya Rosanov had been elite players in the NHL. Their skill and performance on the ice demonstrates a rare level of talent that thrills hockey fans everywhere. Earlier this week, a video was circulated on social media that depicted Mr. Hollander and Mr. Rosanov in an intimate embrace. After being questioned by the league's commissioner, Roger Crowell, both players have confirmed that the incident was a prank. They were pulling on their mutual friend, Hayden Pike. Both men regret their actions and confusion it may have caused. They will return to their teams before their next scheduled games. It was an easy out. Ilya knew this statement would fool everyone, but he suspected enough hockey fans would believe this lie.
What?
Finally, Shane's head came up and Ilya held his
kiss a
breath.
dude. Like, I'm sorry, if you kiss a dude,
No, it was a
you're
prank.
basically
No,
gay.
it was a prank. Finally, Shane's head came up and Ilya held his breath. "But this isn't true," Shane said. "It doesn't matter," Crowell said. "It f***ing does matter. It wasn't a prank. We're together. We're getting married this summer." Crowell's eyebrow shot up in an obvious surprise and then he quickly composed himself. "That is not happening."
The
Not
fuck?
You're gonna stop someone from
wedding?
getting
Girl.
married? You can't stop
You're not
the
even
wedding.
inviting.
Yeah,
You're not
right.
even invited. You're not coming. Oh yeah, what are you gonna do? You're gonna... I object.
You're not getting married. Who are you, my dad?
Yeah, literally. Who are
Weirdo.
you?
Not if you want to remain in this league. Really? Ilya
Yeah.
asked. He wanted to flip the cable. "You're gonna kick us out? We'll sue the shit out of the leagues," Shane said, which honestly shocked Ilya. Crowell leaned over the table, fury flashing dangerously in his eyes. "I'm offering the only option that will save both your careers and reputation of this league. If you post your own statements and start flaunting your relationship, you will obliterate your legacies. You'll be jokes. Choose carefully." For a long, tense moment, there were only the sound of 3 men breathing angrily. Then Shane stood and said, "I choose him." "Come on, Ilya." "What about this one?" Ilya asked and showed this phone screen to Shane. Shane wrinkled his nose at it. "I look weird in that one." "Yes, but I look very good." Shane lightly punched his chest, which was easy to do because his head was resting on it. They were both naked.
Nicole. They're both Nicole.
They were both naked, tangled up.
Are you Nicole right now?
They were wrote naked, tangled up in bed together and tried to figure the perfect set of photos to pair with the statement for their mutual Instagram post. Shane was being, Ilya thoughtful, overly fussy about it. This one, Shane suggested and showed Ilya his phone. It showed a photo Yuna had taken in their coach track suits on the first day of their first charity camp. Good, okay, Ilya agreed. Very respectable. Maybe that's enough, Shane mused. We have 4. One more, Ilya said and stretched his hand, holding the phone out above them. No way, Shane said, squirming away. Ilya pulled him closer with an arm around Shane's shoulders. In case people still don't believe we're together. No, Shane squawked. For me then, Ilya said and kissed the top of his head. Shane relaxed against him. Fine. Ilya snapped a few quick photos and lowered his phone to look at them. Oh! Shane said quietly, look at us. They both looked so fucking in love. It was disgusting. I'm keeping these ones, Ilya said firmly.
What were they?
Just like selfies from above. Like they're picking up photos to post for Instagram.
If I were them, I would post the ad they were in together.
Yeah.
And then like I would do like a progression for like all 10 years.
That'd be cute.
Until now. Wouldn't that be so adorable?
Yeah.
Because they have so much like
I guess
coverage
they're
of
not
the two
open
of
about
them.
when they started dating though.
They should be.
Ilya only
Yeah, I had a
huffed a
huge change of heart.
response. He copied and pasted Farah's statement, made sure all 4 photos were lined up, hovered his thumb over the post photo. Ready? He asked. Shane blew out a breath. Yeah, let's do it. They posted it.
There's literally nothing braver than posting an Instagram.
So true.
A carousel.
So
An Instagram carousel.
Do you think they did a collab post or do you think that they...
I don't think at the time there were collab posts, but in modern day they probably would.
You're right. Chapter 36, April. It wasn't until Shane was back in the locker room that he started to notice that it wasn't just Drapeau who seemed upset with him. Basically, they were playing. It was Ottawa versus Montreal. Ottawa won.
Hell yeah.
It wasn't until...
Hell yeah, Ottawa.
It wasn't until Shane was in the locker room that he started to notice that it wasn't just Drapeau who seemed upset with him. I can't believe I fucking tripped, Shane said to JJ as they were tossing their jerseys in the laundry bin. Did you? Shane tensed. What's that mean? JJ stared at him for a few seconds and shook his head. I don't know, Hollander, just tell me it was a mistake. What? Shane couldn't fucking believe this. You think I fell on purpose? That I let Ilya score? Kamau stood from where he was slumped over in his stall. I know what I saw, what everyone saw. It didn't look like an accident. Suddenly, Hayden was at Shane's side. Of course we don't think that. Come on, guys. Shane would never betray his team, but Hayden and JJ seemed to be the only ones who were sure of it. Chapter 37. The next morning, Ilya was disgusted to see that hockey media was full of opinion pieces that wondered aloud if Shane had intentionally let Ilya score. This is insulting to me as well, Ilya complained on the phone to Shane. They think I can beat you unless we cheat? Ilya was glad to hear him say it. You're a free agent now. Get the out of there. Go somewhere that will appreciate you. Shane snorted. Like where? Ottawa? Ilya held his breath. Because of course, yes, Ottawa. I mean, I couldn't, could I? Shane said. This is why you have an agent. Find out.
Oh, that would be nice for them to play on the same team.
Ilya closed his eyes and enjoyed the soothing brushes of Shane's fingertips. Shane, he said quietly after a couple minutes. If we are getting married. Of course we are. Ilya swallowed. You need to know then. Know what? Ilya opened his eyes. I am not okay. With what? I am maybe like my mother, depressed sometimes, and it is not fixed. It might not be something to fix. Shane looked surprised, but he covered it quickly. Okay. You cannot blame yourself if it gets bad. Shane propped himself up on an elbow. Ilya, are you saying that you think about no, not really. I don't know. I feel like I could think about it, okay? Shane blinked a few times. Okay, he whispered. The therapy helps, and we have talked about maybe trying some medication, and how that might be hard at first with side effects. It's hard to find the right pills, the right amount. I need a doctor for the pills, though. I think I will talk to Terry. He is the team doctor. You think he'd be okay with prescribing antidepressants, Shane asked. Yes, of course. I think our team doctor would be weird about it. Then your team doctor is bad.
Period.
Chapter 38, May. At the end of the summer, they were taking a honeymoon to Spain because neither of them had been there, and because when Shane had worked up the nerve to ask him for vacation suggestions, Scott Hunter had enthusiastically rattled off a bunch of places that were gay as hell. It would have been a giant step out of Shane's comfort zone, but he was ready for it, and he knew Ilya would be effortlessly spectacular in Ibiza. Ilya laughed and tugged Shane closer, bumping their shoulders together. For Instagram, I want to post about us. He stopped walking and pulled out his phone. He tapped it a few times and held it at arm's length in front of him. Oh! Shane said, now? Yes. Then after a second pause, Ilya cheerily said, hello! I'm Ilya. This is my boyfriend Shane. Say hello, Shane. Hi. Shane, when are we getting married? July. Ilya made an exaggerated surprise face. July! Shane could see his own goofy lovesick grin on Ilya's phone screen. They hadn't officially announced their engagement yet. Still can't believe it, huh? We are getting married and then we are going to keep playing hockey, break more records, and win more cups. Yes, Shane? Hell yes. See, he's getting held at gunpoint to make an Instagram story. See you in October, hockey fans. Ilya said then he kissed Shane loudly on the cheek and ended the video. They watched it back together and Shane had to admit they both look pretty good. With the perfect golden light. Also, they look giddy with how in love they were. Aww. I think Crowell is gonna really like that video, he said dryly. Fuck Crowell. I'm posting it now. God, I hope someone signs me. Ilya snorted. Of course they will. What if Shane? Ilya said seriously, do we have to drive you back to your trophy room in Montreal? Shane blushed. No. Or maybe you watch a YouTube video of your best goals while I blow you. He flooded Shane's stomach. I mean, It wouldn't hurt to try. Popcorn Jake.
Chapter 39, July. What do you think? Shane asked. Ilya couldn't think. He didn't have a thought in his head because he was full to bursting with happiness.
Sure.
It was a week before their wedding, and Shane was standing in front of him in an Ottawa Centaurs jersey and a ball cap. He knew that Shane had gone to the team offices to sign the contract today, but seeing him now wearing the uniform in Ilya's house was overwhelming. You make that stupid logo look so good, Ilya said. It is stupid, right? It's not just me. No, we all think so. Come here. Ilya wrapped him in a tight hug. I cannot believe this is too much. I'm too happy. So dinner tonight? Ilya smiled. A date, yes. Can you wear that jersey? Shane laughed. No. Can I take you to bed now then? And you wear only that jersey? Shane leaned in and kissed him. Is this a hazing thing? Yes, I do it to everyone. Shut up. Troy was incredible. Shane shoved him with both hands. You're the worst. Come ravage me. Ilya grinned and chased him up the stairs. Ilya ran a hand over his cheek as he examined himself in the mirror. It felt weird being so clean shaven, but he thought it would look sloppy to leave stubble on his face. He wanted to look perfect. It was his wedding day after all. Aww.
And you thought they would get married in the third book. You're like, the third
Well, no, the third season is when they're gonna get married. Because like I think that there's a lot to cover. There's still like half of the first book.
That's true. Because there's only going to be like 6 episodes for season 2.
Then Shane found Ilya in the crowd talking.
There's a new book coming out.
Then Shane found Ilya in the crowd talking to Zane Boodram. He looked incredible, of course, in his burgundy suit. Anya was at his feet, freshly groomed and wearing a burgundy bow on her head. Shane wasn't sure if he was allowed to approach Ilya. This whole thing was very loose. There weren't even chairs. We're getting married. There was a gentle tap on his elbow, and he turned to see the justice of peace they'd hired to perform the ceremony. Ready? She asked with a warm smile. Shane glanced at Ilya again and mouthed, now? Ilya nodded. Shane exhaled. Yeah, ready. Do you have the ring? Shane whispered as they stood across from each other in front of everyone. Ilya barely stopped himself from rolling his eyes. Why is it important? Shane glowered at him and the justice of the peace. Nancy got things started. She said a bunch of words that were probably very nice, but Ilya was only focused on Shane. He looked so handsome and so happy. It was hard to believe that this was the same person Ilya had tried to ignore in a Saskatchewan arena parking lot 13 years ago.
13?
13. How old are they now? Dead. Dead. They're like 31.
Twink death.
Twink death happened. Do take you, Shane Hollander, to be my lawfully wedded husband. Okay, maybe they should have written their own vows. These were bleak.
They don't have chairs. They didn't write their own vows. They need to rewrite this. Jacob Tierney needs to do better.
Like this. No, Jacob Tierney needs ceremony with like the kids involved.
Jacob Tierney needs to do better.
Completely stiff and devoid of emotion. Who would ever feel anything from these bland vows? Nancy said some dull stuff that ended with, do hereby pronounce you, Shane and Ilya, to be married. You may celebrate your marriage with a kiss. Oh, hell yes. Ilya grabbed Shane, dipped him, and planted one on him. Everyone cheered. Shane looked dazed after the kiss, but Ilya held their joined hands together in the air and said, we are married. Ilya had no idea where they were supposed to go now. There wasn't an aisle or anything, and this was their house. Nancy said quietly, you still have to sign some paperwork. So Shane said nervously, Mom has it in her head that we need to like dance in front of everyone. Oh, honestly, I hadn't even thought about it, but I guess that's a wedding thing, right? Hayden looked gobsmacked. Yeah, it's a fucking wedding thing, you moron. Did you guys even pick a song? Shane does not know any songs, Ilya said. Shane was apparently too nervous to acknowledge Ilya's quip. So like, do we just get whoever's in charge of the music to play a song and we like slow dance in the middle of the lawn? I don't really know how to dance. Come on, Ilya said and extended his hand. It turned out that Harris had taken over the music duties and had his phone connected to Ilya's wireless speakers, which someone had brought outside. Harris, Ilya called from the middle of the yard.
You will never guess the song that they're gonna play for their wedding song, their first dance.
'Cause honey,
that would be better.
Take me into your fucking arms.
That would be way better than this.
You're letting me choose? Harris sounded terrified. Just put on whatever is fine. Oh, it's like that. It's like the what's his name? It's Fabian's like bug music. Just put on whatever's fine. Something short. Ilya held out his hand to Shane. Oh, are you leading? Shane asked. Yes, because you can't dance. Shane huffed and took his hand and then placed his other hand on Ilya's back as the opening vocals of Rihanna's Diamonds started playing. This sounds like a weird choice, Shane said. No, it's perfect.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not. They danced well, rotated under the lights, surrounded by everyone they loved as Rihanna sang the lyrics that secretly had always made Ilya think of Shane. No way. Shine bright like a diamond. Oh, Shane said halfway through the song. I've heard this before. Ilya laughed. I love you so much, it sucks. Shane beamed at him. That's too bad because this is as good as it's going to get. No. Ilya said fondly. I don't think it is.
No. Jacob Tierney, please do not let them dance to Diamonds by Rihanna. Nobody wants that.
Love you, Rihanna, but this is written in a time period where Rihanna was still making music. I loved it.
Yeah?
I really do.
Oh.
I think that one's better than the first one.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's more complex. in the first one, you know, and I mean, like, we didn't read all of it, obviously. Disclaimer, hey guys, we didn't read the entire, I mean, she read the entire book. I did not read the entire book, so I'm sorry.
No, a lot of people like this, like, and I think Unrivaled is gonna be awesome, which is so funny that Rachel Reed was like, I'm not doing anymore, and then she's like, just kidding.
Rachel Reed, I hope that she's feeling good.
I know.
Better. Yeah.
So September comes around, trust and believe, we will be sitting at this very table, not in this apartment, but in this at this table, and we will be reading. Yeah, I like the books. I think they like are feel good books.
They are.
And so I love the show, love the books.
You're not gonna go and read like the other ones that aren't about Shane and Ilya?
I'm just reading other books right now, and I don't know if I can bring myself.
You're so literary
Right now, yeah, I'm just so full of literature. Well, I have to read Colleen Hoover's new book.
That's right.
So we can make a video about it.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
No, not that I don't want to, but I haven't heard anyone be like, oh, you have to read the rest of the books.
Yeah.
And I feel like I really, really like the books, especially because I can associate now, like, the actors with the faces, so like I can put the two together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so without those characters, it's just a little bit more difficult for me to picture that.
Yeah, I don't know who I was picturing, or like how I was picturing them looking, or when we had read it the first time, and we had not watched the show yet.
We knew what they looked like.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
In my head, like, I was like, oh, Connor Story's not the right person for Ilya. Now I can't imagine anyone else for Ilya. Because who did I imagine for Ilya initially? I pictured
the guy from Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
I pictured him initially. Now I don't. I hope you guys like this video. If you guys got to this point and you guys have not watched the first one, Jake and I did a video about
we didn't even mention it.
the first one.
We didn't mention it.
Well, duh. We already did the first one. I did a Chronically Online Girl video about the actors of the show, and this probably won't be the last Heated Rivalry video I make. I just love Heated Rivalry, and I have nothing to complain about, and I love doing Hudson Williams makeup whenever he's in New York. Thank you so much for the trust. Jake, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at JakeThatcher_ or Twitch at ThatcherJake. If you like this video,
please make sure that you leave it a like, because that helps me out so much. Also, leave a comment. Are you Fujoshiing out? Yes or no? Do you live in the seam? Make sure you subscribe if you want to be nasty. If not, you're disgusting. Also, make sure every bell notifications on so you know everything on my posts, or else you are gross. If you want to follow me on my other social media, Instagram, Twitter, Buff, Spotify, it's just Nicole Rafiee. And if you want to follow me on my TikTok, it's at Nikki Nasty. I'm gonna go back to living in the seam. That's where I belong. I live in the seam.
Where'd you come up with that?
Well, we were talking about it, and you were.
Nobody's living there, girl.
Okay,
Just
I live there. I live in the seam.
I'm moving in.